Hello. Yes, I am late.
So, oh, hold the phone. They're trying to get aggressive here. They're spam through the smokes. These should not be going this way.
Yeah, it's just blow for blow right now. Spamming.
What did I miss? I missed 2 rounds. I mean, I'm not that late, to be honest.
No one.
Havoc trolling? What else is new?
For those free
What the fuck is this comp, EG?
Proceed on through. That'll cause a freeze to the round.
What the hell is this? Someone explain this to me.
Counter ecoed, I guess you could say. Roomba into hookah.
Okay, looks like they're gambling the wrong side, unfortunately for them.
From the side of EG, and I like what Furia are doing here, just grouping up. They understand they have gun disadvantage. Why not move as a pack?
1 minute pred? Any mods?
VG take a little bit too long. They might miss their opportunity on this free B site. Maybe not be ready for the fast flank that is in full effect right now.
Really this is
Valorant. Obviously, Yoda, thanks for the 18 months. Enjoy the Pingu badge. I mean, they're gonna get there in time.
Already, and we're just in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and hookah can be so disastrous. I imagine if this bomb isn't planted,
it's very slow.
Too, but it's planted for hookah. It might be bad for EG. We'll see right here.
Okay,
Nice
super
jiggle
season.
from Superman.
Paranoia with Apoth, fighting a little bit more cover. And
Okay,
a
I think he
bit
should have held the
Also,
reload.
we'll
But
fall.
now they know.
Fury still have a shot at this, so Jandy has upgraded a weapon. Well, he had it.
Well, you see
Instantly
all of
hits
them.
the ground, leaving Havoc all by his lonesome. A 1v3 with the Sheriff in hand, no armor to speak of. And if you somehow get past the 3 members of UG that are still standing, you're gonna have to hope, pray that there's
Okay,
no
good from.
down,
You should see what MW did in round 2. I literally just got in, so I did miss it.
In the eye over the top and smoke and the aggression at the beginning of the round managed to settle the round.
Good awareness from.
But yeah, what are EG cooking? Omen Brim.
Along, using the paranoia.
Baby sounds a little ill.
It's gonna show in a second here after his flood of kills from that eye. And you imagine now EG are gonna be more.
So we're on the. I'm interested to see, will teams who played ISO last week, will they still pick ISO on certain maps? I mean, what EG have picked Lotus,
21, in the series.
which is interesting because they lost on Lotus last week with their bad ISO comp. Like that one they might have changed anyway, honestly, and just put
at least on this first map.
Judgmo on Neon, honestly.
These controllers can really take over the game. Superman's already on the way to doing that. Look at this fast, aggressive approach.
I mean,
fast they hit.
Gonna
get a wingman plant here. Probably go pick up this ult.
I mean, they're not even really fighting for backside anymore. They have all of it. Furia was nowhere near it.
Ult for an ult.
It's so beautiful right now.
They do have a little bit of utility to trade in kind, though. Superman's tagged up, but Derek's got his back. They haven't even made their way.
Okay, now they're gonna get ult back, and they're just gonna ult them back.
They still have to deal with elbows. Derek is gonna go for a second dip. The thrash is so good.
Oh, Joe, nice.
Jogmo's just better.
Oh.
In his face, so Nozer's able to respond. 2 of his own. 3v3 on the round. Superman and Colt will fall at the hands of Havoc, giving numbers advantage the way of the defense. EG take a small step back with the spike planted. Havoc should be able to hold it to half, and it's going to fall into Apoth. The 1v2, the spam through the orb will not connect.
Oh, big win from it. Nozwood just.
Retake from Furia. I thought for a second when they
Nozwood just put the fucking running in here. I mean,
other than info, I thought it was going to be
super it just got a bit chaotic because you just don't expect 2 people to die and hook it right in front of you if you're super there.
In return, but the trading in that U-Haul area, that was the key right there. And then also Fade just being in showers, that presence alone. Oh, NTR, how did he get those? Job well done from the side of Furia on that retake. Not allowing EG to just have their way.
You see that smirk on his face at the end there? He knows he got away with one.
So down on Nico now for EG. That's a big loss, 5v3.
Look at the economy.
We didn't see this kill either.
I mean,
basically just everyone kind of lost a 1v1, right? Super lost his 1v1, we lost a 1v1 here.
Pyrrhic victory for the defense.
Oh. Oh wait, no, what?
Not the Fade one away from their
yeah. I said eco for EG because they lost, you know, because no one ever fucking ecos after they win.
Punished right here. Jogmo was ahead of that Viper Molly. The crunch though.
Havoc did eventually fall, but not without MW.
Oh, you are kidding.
Oh, how does he stay alive? And he gets the kill back. Is this what we're in for today? Is this
I mean, what the fuck? This is a big old slop of mess.
Still a rifle in the hands of MW. The spike is out of reach.
Plant for
Derek and
backside.
Superman have managed to
They
get
don't
enough
plant for
space
backside.
to scoop it up and then get it planted. Now it's on Furia to respond. MW one away from having the.
They know that the raids was there. Do they know where the brim was?
Key thing here is that Derek's still planted in the open, not 4. EG, not
You saw the brim. Oh, so you know they're both flanked.
Hey, what the decision was there. Derek's gonna get him.
And they swing out and get it. That's how they win. Good thing that they ecoed, right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's 9-2 right now. That star power showing. And he's had no fear
is that?
in his last match, now in this one as well. I mean, even from the pistol round, taking TPs up into heaven. Now just swinging 1v2. He will hit the shots too. I was wondering if Furia were going to identify that it was not planted for any of the members of EG.
Okay, I mean, very scrappy game so far. We're now on a full buy for both sides. Now imagine he going after winning. Holy fuck.
Havoc, the only one playing on site.
Oh, we 4-stack push A against a Razor.
Along with the 3 ultimates, if Jogamo takes to the skies, Havoc has no choice but to take a step back.
What?
Are you kidding?
You rarely see that kill go that way. It's often the spam from spawn that's the problem. Careful here.
I mean, he should be hearing all this.
He was running the whole time. How many running guns have we seen this game so far?
Too many.
You're absolutely right. This is going to be a banger if it's anything like this. And look at this Omen flash.
Oh, we didn't need to fight it, but I guess it worked.
Nowhere to go.
The EG are getting fucking down and dirty. They want it.
But there's no way for Fury to get in.
That's a hard
I mean, this is a weird fucking round with 4-stack. I mean, okay, I guess you're hoping that they raise all this, and that you're, even so, if they do, and you've got 3 people here, you could just ult that.
I mean, ever since that bonus round where they just pretty much ran it down A, got into U-Haul control, they've been keeping up that pace and kind of just abusing this B site.
They have been playing so fast, you're right.
And they're not even having to invest a lot of utility.
So yeah, they win, they save, and this is the problem when you win, you save, right? Is that now we're on a save again because you're not on a good loss bonus because you saved after you won. So you're only on second loss bonus for this. So you're not even on a good save now.
You're not running a Viper, which is generally a bit more like, let me set the map, let me play things around, let me default here, there, and then take space. I feel like the composition is the big difference here.
I think you're absolutely correct because when you have a Viper, you know, you have the opportunity to play the lurk time.
Okay, the only thing in their favor is they do have 4 ults, of course.
But when you
this
have
is
such explosive
Valorant.
utility, like
Joey, thanks for the 17 months.
He's really able
One
to get
step
in there
closer
with
to the
Jogamo
Rango Tango.
and use that, you know, Gecko
I mean, I
flash
hope we
paired
get
up with
there.
the Sky Dog or whatever it may be, whatever study util they want to use to get in hands-on in the fight.
Well, it seems to be working. They're up 2 rounds on the attacking side so far. Derek 1 away from his ult. Nature not far off either. We were just talking about change of pace. This feels like the slowest round we've seen out of VG so far.
Yeah, let's see. Derek gets caught out in transition. Almost does, but gets the 1-up on Havoc. Good awareness.
The only member on the side of Furia that didn't have a rifle there.
Could be killing. We're a little unsure of what we want to do here, Furia.
Just the sheriff. No punish. Nothing found. So EG now with the numbers advantage, still choosing to play the map at a different pace.
And again, we'll probably just stick around here. We got 1 Vandal in heaven. We got 1 Vandal on the site. We still have ults. Like, this can still go bad.
The work from
You want to use your Gecko ult here, really.
That brain trust goes crazy, man.
Yeah. Should get info off this Sky Dog that there are a lot of players in the
for
site
some reason
here.
the attackers
Jogamo
smoked that.
Doesn't even need to get the first blood. Apoth running in.
And now Jogamo satcheling forward. Khalil was able to get a little
clean
bit
enough,
of
I guess,
damage
by
off the
EG.
trade. But again, everything crumbled around them, and I just want to very quickly highlight a conversation we were having at the beginning of the round. There was one
save, I would
but everything
suspect.
else was rifles. It wasn't like this was a soft round out from Furia.
They're just getting absolutely overwhelmed. Furia just cannot handle this B hit coming out of EG. So I wouldn't be surprised if EG keep ending B for the rest of this half.
Is Tropical in here?
I mean,
Tropical Switzerland's
Yeah, bro,
Tropical
why not,
GG.
right? So Furia,
Big win for
choose to
this
stay here.
Vice.
1 rifle will be carried over into the next round. You take a quick look at the money situation for the defensive side. It's not great.
Losing round 2 really fucked Furia,
we'll see
as it
how things
often
look
will do.
Moving forward, I also wonder, Dre, given kind of where we are in this first half, given how things have gone, if maybe there's a timeout afoot, knowing that there's a little bit of time to talk at the end of this round too.
Yeah, they definitely need to do a timeout.
But then also, I think, has Germany won?
Because it's just...
So over.
It's getting out of hand, and you got to figure out how to control this B site. I mean, maybe you got to play a little bit more aggressive, control B long, play for one or the other, maybe. As I say that, Nature.
Pull for Zombie, thanks for this.
So no gun
that a new
survive
sub?
from the side of Furia.
What a whiff.
Lining, man. They needed that.
There's that timeout.
Okay, timeout Furia.
We'll take a look at that one more time as we have a moment to slow things
Thanks for the
down.
new Prime, Corpusum.
Havoc getting a little bit proactive here, taking some space down.
Control my
nicely
mods?
done, especially when
Why,
you
what?
go
What are they
getting
saying?
abused down B, take some space early on, so he played it correctly. It just
Krabsky, thanks for 50 bits.
Yeah, he's got timing. He was the only one of the sheriff, like you said, so he can take a little bit more of a risk.
Canada Man is
to be
being
fair, They
sus.
had the site stacked after that. They had 3 members there ready to fight. It's just each
Gemma
site
ball.
with their site hit utility.
Detiel,
He was the one
FPS,
that started
Detiel,
it.
Detiel.
was just a body bag blasting.
Thanks for the
out,
new
you know,
Prime as well.
breaking the
2 new
crosshairs of
Primes in a
players on
row.
the sites, but it really was Apoth who was the star of that last round, running in.
Don't know
getting
how
in
to
the
feel
mix
because Furia
with that
low-key ass, but
stimmy
EG
and
look
that
good.
fact
I
of
mean,
just run and gun.
tell 100 Thieves fans that Furia are low-key
as
ass.
we again think about Furia and their trajectory walking onto the stage today. They just took down 100 Thieves.
If EG win champs again, Potter is the best coach of all time, surely. Yes, if EG won champs with this roster,
at how that played out,
then yeah,
this
they
feels
would
like a
definitely
very
be
different
the
Furia, though. This doesn't feel like they have the same
Potter would
Jim
definitely be
Balls.
the GOAT coach. I mean,
To be fair,
look, we
a
got
lot of
5
that
ults here,
win
so
was based off
if you're
of
gonna win
Fury's
around
back.
Furia,
I
now
gotta
would be
be
a
honest,
good
I gotta give him the
time.
props too.
Oh, Nasra
right?
too.
It
Nasra
looked
was
to be in a
also-
spot to
he
Viper's
was
bit though,
also
which I
very
find a
good,
bit
on
strange.
the Sova and whatnot, but
You're against a
Khalil, he
Gecko
was
ult, so
on the
Viper's
show
playing
right now.
against a
He's sitting
Gecko
at
ult
the
is a
bottom
bit
of the
risky.
Scoreboard. Superman sitting at the top.
Jim
That's the
Balls.
head-to-head I was speaking of. And if this gap keeps expanding, it's just going to be even harder and harder for Fury to make their way back. But a highlight for them is they do have.
So the
5
thing is
ultimates
here, right,
online,
with
so
the
they do have a
one-way, if we
chance
do dog down
in
here,
this
which it
round
doesn't
to
look
stop
like we're
some
going
bleeding,
to.
and this is the adaptation.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose
the game.
It's an FPS
game. They didn't check it. Oh, but the ult is so good. It goes from disaster.
Okay, you have Seekers.
Ending to disaster.
Yeah, this is like
avoided.
100% of Seekers.
All of that just for a 2-for-2.
Oh, and they're able to bait out
Also, a Brimmel.
that Brim ultimate. Bomb is still not grabbed.
Super's on the other side of the
As all
map.
this is going on, Superman, he had a lurk the last round as well, just
No,
like
they're not going to
this,
go through
where
the
he
TP
takes
because they
solo
don't.
real
I don't
estate
think
on
they
A
know for
site.
sure that this is
Now he
clear.
gives his team an option
But I'm
to
pretty
come
sure all
back
the
to him
Seekers went
while
this
he
way, and if a
controls
guy was
all the
like
space.
up
All they
here,
have
it
to
probably
dial
would have
in
come
on
this way.
is heaven.
With Superman on the prowl, EG decide to rotate back and end towards A.
Yeah.
Also leaving Nature to make sure there's no late flank around. That's only going to tag one. Remember, Superman's still not detected here. His position still concealed. The first one to swing will be Havoc. A jump
that
spot
might
to
help
make sure
him.
there's nothing on the other side, and it wasn't far enough. A 1 for
He
1
only
though
gets
is all
one,
it is.
though.
Remember, Nature's still weak. 17 HP, no armor to speak of. Playing so far back. And the onus now, the impetus on Furia to go forward, to take space, to try to retake the site. Such a difficult ask. No utility on the side of the attack. No nade, no
Big
nothing
kill.
to delay. It's just Nature and Jogamo trying to hold the line as best as they can in the face of the fade.
Okay, big from
that
EG,
falls.
and they got out the
6-2
Brazel
EG.
and the Brimmel and the
Another
Fatal.
great round from EG. Superman
It's a
taking
massive
all that
win.
space on
3
him.
ults
He's
and a
fearless
win
right now.
and
He's
an
gonna
eco
take
now.
a 50-50 if you give it to him.
That's a
He's looking
crazy
for it.
win.
So if you don't, now he has all that room. They're able to come all the way back to that site and play this post plant to near
You watching
perfection.
Germany? Have I missed anything?
I like the adaptation, but that flash,
Not really.
it connected onto MW0 last second, and then Derek, he just pivots that Gecko Thrash, connects onto him, and this crossfire in the post plant, beautiful.
I cannot stress the value of Derek's ult there.
Yeah.
MW had popped his rocket. There was going to be carnage, but down be long.
So we're throwing this Gecko Flash too early
Unfortunate.
before they can even get
This game
here.
is really a game of timings. At some
What the hell are we doing?
Points.
Okay, this is nice.
will be a slow approach for EG, understanding they have gun advantage.
All up a bit
Slow
late.
walk up.
You were just talking about how the game feels like it's.
What is your opinion on Switzerland now after they cooked
Here we go,
Italy?
here he is.
Will they go all the way so I can get my VIP Gecko? They probably won't, but I don't care.
I mean, the good news for you, Tropical, is
And the ults are just
you
gonna
play
continue to
either
stack up.
Slovakia,
Spam kill
who you are better than,
as well.
or you play
Here's
England,
that thrash
who you
from
are
NCR,
also
but-
better than.
I mean, look at EG. They're so ready for everything that Fury is throwing at him right now.
Two.
And Superman, he hears all this running.
I mean, at least 3 guns trained on that. You're right. Superman is a trap that has been laid. Look at that smoke. Can't really find the way out from TP.
Did you
FW
watch the
gets picked
debate?
off on the other side.
I did not watch all of the debate,
my
no, but
God.
I've seen
Things are crumbling for Furia,
I've
and
seen
they're
the key
crumbling very
moments.
quickly.
Might
That was
be a
very
second
funny.
time out in the same half if you want to have a
I talked
chance
about
to
it during
win
the
on your map
Pacific
pick.
broadcast,
That's a nice shot.
but I suppose
Yeah,
most of
pleasant
you weren't
job
awake.
by this guy there. Nicely done. Steady aim.
Oh, no
Did
one's
you
gonna
watch
check
the
this.
debate?
How many times are we gonna say this? Don't keep spamming. Did you watch the debate?
Off that shot from Khalil, the player that you mentioned was so electric. Last time they took the stage.
Did I watch the cricket? No. But yeah, Tropical, I'd be feeling very good. I feel like Switzerland are almost guaranteed the semis. Because I know you'll fear England. I know you'll fear the names on paper. Like, that's the thing. Like, Italy's team isn't even that good on paper. Italy are kind of just shit. You know, like, Switzerland have just a better team than Italy, basically. It's crazy that that team won the Euros. Like, how the fuck did Italy win the last Euros? They're shit.
I mean, Furia hasn't had much success in this half whatsoever.
Like, I know they had some guys retire, like, you know, like, Chiellini and whatever, but...
The attack side op in Derek's hands.
Jeez. Another new look. A new default, too.
Yep.
Free shower control.
Debate is what you use to catch the fish.
That's a good one. I did not watch the cricket.
Them to play a little bit softer on A.
To be honest, I knew England had no chance in the cricket when I watched their first game against Australia, and they got fucking rolled. And it was like, oh, well, we aren't going to win. And they actually went further than Australia.
Getting a little antsy. That shower is pressure. That shower is control.
England have better individuals. They play like shit, but they can have one good moment. It'd be enough. But that's what we rely on, right? Like, I think you're giving us too much credit. We can't keep the ball. We aren't good against the press.
I have so many options here too.
The only thing I would say, like, if I was playing against England, is don't get lulled to sleep. Because, like, that's the danger. The danger of playing against England is that they are so slow.
They got way better toward the end. Lamau India was just the best team in the world the whole tourney in cricket.
I didn't know you were a cricket fan, Alpha. I thought you were from America. Okay, so they got this super lurk on A again. Really, I mean...
They're gonna go. They've got to go soon here. Again, one of the freest kills of his life. You see Jogma satcheling out, getting the best of Khalil. The rocket over the top will not connect, but it doesn't matter because the site's all
They
theirs.
should know that.
Now 10 seconds left. They're going to be able to slow
Both
things
on the
down,
other
get the
side.
spike down. They have a numbers advantage. But having
Oh,
an
Jogma's
MW
in a
are
bad
on the
spot
way.
here, though, for this. He should die here.
might get caught out here. Barrel should be seen if Havoc goes out.
Oh no,
wide
he
left.
just gets the
That's
kill
why I say
anyway
that.
first.
He takes the head-to-head.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter. He got the kill. He knows where he is. They have the Gecko ult.
Waiting on the other side. Note that Derek has no armor. The swing out from nature as Havoc falls. Another round the wave.
Nice from EG. Well
No
played.
hesitation, no doubt in their minds. EG full steam ahead. The fast reaction to just speed up B after Superman drops right there. This is a job well done so far from EG. I mean, this is
my favorite football team.
Fucking
I
England.
mean, A-Pop on these entries, he's been wonderful.
No, definitely not.
Jogma, we've sung the praises.
Yeah, we just
so
cycled.
many times. Yeah.
And the scoreboard, I mean, it tells the whole story of why we're giving so much praise.
Quick
to
2-0 so I can
EG
watch SEN
players.
versus
I mean,
crew and
everyone's so
sleep.
close
I'm
together.
honestly feeling the
It
same.
really
I am
was.
quite tired today, so if if this is a long best of 3
All EG, all
and I
Sins.
don't make it
Furia with a nice start
to the
round.
end of the SEN game,
Yeah, they've had enough.
I'm
They've
sorry.
Had enough, Doug. They're like, all right, we're done giving you B-long. Let's start taking some aim fights.
Yeah, and I think they've tried to approach this problem from a couple of different areas.
Okay,
So
finally,
we
I
saw
mean,
in
this
the previous
took them a
round,
while because EG
Valkyrie
were
uses this
heavy just
all the way
defaulting
down
B
low.
long.
Wasn't able to recover
Right, so
it,
just
but
triple
they're
swinging this is
trying
just a good
different
plan.
things to establish some control down B
Now
long.
Super
This one
probably
just
should
happened
have
to be the most successful
maybe
of
tried to be a
attempts.
bit more aggressive when he
Sometimes you
saw
just
that
gotta
initially.
shoot fire with fire.
Yeah, just go fight.
Sit him down.
Yep. Just go fight.
Superman, he's going to have to fight for himself right here if he wants to bring this round back for his squad.
Little noise made.
What a terrible swing.
Lulled to sleep.
I know you're on
So
an eco,
opening now
but
on that A site, so Furia,
why do we
even though
want to
they
be in a
had number
3v3?
advantage, they got squandered very early on.
Oh, Apop is gonna get this down. He's
Oh,
gonna
he's
have
gonna
his ult.
die for it though.
If he can stay alive.
Oh.
8 HP left. Nade was
And now he has
dangerous,
ult.
but
I
now
mean, he
can
can
take
just
a
play
step
for
back.
ult and molly.
Remember, that overtime
He is
line
literally
now
just an ult and a
almost
molly.
secures the round.
Molly, orbital strike to back it up. Jojimo here to just be a thorn in the side of Furia. He's going to take every timing he has. He's probably going to clean up both as well.
I mean, yeah, he might just win it. He might just
Oh,
win
he's
it by
so good.
himself. Look at
He
this
is
guy.
so
What
good.
I love about this EG project, and
Oh
honestly,
my
it's
goodness,
been
he's
the case
so
the
good,
entire
man.
time.
I mean,
There
he
are
is just
layers to their
insanely
approach.
good.
They have plans upon plans. If Jogamo doesn't get free, which he did, they had the ult, they had the molly, they had so many things to cover. But then Jogamo just Jogamo.
So much security into that round. Indeed, and then yeah, Jogamo just top it off.
This was not good by Jen, though.
Performance once more.
You're finally in a round, like you finally have a good start to a round.
The cool thing about this roster is it just seems that somebody will pick it up for them at the right moment.
I love watching Jogamo play, and it's been so much fun to watch his career develop, you know, over all of these years. And
Totally.
I think just appreciating some of the little things like that third kill in that 3K.
Swagger.
And there was no...
Jesus. Tech pause? What, you're getting beat down too much? I mean, because Jogamo just absolutely rained on them. I mean, EG... I mean, already, though, just from, like, if you went back and watched the first week of EG play to where they are now, it is fucking crap. Like, how do they... Because you see a lot of teams in VCT, like, EG were quite bad. Like, they were quite bad at the start of the year. But this is, like, a different team. And I understand that, you know, for quite a few of the players, like, okay, there would have been a bit of nerves probably in the first week or whatever, right? Of like, you know, they hadn't played on you know, tier 1 LAN environment before. Like, okay, I understand that, yeah, it would be a bit nerve-wracking maybe. But at the same point, like, they are a different team. You know, obviously we know Jogamo is good. He's a world champion. But I mean, it's crazy. Like, what does Potter do to enable these players to just seem so... just so confident? Yeah, like, they're just so confident in everything they do. You know, like, it can't be easy to build a system where... The best way, like, it's like, you know, the best Valorant to me is like when you're just like, you have...
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose
You have
the
like
game.
the
It's
mind
an FPS
meld,
game.
you know, of just like, people
Has
do stuff
Superman always been good?
automatically.
Feels like he's old and came out of nowhere. I could be wrong.
Tasty Will, thanks for the 2 months. Has Super always been good? See, Super back on old phase, right? Before pre-franchising, pre-partnership, I always thought that Super looked like a decent player on phase. You know, like a player that was like a tier 1 level player. I think the last year, maybe he kind of, you know, fell off a bit. But it was maybe almost like he wouldn't have been a name that to me was a shock to be in tier 1 the first year of it. In fact, if anything, he was more of a surprise to be there in the second year of it. Right? And like yeah, I think he's just had moments of just being like a really decent player. Who was he on before FaZe? Was it Rise? That Rise, who was on that Rise team? That feels like a fucking blast from the past of just a bunch of players who were like... I still just have a staff. Who's on this current? Who's on Rise? Yes. Derek was there. Poised, Shanks. Who else did they have? Calypso. Some good names on this Rise team. And they were like a pretty decent team, weren't they, Rise? They were always like doing okay. Were they not? I thought they did okay, Rise. I mean, they had a rough end, as you could see. Why do I remember Rise being okay? I mean, they made it to the... This is probably what I remember, if I'm being real. I probably remember this. Like, of all the games, it's probably this one that I remember. Wasn't one of the maps a 13-0? Oh, it was, yeah. It was a 13-0. It's tough. Furia took that second time out as well. Fuck me. Down 9-2, trying to just make it a 9-3. That is tough.
Only time will tell.
They don't
Speaking of time.
Hey, yeah, we're back into it. Yeah, they don't have any ults online right now, but if you take a look at the scoreboard, Noswer, MW, Khalil,
How would they time out
all
now?
close
I mean,
to theirs.
every
I
round
wonder if
counts.
they're going to try to play on getting these ults online to, again, steal that ever pivotal 12th round. The spam not connecting on anyone. I did spot Derek, and he has nowhere to go. There's a molly on the other side. That was such a good
That's a
setup.
nice try.
Cosmetic.
The mosh pit behind it, the orbital strike at your feet. Somehow he gets away. But they seem to be doing a decent job holding a line so far.
I mean, they did it.
Superman arrives
The
on
fucking
the scene.
TP in here as
And
well.
look at how he does it. He TP'd onto that
I mean, that's
box.
fucking crazy.
These are things that
You
you're
do not see that
ready
very
for
often.
at all.
And again, that's something that you
It's the
probably can
difference
only
between the
do
Omen
playing
and
a
the
comp
Viper.
like this, really.
That's just so tough.
Because otherwise, like, this guy's not going to have time to
Fury
set up
back
smokes
down on
and
the number 6
TP normally,
advantage.
but
You've
because you're
got
playing
Noswer and
Brim
you've got
Omen,
Havoc. Noswer has been such a bright spot on this team since
Oh,
joining.
that's
and
not
you
very
see
good.
it because of stuff like that.
That was clean.
It's just ridiculous how he gets away with it. Noswer gets another, the third potentially on the other side. Still has Havoc in his help. Thrash not connecting. But can Noswer do so? Oh, it's Havoc who cleans it up. Furia will get their third of the half. But
okay, Furia
that took
get the
a
win.
lot just to get to 3, man.
That was a 2v3. I mean, EG should be a bit
All of the
disappointed that they
above.
lost that, really.
But they secured the 9-3 curse. That's what
Super
they're
put
relying
himself
on,
in a
so maybe
position where,
it was a good
you know, it's tough.
timeout. Look at that. Look at that.
You're right. What is this play from
It's just,
Superman?
it's no fear is what it is, and that's what happens when you're up 9-2 and a half.
Well, and when you're playing Omen and you can play more aggressively, you can try to jump into spaces and create havoc, just like we saw him do. So Furia will get to their
Okay,
third.
9-3.
Still the way of EG.
Furia's
Let's
gonna
get a
win
quick word from
2-0.
Coach
I mean,
Potter,
down
who has to say
9-3.
about EG's chances in 2024.
I mean, we'll see.
You know, it's definitely one game at a time, and all of us, of course, we would love to make it a chance. We would love to repeat the EG story, but you know, Americas is extremely competitive. I think there's 8 teams right now that can beat each other on any given day. So it's going to be extremely challenging.
Who are the other
but
3?
That's the fun part of
Who
it.
are the 3, Potter? Go on, who's the 3?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to know who the 2 teams were in her mind that she didn't think of when she said there were 8 teams or 3 teams that couldn't compete. I think she's right though. When you turn into the second,
So this is what the
stage
standings
of
is
the
now.
season, when you think about the fact that standings are cumulative, all you're fighting for is that playoff spot. It has to be a game. A game
EG,
at a
if
time.
they
You
win
can't
this
really think
4 and
beyond that.
3,
Yeah,
not in a
otherwise,
bad
I mean,
spot.
if
Who
you're
else do they
looking too
play?
far ahead,
You
you
got
might
Lev,
even
100
get there in
Thieves,
the
that might
first
be
place,
out. So you'd
right?
probably say like,
and
okay,
we've
this
seen
is
that
a
happen
this is
to
a
a bunch
game
of
we
teams
should
before,
win.
but
You know,
Potter,
like
she's been around
this
the
is a game we
for
should
so
win.
long. She has so
And
much
then if we can
experience,
win
even
one
this
of
last
these
year alone
2,
in Valorant,
but we just need one of
that
these
whole
2.
experience was nuts.
You know,
And the
that'll
fact
get
that she was
to
able to
6.
bring it
6
all
is
the
kind
way
of the
back
magic
around,
number. You
turn-
get to
turn it
6
around
and
with a
you
new
pretty much
player
should
that
be
they
there.
put in. Demon 1, of course.
You know,
Yeah,
so
he
for
was
teams
very
like Lev and
phenomenal,
Crew
but
and
people don't
Cloud9,
understand
they
how
kind of
rare
only
it
need
is
one
to
win, and they'll
find
probably
a
be in
player
there.
like that, and she's the one that did all the
That
signing
100
for that.
Thieves
She
EG game though,
put
like
this
EG
roster
are
together
probably
that
gonna
we've
need
seen
to
dominate right
target
now.
that game. If
And
they
yeah,
can
that
win
stage
that
one was a
game,
little bit shaky for
you know,
them,
they'll
but,
probably be good. I mean, it's still gonna be
this is
tough
the
for
time,
NRG
right?
and
It's make it or
Loud, man.
break it. Stage 2, you gotta put your heart on the line.
And so far, they've done so up against a battered and beaten Furia, who again,
I mean,
came in with
NRG,
such
like,
high hopes after
it's not gonna
besting
be
100
easy.
Thieves. That just feels like so long ago.
Then again, you look at these
Where we
games,
are
it's like
now,
Cloud9, they could lose
6
all 3 of
rounds,
those
we'll see what
games.
The second half holds for us, and
You
as
know,
we talked so much about the
Crew
Viper
could lose all
stuff
4 of those games.
on
Like,
the
it's
attacking
possible.
side. Where do you see some of the differences now that we know EG's headed to the defense?
Obviously, it's more
You're gonna
likely
see
that
some
they both
one-ways,
just
you
win
know,
like one
most
game.
notably probably Octagon.
But-
We've seen some cool things internationally, in like hookah and whatnot. What a
Oh my. That was not its intended location.
space still gathered.
A brutal start to the round for Furia, though.
Okay, we're gonna be in full retake A.
Maybe they can slow things down here. They've gotten the spike down. You're right. They've gotten
I like
the space
this.
they were
This is
looking
nice.
for with no thanks to that molly. Now they're gonna have to figure out how to retake the showers control. This is nicely done by EG. They know they're gonna have to clear the space out. You gotta be cautious.
Oh.
What you're investing. Or Superman's just gonna do that.
That was insane.
And Joe gonna find one as well.
NZR. This retake is in full effect right now for EG. Jajimo going for more. Derek getting Havoc in the wraparound from APOP.
Wow, nice from EG.
Protocols on protocols. Clinical pistol round win for EG.
It
Nice
just
stuff.
doesn't get any better than that, Trey. It really doesn't.
Wow.
They played that perfectly.
That was beautiful to watch.
One of our mods should oil up.
Of Superman getting that kill through showers,
God.
yes, but even understanding and being
Okay, they're
willing
gonna
to
force.
invest that much to clear showers, to control that space. It's so important.
I mean, that is
to hold that to retake. That's just so dumb
nasty.
to look at. His point of view. That's just silly.
I'd be so, yeah, look at look at him, bro. That would be my response as well. There's nothing you can do about that, you know?
Okay, the force, but we have an outlaw by. Who's the outlaw on?
Live, laugh, love, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Super fast A hit again.
It has to be a force by Furia want to crawl their
Okay,
way
the deep
back
dog
into
is
this
quite
round.
nice.
You know, oftentimes you see that mosh pit land outside of showers because you have pressure coming in through
smoke's
showers
a bit
to
late.
push them in.
Okay, they
It
know
didn't
that they
seem like
fall.
there was anything to really keep them corralled in there. And there's a pretty notable gun advantage here on the side of Evil Geniuses as well. You've got a Guardian and an Outlaw. But Furia have gone on walkabouts. The flash is so
Oh,
good.
I
Nozzle
avoided it.
managing to get the kill into nature though. They've made this competitive. Things have gotten messy.
Oh, you
APOP
had to
the
get
last
one,
line
buddy.
of defense.
Oh, you did get two.
Found.
I thought you were gonna get none.
It's a good scrappy round so far from Furia, and Havoc having all that A control makes Furia aware that EG are probably flanking through shower. They noted
Now
that
we're gonna
both
have
these
smokes. We
players,
got a boom bot.
Jajimo and Superman, were in shower in the previous round, so it's probably the
This is
same
tough for
case
them
here.
though, with no hooker control.
How are you gonna do this with an Outlaw?
No, it's so tough. He's definitely going to be the guy that goes
Gotta
for the
start
bomb,
going though.
Yeah,
tries to defuse.
and you would think if Furia played this in a disciplined manner, they're not going to give him a swing. They're not going to give him anything to look at.
Still a molly here as well to play around with. Time's running down low. Nice.
Very nicely done. I think oftentimes we'll see plays like that where a team will try to take a site and then push in through spawn and then flip the map in a very unconventional manner, and oftentimes it's disastrous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Oftentimes
Fourth
it
round
falls
wins,
flat on
I
its
mean,
face. But massive props to
don't
Furia
buy
for being able to
Guardians.
navigate that
They're not
close.
very good, but
Yeah, seriously.
it is what it is.
The four-man pushing squad into spawn, or three-man, I should say, because one got taken out. APOP, he did a good job.
Bit of a
getting two
weird
there.
round.
He easily could have just gotten 1-for-1. But Furia needed this round. They definitely needed this. Any type of life to bring this map back. And this is their map pick.
Timeout EG.
And there you go, a very early timeout.
I like this out of Potter. Do it
Perhaps
early,
just
do it
hooking
before
up
things
some
get
kind of
really
eco
messy.
strat here to
You don't want to
use.
be hitting that when it's full, like all alarms going off.
Probably
everything
just
is a
maybe
disaster, the dumpster
calming them
fire's in full
down and
effect.
telling them that the game
You
isn't
do it
over
early,
yet.
There's still plenty of time to slow things down, to talk through what the rest of the half may look at. And I think the other thing we have to mention very quickly is this is another opportunity for Furia to talk to their coaching staff.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to do it in a little bit, and if not for another timeout from
Look
EG,
who it
they won't
is.
be able to do that for the rest of the map.
What's the situation
And
with
just to
VCT?
piggyback off of what you
Who
were
is good,
saying
who
about
is
the early
bad?
timeout, I
I've
think
not
it's very
paid
important when you
attention.
have a big
Right,
lead
no.
like this,
It's a good
use
time to
an
get
early
into it.
timeout
Well,
to,
here's the
make
standings
sure
of
everyone on
Americas.
the
Let's go
squad
through this.
remembers
Who's good and
the
who's bad?
fundamentals and how to just close out the game.
I don't know.
Without having individual performances, because the big
They're 5-1, but
that
we'll
allows
see.
teams to come back is when you're feeling it
I
a
don't think
little
they're
too
actually
much,
that
a
good
little
despite
too
being
overeager,
5-2.
a little
Sen are
too
pretty good.
overconfident.
G2 are
You
pretty
start
good.
making solo plays. I feel
100
like
Thieves
Derek
don't
in that spot
know.
when he was stuck in
EG I think
CT,
are
that is
quite
always
good.
an option that he could get,
NRG don't
pushed.
know.
Maybe take a little bit more
Loud.
of a passive angle and wait for your teammates for me to rotate into you.
And then no.
So just a little bit of fundamental steps missed in that round, and Potter wanting to nip that in the bud.
Nosworth's very quietly 14-13. No one else on his team has double-digit kills.
Blinded.
He's been so consistent, again, since
so,
joining Furia.
Furia just going for straight side execs, looks like. And they picked the right side 3 times in a row.
Khalil stepping up was enough to take out 100 Thieves alongside with him.
Send Busio into retirement. I hate it for him.
Poor guy. Hey, you talk a big game, you gotta back it up.
I guess it means the Piggy can come back, though, right?
Hopefully.
MW satcheling forward, getting a little bit of high ground. Jogmo's lit up. Look at the discipline out from EG though.
Oh.
We're gonna need to run that back. See it in 4K, slow-mo, the whole thing. That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
It's a gun to pick up though.
Meanwhile, Furia gonna try
How
to
did I
flip the
miss
map,
him?
and the Paranoid's gonna buy a bit of time. Very nicely done. for
Derek has
Superman.
ult. Oh.
Hand, jog him over the top with the Guardian. Superman will fall.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Crash not really able to find very much. Keep an eye on this. It has all the makings of a messy round again. Still 2 rifles in the hands of the attack as all of the members of the defense have arrived. Bucky dealing
5
damage.
HP.
5 HP for
So he
Clean.
might get hit by the dog.
Not much
Oh.
more.
Lucky, lucky,
They can really
lucky.
Get back into this. A sheriff in the hands of Derek. A Guardian now for Nature.
You didn't
That's
see
a
the
big
other one though,
upgrade.
was the problem.
But time is short. And Furia is huddled up. Hand in hand as they try to sneak the 15 round away from EG. On the swing. They've got it
Oh,
done.
Nature should
What a
probably get that
massive
kill, honestly.
3K.
Okay, Furia scraped through.
Oh my god.
Very, very messy round.
Definitely a round that EG
Hello,
could've
Carlos.
taken into their own hands, but the comeback.
Who did Portugal play in the
That
quarter
man
in the
on the screen
round of
right
16?
now, getting 3 into the round. Cleaning up Nature right there, who couldn't get all together. What
Slovenia?
a ridiculous shot.
Dude, what?
What? How's that headshot?
Literally. Dude, what indeed? Like, I mean, even getting that second from Derek there on the wide
Are
swing
Slovenia
of
good?
Khalil
They got a good goalkeeper.
really came down to Nature just whiffing that
Not that
Guardian
England would
shot
know.
on a player that was 1 HP, but just like that, APOP already answering, taking out NZR.
Big from
who
Apoth,
we've been
getting out
fighting
as
so
well.
much in
Surviving
this
a
match.
Brimble. Now he has his Brimble.
Yeah, how do you even get around that? Second orbital
He
strike
gets a kill
traded
from it,
in.
nice.
W falls. Havoc had no
Nice from
choice but
Apoth.
to take safe pastures.
Kind of just solo won this round, and this is going to be a bad
And
eco
that's
if
the
they
hold
lose
here.
this
He's in a
here,
miserable
Furia.
spot.
Yeah, this is such a tough round.
they're already
You're
on
gonna
2
have to
specters,
contact
like-
in if you're Furia.
Because every round is
Try to
close.
get any type of punishment on a mistake of EG side to bring this one back. But it's just going to be a very, very tough ask, especially with how EG are set up into this round. Superman on top of that box. Everyone jump spotting, not willing to give any type of kill away for free.
Oh, they're so ahead of this. They used the dog to clear out long, and then they knew exactly where the rest of the hit was coming from. That's so pretty.
Yeah.
This probably has to be a save, honestly. I mean, I don't know if someone else had a rifle that Havoc can just go and pick up, but
The reposition onto here as well from Apoth, taking this aggressive off angle.
And I think what's important to note here is when teams do that, right? Is feeling
you're
out
not
the
even gonna
round,
get that
feeling
save.
out the situation, knowing when you can take a little bit more without getting punished, without it being too disastrous on the other side. That little reposition there from Apoth that you were just mentioning and tucking into Cubby on his short. That's the kind of proactive play that we want to see out of teams that are having a really good understanding of how their comp works and what they need to do in order to take maps away.
Yeah, and great map awareness as well. Like understanding
God,
that
I hate
most
this
of the
round win
players of
stuff.
Furia were geared towards B in that moment because they are down numbers.
and they got them all.
The lurk
Last
was
second, they got
basically
them
already
all.
Killed
Yep.
in shower. So
That's probably
why
it,
not
to
take
be
free
honest. And it's
space
going to
on
be a
an off angle?
really bad eco here for Furia.
Furia at least have to slowly clear you in a close cubby like that. That was the first blood.
And then also even understanding like understanding when to take those risks. You're up in a 5v2.
So yeah,
a
we got
5v3,
one
something
bulldog,
like that.
bunch of
Obviously,
sheriffs,
you don't want to get
no
too loose
shields
with
on
those, but
most.
You can afford to give something up like that. even if it's
classic.
just a 1-for-1. So
Yeah.
EG look great.
A
Furia
Razor should be deadly
with a
in this
bulldog
round,
in the hands of their
honestly.
duelist. And pistols around, and he's already taken so much damage.
Yeah, he's gonna cycle it onto somebody else, I imagine. Maybe NZR, who's sitting on light armor and a sheriff. Nice. Opting to hold it for now.
Puff oiled up when.
I think part of the problem
Why
is
are we?
there's no
Can
real
we?
go button for MW
We need
on
to
the other
stop
side.
with this.
It's
To
not
be
like he
honest,
has
I think
satchels
the
to let
oiled up
crosshairs
stuff.
and let him
I don't know where it
knowledge
started.
something else fall
I don't know where it
behind
came from.
That's a very good point. Look at these one-ways. It's just so weird to play against, especially if you're not used to it. I mean, who knows how many reps Furia have had, or any teams have had against an Omen on Vine.
It's been so long. It's been so long. Really nice paranoia.
Super, 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 super.
From Superman again.
Oh,
Becking for the ace. But it's dropped by Nosler. Who else? Jogamo cleans it up, but EG gets a map point. Man, that kid's good.
That was so nasty. Through a fade
Cringe
prowler.
Gen Alpha humor.
Most players would panic and just shoot the prowler right
What's
at
the
them.
like? What are
But the
babies
boys
now?
would
What
just shoot the
generation are they?
cliches in the back of it and then break it on accident because you're just shooting bodies. Look at that.
Fire Guardian for Superman.
So steady.
Oh, that's Gen Alpha.
So controlled.
That's every anchor's dream. But on the side of Furia,
Beta?
how are we not looking?
Yeah.
To
Beta
the right?
generation.
Yeah.
So worried about U-Haul. I guess APOC is just rent free in their head from that last round.
That does not feel good.
You want to end it in
And now
style?
EG dialing up the pace once more. See that Dizzy gets so high up.
Nice
Gets
omen
attacks
flash
over the
again.
Smokes. That's actually such a cool play.
And then the response too from Superman with the
Fatal is a
paranoia
bit
to
too deep.
Shut down the
Yeah,
speed
the
up in
paranoia just
hookah.
stopped them
I
completely.
mean, now Furia, they have nowhere else to go. You have to go back in.
Everyone
which
can
is
just
the right
raise all
call.
them
It's
here.
running into a showstopper.
He does have it. Satchel's up. No, what? Where'd the rocket go? An ABP out on it. The Prowler hunting him down. Superman taking a small step back as Derek has joined the fray.
Oh, he didn't stop it.
You got to keep a close eye on the fight on the other side of the map. Havoc falls. You try taking the timing.
Superman.
Continues
He's unbelievable.
Holy.
to make the kill feed bleed.
Holy. GG.
Unbelievable right now.
4 in the last round, 3 in this one. And again, it's Nasr. Who else but Nasr? He's gonna get his 1, maybe even his 2, but a stun. Courtesy
Oh,
of
super
EG.
nice map there from Apoth and Super, to be honest. They kind of cooked it.
Convincing and
On EG, very convincing. Next is Lotus, which is a weird pick from them, I think. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see is the answer, if it's a good pick or not. I'll go through the rest of the leagues, shall I? And talk about who's good and who's not. In Pacific, Paper X are pretty good. DRX aren't. Talon, RRQ, Team Secret are quite good. Gen G are obviously very good. And then T1, to be fair, are kind of like, yeah. In EMEA, are pretty good. Fnatic are pretty good. Team Heretics are very good. Navi aren't playing very well. Comic Core are like, Vitality like, BBL are like, Gentle Mates aren't very good. Liquid aren't very good. Actually, Giants are kind of, and Koi aren't very good. I don't trust Secret. I think Secret, the thing is with Team Secret now, is last year they had 1 outstanding player. This year, at the start of the year, they had 2 outstanding players. Jeremy leveled up big time. He like had moments of it last year, but this year it was very much more consistent. Then they added this guy. And now they have 3 very, very good players. And whenever you have 3 very good players, and they were always a solid team that kind of knew what they were doing generally. But when you add like 3 very good players to like a solid team generally, I think you're cooking. Flywen, thanks for the prime. I mean, you can use that same thing for Gen G. Right, like you can use that same model for Gen G, right? Obviously maybe Gen G their peaks are a little higher, but essentially you have 3 extremely good players and a very solid base, with a decent coaching staff, solid IGLing, and then 3 kind of very strong players who can carry different maps at different points. You can kind of You can win tournaments with that. Now, I'm not saying that Team Secret will win a tournament, but I think that Secret have enough to where they'll be good. Why is MW not stepping up anymore? Actually, let's check it. Let's check the stats, shall we? Where is MW? He's way down there. Way down there. So why is MW not stepping up as much? Well, because Valorant is a team game. And I would say that for a lot of Furia's performances, or, you know, certainly earlier on in the season, definitely earlier on in the season, you know, maybe less so against 100 Thieves, but earlier on in the season, 100%. The problem MW had was he was just playing full hero mode. Right, we were on full hero mode of I have to win every single round because my team isn't good enough. And when you get a player thinking I have to win every single round, they make a lot of mistakes. And you end up playing pretty bad Valorant. Actually, we should check the stats. Let's check some of the reigns. Why is it just this? Oh, because it's just stage 2. Oh, so this is just this stage. Actually, let's check stage 1. I thought it would be all of it for some reason, but I guess. Oh, the stats in stage 1. MW. Oh, he's even fucking lower. Okay. Never mind. Don't mind me. I mean, to be fair, they're all down there. But yeah, I think a lot of it was just we are playing, you know, we are playing like hero mode, pure hero mode. And it's tough. It's tough to do that. It's tough in general when you have that, I think. Because it like, again, it's like stuff that worked in like 2021, maybe 2022. Like it just fundamentally doesn't fucking work anymore, right? Like it doesn't work anymore. Don't want me to do China with this. I mean, in China, FPX are pretty good. EG are fucking dog shit. From what I've seen of AG, I think they're like decent. Trace are like on the edge of this. DRG are just a massive question mark every time. Billy have gotten better. Nova are like mid for China, which is probably, you know, not very good. JDG aren't very good. Tyler aren't very good. Wolves aren't very good. Tech aren't very good. Yeah, DRG, I mean, they are a bit of Vukushu and friends. Like, I mean, if we're being real. They are a bit Vukushu and friends.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I'm a fucking... I mean, we talk about, like, if you're an EMEA team, but why pick up that fucking dude? Why aren't we picking up Vukushu? Fuck it, Navi next year, full Russian team. Xiao Sagetsu, Xiao IGL, Sagetsu, Vukushu, Cloud, and someone else. Nats. We need someone to play Duelist, but they are a Ukrainian org, so it's probably not going to happen, but... Three Sentinels. Purpo, yeah. I think Giants will keep Purpo, to be honest.
For these kind of crunches over towards that teleporter.
Oh, we got
So
fucking
if I go
Mimi
through,
and
I'm gonna
fucking...
TP, and I have no idea that this one way is up until I commit. If I'm trying to run through, I'm blocked off from all these angles, and it's an almost guaranteed kill for this player.
With the fucking plane.
So much time for players
Look
that
at
use in
this.
showers or on that one way outside of sand.
Look at this,
turn
man.
and react to that TP coming behind. And we saw EG have a lot of great rounds, but they were also using these smokes when they were playing slower rounds and sort of defaulting, especially over here into showers where this one way pops down and all of a sudden no one can swing in and fight you here. This orb is
It's a good way of showing it, though, to be fair. Like, it is a good way of explaining stuff.
Into that one way.
You see, this is the angle that I'd have to swing to contest the orb carry, and I'm in a big disadvantage from anyone playing deep here who's covering that orb grabber. If I'm going close as well, I'm in trouble. Those are the one ways they use there. They also had one towards long. back towards defender spawn on B. If you want to try out this Omen, it's great, but you need to make sure you play it with a brim so you have site exec smokes as well. It was a great start for EG. Let's hear what Furia's coach had to say before we hop into map number 2.
Here with Coach Coy of Furia, a pretty resounding
Coach Coy? I know who he should coach.
Doug was talking on the casting desk. This just feels like a different Furia. So what's the difference between the Furia we saw beat 100 Thieves versus the Furia we saw today?
Então, não teve muita diferença pra gente na parte mental, a gente tá hypado igual, a gente tá com muita vontade ainda. Acho que a questão dentro do jogo foi que a gente deu muito espaço pra eles. Uma coisa que não aconteceu no jogo passado, a gente botou a mira e matou os caras.
Was that first this combo bind? I don't remember seeing anyone run Brim Omen. I'm sure someone has. Well, obviously, we saw Loud run Brim Omen Viper, but without a Viper.
I think psychologically with the same,
we saw a lot of Omen no Brim. Like we saw a lot of Omen Viper in
them
EMEA.
A lot of space. Once they plant the spike, that's it. They organize themselves, and the retake is really hard. So we just gotta fix that.
Why is the Furia logo gold? That's a good point.
Welcome back, everyone. As EG manages to pick up the bind win.
Why is it 0-5?
13-5 now. We set our sights
fuck is this?
on it to Lotus, of course. Golden Boy back here again with Athena, Mimi, and Ender. And guys, I mean, overall, I think one of the big things you could take away from it is that EG just absolutely controlled the pace of that game. And even when things were going all right for Furia, EG still.
What do we think we'll do?
Yeah, it looked like every single time they had their game
Team rank color.
They had the brim out.
Do you want me to rank what colors team should be?
Take control of all these kind of extremities of the land of bind, and they were not ready to kind of give.
If I was making a team,
just heard in the interview as well the coach talking about how they felt like they had
well,
to
we'd
give
be
them
purple,
a lot
of
their
course.
Space. And I felt like it was more like the space.
Rank their logos. I mean, I am big on logos.
Would have liked to see some more
Let's rank America's logos.
Team. We're now heading into Lotus, a map where last time we saw EG picking into that ISO that now has been nerfed. But my big question is, do they switch to the neon? We heard y'all alluding to it at the beginning of the day. Hey, we might get to see some more ankles broken. I think this is a map where you can one that agent into the comp, and it is so
obviously good.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's like fairly plug and play.
Who's got the worst logo? The worst logo.
I feel like the way the game is heading, you're playing a lot of these comps that are double initiated.
I think the worst logo is
Even if you
MIBR.
haven't played a lot of it on Lotus, like I feel like EG with a week can work that into their system.
Yeah, but now you find yourself
MIBR, then NRG.
You did now.
We're running around with the
then
fingers.
I just saw another. Yeah, it's
DRG logo cleared.
I think it is very quickly going to become.
KRU has an umlaut, and at least it's kind of
yeah.
it's kind of some interesting things going on here, so I'll give them that.
As well, I would expect a lot of our teams to be picking this up. It just gives you so many options to rotate on.
Then probably EG.
Fights on attack. It's super strong.
I mean, last week we saw EG.
See, now Loud is just a triangle, but I do think that's quite funny in a way. That I kind of like. Honestly, I kind of like Loud's logo because it's like it's so simple yet obviously recognizable. Like a green fucking triangle. Who would have thought that that would make a good? I have no idea why. Why is that Loud's logo? I have no idea. I kind of dig it though. Sentinels gets points for having the negative space. I think the negative space is kind of funny. I kind of dig it. It's a bit annoying to use sometimes, but it's kind of cool. 100 Thieves is a bit boring. Let's put them there. I mean, Senate is just a... It's fine. Then I'm going to put KRU. Then I'm going to somehow put a green triangle for... I don't even like EGs. I mean G2s really. But I guess it's 3. Oh wait, there's 11 teams. Okay. Then probably Furia, then Lev. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I think Cloud9 have got the best logo. As much as it pains me to say, it is quite good.
Are entirely accurate. There's no exaggeration to him whatsoever. The kid's a freak.
Yeah.
Like as a logo, it's both simple, creative,
because Jajimo is, I mean, he's been a connoisseur of neon for quite some time.
Recognizable.
I stock him as one of the best neons in the game.
It's like, what else do you want a logo to be?
It's gonna have to
it's what
be
every logo aspires to be.
Much like how the effort of the win.
Left clear C9? No, no.
It was a team effort, even though we had
like if you think that left clear C9, you're just like, I don't know. Grow up. Okay, Domo is just playing neon. You know what I mean? It's like that's like a 5-year-old's opinion.
So much opportunity.
Yeah.
To really abuse Neon's utility. She slides and dashes and
Yeah,
Finger shoots everywhere.
exactly. You can you can take advantage of fast-paced timings and punish.
The
off
G2
of it.
one?
The unique thing about this comp,
It's a
this
bit busy for me, the
KO
G2
reach
one.
comp, we haven't really
Like, it's
seen
better than
something
most,
like
but
this
it's
around
still
with
it's a
Neon
bit
since,
busy.
What, Fracture?
Yeah, it's been a
that
minute.
feels like a lifetime ago.
Oh, Apoth, what are you doing?
He's missed the
Playing with
time.
fire, but there is
But he might.
no utility here to
No,
really
they didn't
deal
run
with
at
it.
all.
If there is a full commitment onto C, he's gonna have a fast flank. No one from the side of EG here.
The problem is, yeah, the only thing that's going to confirm the presence C is going to be the cam that I think just got cleared out. Now the knife is
playing
out.
KO?
Smoke's
Oh,
still up,
fuck
so
it,
they
I dig
should
it.
know. I think the only question left to be answered is how does EG approach this? Do they decide to send 4 through spawn and let Apoth do his thing on his own? Seems like that's going to be the case.
Yeah, but Furia might
Oh,
just
they're
take the
pushing
fight
deep.
to EG here in spawn.
Did he
Like you were
see
talking
him?
about, footsteps
I know
being
that.
made. Cool thing about Neon is you're able to bait out utility up close, then get out quickly.
Now where do you go? You're
Trying
getting
to do exactly that.
kind of
Stepping
flanked from all
around, and
sides.
Shogama who draws first blood in that duel.
That's
The
a
team
massive
gap,
win.
it's not enough as Nazra gets
Super's
the
right
break.
click is different.
Not able to settle
Ooh,
a shot
nature.
to 2v2. Nazra and Derek both weak. Havoc.
Hello?
Oh dear, that's a mess. Havoc still has a shot at this.
He just got dunked on Derek from the top ropes.
Oh, that's a brutal way for that to end for Furia.
Oh, it's such a shame. A lot of whiffage going on, but you got to give it to EG for making, I mean, something out of nothing on that retake. There was so much utility they had to invest to try to take out MW Zera there.
And again, you will get a
Still
lot
ended
of
up being
kind of
enough
C
with the
retakes
trades. I
with these
mean,
kind of
MW
comps,
Zera
but
did a good job playing up close, baiting out a flash, and then running away, dodging the stun, dodging the breach C as well. Look at the vibes on that squad right now. That's a force to be reckoned with.
I mean, it's easy for the vibes to be good when you're playing like this.
Getting away with what they just got away with.
I mean, so with the KO here, this could be trouble, especially if they have.
I mean, Derek was
I
just
mean,
in
you
the
can get a
matrix
lineup on the
entire
top of the
last
pillar.
round.
I assume it would be
1
very
HP on
difficult
the
to
side,
shoot.
Jumping over
Yeah, I
boxes,
feel like on top
everything
of this is probably a
Everything
better
of the sort.
So this is where we see some of what you
lineup
were
because I
referring
feel
to
like it
in
would
the
catch
previous
a
round.
decent
Dre, is
amount of this
watching the
too.
Neon just have to go and
I don't know,
clear
though, I
or
haven't
bait
tried
out
it.
some of the utility, given her mobility. And I think we'll see that with fault lines. We'll see it with flashes, even triggering the trip there. No real way to punish.
But if like you timed it to have like
I think the
knife
question for
with
Furia
stun
is that
here,
as they continue to cook through this half,
Neon
as they
running in,
move
that
into
would be
this
pretty good.
composition on attack is how do you capitalize on that?
Yeah, it's one thing to do something correct, but to execute and actually follow through with it, that's a whole nother story.
No nade. Just a little bit of reach util dumped. Thought the aftershock might come through.
Such good team play right now for EG.
It's just effortless. Again, I mean, as soon as they realize where Furia is coming from, they just pounce. They fully send. They decide that they're going to fight. Oh, that's
Hold
nice
on.
from Khalil, but you know Jogma's waiting on the other side. Now peeking through that smoke, Khalil gets
Okay,
cleared
yeah,
up.
but
EG
it's
get
3
their
kills.
second.
It's
They
not
keep 2
bad.
Guardians into the next.
You know, we only
All
saved
Derek
1
right
ghost
there.
here, so we're gonna have 3
Jiggling
guns
that
this
tether
round.
out, connects onto 2-3 players, I believe, and then
But
what
even
does
then,
he do? Instead of peeking into those players that are, you know,
It's
low
only
HP
gonna be
because
a
of that tether,
Guardian as
he
well.
backs all the way up, enables
That shouldn't even
Jogmo to
really
go
be a
from
Guardian.
having
Yeah, this is not even
easy
gonna be a
pickups for
Guardian.
him with that Guardian.
Don't know what
And
what
then
did
the
you buy?
supporting cast,
Did you
utility
buy
coming
full
in from
shields?
nature,
Ghost
and-
full shields, I guess?
And Derek there to step back in and take the fights with Jaw. Even though they're not needed, it's there, right? These are the team play, the team fundamentals that Potter instills into this squadron.
It's just such a delicate dance, and they do it so well.
Okay, again, full retake C.
And look at this from the side of Furia, since they don't really have any key information characters like a
You
Fade,
do have it. I
Gecko,
mean, you could spam here.
Sova.
Oh,
They have to use 2 flashes to take that C
spam through this.
control. So much utility invested, and EG,
Doesn't
they're
spam,
willing
bro.
to
You got a
give
Guardian.
all of this C once more and just play a retake.
Okay, this seems
That's
like
a
an
really good
idea
point.
that
Derek's
they've
2
got.
away
They
from
want to
his
go
ult.
for this flank.
Remember, this is the bonus for the defensive side. 2 Guardians and the Vandal in the hit for Jogmo. They're just waiting for any sort of mistake, and Shandy gives it to him.
Great stun here.
Oh, he's going in. He's going aggressive.
But
This
they're
has all
going
the
as well.
makings of a bonus.
Well, we see
They
they
still
can
have
pick
2
up that
rifles
gun.
Standing up, Havoc and Khalil trying to avoid a mess again. Not able to settle the shots. Khalil's way off the mark. It's another round.
Wow, well played
for
by EG. Nice
A
retake.
bonus the way of the defense.
I gotta shout for EG right now. These retakes are so clean. They have so much utility to flood in with because Furia, they're having to use all their utility to even just get in on the site. And what's left in the post plant? There's nothing. You have nothing left in the take but just your aim. And what do you do against a Fade that's throwing prowlers at you?
So the full C retakes looking pretty good.
Control of water when you try to get aggressive.
Was that them or me?
So tough to play against, and it's this game of cat and mouse that you have to use. You know, how do you use your utility to get into the site? That's why the contact style of 4-1s have been so popular in VCT lately. Is
Didn't get it.
You want to have utility on the actual site if no one's there to deal with that retake, to deal with the flood potentially, right?
Jogmo has his ult on mine. Derek does too. Furia this time, they've invested so much in these last couple of rounds on taking C space, but
now the suppress.
Have cast their eyes towards A.
Ooh.
Paranoia will funnel him out, but Jogmo will
As well, and they did have 4 people here. Again, we're just playing full retake C. Camera out here.
From Furia, just like you said, Duggan. For what?
But yeah, exactly. For what? They haven't really taken any space. They haven't gotten out at all. And these pistols are not enough to stand against the firepower of Evil Geniuses right now.
Nice from EG. And basically, so it looks like what EG's game plan here on defense is, we're going to play full retake C. We're just going to, and they've already won 2 of them. We're just going to play full retake C. And that's just going to, we're going to stack B and A. And this is the problem. If you can't hold on to a site in a retake, you are just cooked.
But you see the tit for tat that EG are doing right now. Yeah, throw everything you got at us, fine, because we're going to bring it back once we set
Furia take a timeout. I think if you're Furia, you have to hard commit to winning this A fight.
They're not getting the tat back. No. I mean,
and probably send a Cypher look
C.
C.
As we saw, and they're getting nothing for it.
And to be fair, they have to play this way because you're running a KO breach. There is no solid info. You have a dagger, but sometimes the dagger can
EG beat Genji? Probably not.
So yeah, it's just.
I feel like against the very best teams. See, this is the thing, right? Earlier on in the season, EG maybe had some nice ideas, but they were getting aim diffed.
It actually connects onto some players.
Now they don't get aim diffed as much. But I still think against the very best teams, that would still come to be a problem, right? Against the actual best teams in the world, like a Genji,
so they need to do a better job,
like a Paper Rex or a Heretics, or
and abusing that.
I think that still would be an issue for them. But against like most middling teams, or below average teams like Furia, they're just their teamwork and synergy is good, good enough to where it doesn't matter. I mean, look, they're doing this trip multiple times, right? So we are like hard committing to we are playing retake.
This last round they went towards A. This time a bit of a different look.
This is an info trip.
The ultimates right now.
Have they pushed all the way back site?
They're gonna grab this Fade ultimate or this Breach ultimate here. And they're willing to give C once more because you have Breach ult, Fade ult.
And in they go. Get the kill.
And Havoc, he was trying to play.
Now we do still have Breach ult here, so that's big.
Trying to cage up and get away.
No, this confidence from EG is just too much right now for Furia to handle.
They are playing full offsite. If we use Fade ult first, if you don't Breach ult first.
These players down from EG because if not.
Okay, so there you go. That hits no one. Okay, you know where they're playing.
Problem is, that's a big ass. Jogmo has triggered his ult. They've got the Rolling Thunder to push them back for a little bit more.
Okay, so they go for one ult. Now we're going to go for us. Nice.
And that should let Jogmo go forward. With fingers out, the root and toot and finger shooting will connect. He gets 2, he gets 4. Unbelievable. Just melts them.
They just defuse it.
And the counter Rolling Thunder, you
well played.
it was perfect.
And it's these like little details like that, right? Like,
again, the utility.
And I can't remember who it was.
Plus Potter.
There was someone in EMEA who had that exact same scenario. It might have been Liquid or someone, to be honest. And I was like, you have to Fatal before you Breach ult, right? Don't Breach ult first. Figure out if they're there. Because if they're not there, you win. It's an auto win the round button, right? And that's the thing. Like EG, it's those little details of shit like that that it's like that is how you play. And it's another C retake. And so again, they're just getting reinforced of we can play C retake whenever we want. Okay, we go 1 for 1.
He goes for more. Why not?
I mean, this guy.
This is very quickly becoming a Jogmo frag movie.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen clips of him in ranked doing what he's doing in this match right here.
I mean, they just look very, very good.
Do you burn a timeout here if you're Furia?
It's 6-0. It's getting out of control.
I mean,
If you
Apot's
lose
just
the next
chilling.
round, yeah, you have to.
Okay, and
You
they flipped
absolutely
the
have
map.
to.
They're
You
gonna
have
go
to salvage
retake
this
A.
half in any way that you can. And this
They're gonna
last round,
fake
they
this
tried to
on
change the
A.
pace. They really tried to push the fight to EG, but again, it's that supporting cast, the supporting utility that's been coming out for the side of EG. That's been a star in enabling Jogamo to just reign supreme in this Neon head-to-head.
It's tough to even call it a head-to-head at this point.
Yeah. I mean, he's everywhere. Poor Havoc, he's been getting obliterated on the extremities.
Okay, so the KO knife though with the suppress.
Active and do the same, only
April
able to
finally
find
gets a
one.
kill.
But a little bit of space found on the site. A little.
Ooh.
Oh, Jogamo's human.
So he got the kill.
I didn't think we'd see that. Apot
Trade.
on the trade.
Low.
Keeping it competitive. Nosworth's 5 HP really can't stand, even when they're in like a respectable
7-0, probably
1v1
gonna be a
or
second
situation
timeout.
like that. It doesn't go their way either.
Yeah, it's a crazy pace being put onto them right now because EG are basically funneling them into spots that they want Furia to be funneled into, and then just setting these traps and these flanks from Jaw. It's just crazy what's going on right now. This is a stomping to say the least.
Jogamo mini on Neon.
Yeah,
Jogamo does stuff on Neon that he's playing like Brennan Sideshow said last time when he was playing it. Like he's playing Valorant too. Like genuinely, he's playing an actually different game.
Sometimes the first round feels like the most difficult. Once you get that off your back,
37
all
Hades.
of a sudden, you've got a little
Hades?
you can play around. But,
Hades. No,
I mean,
Hades.
for Fury here,
Thanks for the prime.
any
Kind of man,
victory
thanks for
is
the
a
bits.
victory.
I mean, 7 rounds, it already seems like
Georgimo is the closest to Canada and Neon in pro play.
On a map like this, on a map like
I mean, it's
Lotus,
crazy
which
that
is
they are. I mean, like genuinely, if you are EG,
dominant.
I would argue
most
you
of the
could
time.
just play Neon every
I do
fucking
think
map.
we have to go back to the
Because
conversation
no
about
one
competition.
plays it like him.
No
Right?
hard
No
info.
one is like him.
That's tough.
It's really hard.
On a map like this too, that's tough.
I get it.
You know,
it's
so
it's a
strong.
New meta. You want to try some new things. You know, people think
Okay,
of
they're coming
Neon,
back.
They think of that old fracture composition, that optic.
Okay, this is better, right? We pressure one
so
side, we come back,
popular.
we
A
retake
lot
the
of
other.
Teams emulated it.
Pressure back on C.
That was that
This is like better.
KO breach combo.
Now,
But this map just works so differently than fracture. You don't get the same value.
I'm surprised MW doesn't die. They're caught by the trip, spammed through by Jogamo. A little bit of a reposition and a stun to buy a little bit of time. Meanwhile,
Oh,
Apot's
he's
perched
on
over
wall
the
count
top,
custom.
like a guardian watching, making sure everything's communicated here with the spam
Oh.
onto one. The spike does finally go down, but Fury might end up doing a bit of the same.
What do we do?
Khalil's left alone, 46 HP, no armor, a 1v3.
what's that?
Paranoia, a flash, I mean, the spam, it is such an unwinnable position for Khalil.
So we might have it. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say the words,
Right now,
but
there's just fights happening everywhere on the map.
you know what I
There's a
mean.
Solo fight deep spawn. People swinging into an Odin that's just spamming. It's not really coordinated right now for Furia. Maybe a little bit of a tilt match.
How bad are 100 thieves?
That's what it looks like so far.
Yes, that's
And
the
there's that
correct
second timeout
takeaway.
That is much needed because this squad needs to be taken back to life. They need some type of.
And that's the
energy
thing.
in
Like
them.
at this point, if you're MIBR, at this point, if you're Fury, you're literally thinking like we can't NC because we can't hold on to it. We tried pushing back site, it didn't work. We tried sitting out in mound, didn't work. We tried kind of maybe a more normal post plant there,
take space without
didn't work.
blowing 3 sets of utility.
And like their initial round was like fine, right? Their initial round was good. They took C, came back, took C again.
Somebody to make a play. You need somebody to reinvigorate the team to provide a little bit of hope.
Did I make a video today? No, I wasn't feeling it, to be honest.
On that Furia roster, when you go, okay, somebody needs to deliver.
Ocean Legacy,
Class
thanks for the 3
71L
months.
is not inevitable.
Khalil or MW Zera. It has to be because, I mean.
No,
he's
Brazil is
he's
not
trying-
inevitable.
he's really
Not for
trying his
Brazilian
best,
teams.
But I feel like
Why do you think we're seeing so many stomps? Lots of 9-3 halves too, even 9-3 comebacks. Are teams building comps for one side of the map?
This is
I think right now,
heritage.
obviously we're in a bit of a new
My
meta,
Discord
and I think
PFP
that
has
if
been
you...
Bustio in a Burger King uniform since they lost to these stinkers.
It's a hype, thanks for the 13 months. I think, like, if you're...
having his ult on mine. Meanwhile, there's some on the side of Furia as well. You've got Shanji, who's got his ult. Nazor one away from the
I think,
Thunder.
obviously, we're in a
Not
bit of a
far
new
off
meta, and I think that that just
from the
creates
Omen ult.
some...
And they want to commit to this C. You've got to be careful here for Apop. You're the only one here. How does Jogamo get that kill?
What does this mean for 100 LS legacy?
Props up, the bullets erupt. It's another disaster for Furia. Oh no!
No, he didn't get that kill. Don't worry. He killed the KO who he killed before.
EG are built different.
He did not kill the KO, do not
They
worry.
are just different.
Yeah, ISO is nerfed, I think, for this patch. Like, the one that they're on.
That's just
They're playing on 9, right? I'm pretty sure they are. They've got the new skin.
Anchoring close.
Yeah, we're on the ISO nerf patch, so you can't see it, but it does say patch 9.0.
He steps into his one way and wraps a player on that bend area on C site when there's no smoke in the main. So he could have gotten shot in the back, but he has no fear. All faith in Jojimo, who opened that B door.
And this is the thing, again, we are just like...
A now. I mean, Fury just... They can't seem to do anything against this squad right now, against the way that EG are playing this defensive side. It's so impressive right now.
Well, I think part of the problem too is
They have to fight A early. They have to win this fight. I don't understand. They've got a comp that can do that.
Like that. I mean, why not? Superman's gonna get cleared out here.
Doesn't clear him fully.
No way!
And the supporting utility, the flashes from nature in the back.
I thought he was done. I thought the aftershock hit him and he had nowhere to go, but he stays alive and gets a kill. And again, EG closing the walls in.
Oh, Khalil.
Trying to kick the damn thing down.
No!
Finally, and who other than NZR and Khalil to really bring that one back? Yeah, Havoc got a little lurk kill in B. But maybe that's the spark needed for
And just like that, it was over.
9-1.
Just like that, it was over.
Rounds on defense Lotus. This is way more than ideal.
The Hugh Janus. Good names today. Thanks for the prime.
Like the aftershock being missed. Letting Superman stay in that position to get his one kill, but well done from Furia to settle through that.
They have to win this fight. Here we go. This is what they should be doing. Oh, we're faking it. Bro, go and fucking have some confidence.
Nicely done from Furia to draw that utility and then rotate away.
These are things that Furia fans wish they would have been doing a lot earlier on in this half. Because they were just running their head into a wall for, what, 9 rounds it felt? I mean, none of the rounds were really that close.
No. The second trip gonna tag the duelist. Dogma waiting on the other side, a little bit of spam, cautious. MW's just there.
Nice.
Very nicely timed. Able to punish, not able to get away with the second though.
But we're solo pushing this. Go now, go now. This guy's miles away. Oh, they both got hit by it as well. Oh, they can't spam them. Oh, it's not even planted for this. Oh, it's over. Round's over.
Apod just sticks it all the way. Not even necessarily concerned about getting the frags.
Again, a player dies in spawn, a player dies in water. We have 3 people on Furia playing out of C site when the bomb is not even planned for them.
EG genuinely looked like they're just having fun right now.
But like the mistakes that Furia are making, Doug, it's fundamentally incorrect. If you have bomb planted into sight, I get maybe wanting to play like in the C choke where people like to smoke and maybe flood in as the retake's coming through. But if it's not planted for you, you can't be playing that far back.
Yeah.
I mean, they just got breach ulted for free.
And look at the aggressive play from Evil Geniuses here. Dogmo getting another one with the finger guns.
This is unbelievable.
He tucks through. I don't think he realized that Havoc was around him though. Now he spots him. Apop falls.
Enemy remaining.
Oh.
Spike down.
Nice shot.
Couldn't grab the rifle though.
Oh.
He doesn't need the rifle.
Disgusting.
Give me a corpse. Someone give the man a corpse. There it is. Now found a 1v1. Superman spotted now. Spiked is out of reach. A weapon upgraded. A need for a spark.
Okay, Havoc.
And Havoc delivers. The Red Bull Club
Nice.
for Furia as they get their second.
Nice round from him. He finessed around his
But
cage
still,
right there.
this game is
Juggernaut
probably
had a good
over.
idea that he was somewhere lurking in that vicinity, but it wasn't enough. And he came up huge right here because this was looking tragic. What a shot. That's so hard to hit.
Havoc was crispy with it to keep it competitive, or kind of competitive. I don't know, 10-2 half, still the way of EG. But some reason for excitement. Potter sees it. I mean, you can tell that's one that kind of got away from him there. Probably shouldn't have gone that way. But again, a 10-2 half the way of EG. We're going to toss it to Liz for an interview with a familiar face on the stage right now. Liz, take it away.
Early payout. Thinwood, again, if you want an early payout.
Face is Screwface, everyone. You know him, you love him. You've seen him whether on stream or playing on Challengers right now with Winthrop University, but you used to play with EG as their IGL on the reserve roster. So seeing this stomp, to be clear, are you seeing the shades of EG that you played with last year?
Yeah, I mean, it is 100% the same EG as last year. The players might be different, but a lot of the way that they play has stayed the same, and I think you can attribute that to Christine. And it's been honestly magical watching a couple of my friends like Apoth, I mean, it's so cool seeing some of my friends play on the big stage, bro, and watching them play well as well. I mean, it's awesome. You can't replicate it.
Look at this guy's confidence, just
right now,
staring at me.
North American Challengers
He's just
League,
staring into my soul.
You believe that you guys are not at the level that you want to be at. Coming here and seeing this, is this inspiring? Is this, oh, I'm going to steal that strat?
Yeah. Am I allowed to swear?
No.
Well, I really hate losing, and it has not been the best season. Realistically, we did not have a lot of time going into it for prep, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, I think coming into the VCT stage, seeing the energy, seeing like the lights, seeing everybody, I mean, look up there, we got Baby Bay fucking casting, seeing these guys going off, like, it's so cool. It's so energizing. It motivates me a lot.
I don't even think you realized.
All right. So last question before I send it back to Baby Bay and Doug. You did say a bad word, but it's okay. It's okay.
I can't eat a fine. I'm unpaid right now.
Completely fair. For the people who might not be watching Challengers right now, what would you want to say to them so they can tune in and watch Winthrop, watch TSM, watch your fellow North American Challengers teams? And do not swear.
I will not say a bad word. I'm very sorry for that, Riot Games. Yeah, no, I think you should check out the Tier 2 scene. I think you should check out Challengers. At the end of the day, like the region as a whole is very competitive, both like considering like the LATAM regions as well in Challengers. I mean, the talent comes from somewhere, right? So
Screwface would go bankrupt if he got a fine.
Oh, yeah, he just said that.
Kind of scout them yourself, and two, like more Valorant can't be a bad thing, right? So. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, speaking of more Valorant, we have a game to get back to, so thank you so much, Screwface. But friends, please take it away.
Thank you so much. Yeah, he definitely let his intrusive thoughts win there, didn't he?
Yeah, he flippin' said that.
I mean, he asked ahead of time, too. That's just tragic. Oh, well.
Hey, it is what it is.
There.
The lad is mad. Oh my gosh, 78% first blood success rate for Jojimo.
Can we see Sentinel sweeps? Look, EG have done us all a favor here. 13-5, 10-2 half, like,
to be honest.
bro, they're doing their best.
Supporting cast of Nature and Derek, who are also
We might get SEN
supporting him
by the hour. We need them to win this pistol.
Doubles in their own way.
It was always going to be a C hit. I don't know. It was just always going to be a C hit.
Oh, maybe a punish.
Okay.
That's a very nice setup. Off of the fall line, MW takes the space. A little one tap. Jogama's showing he can do it the exact
Oh, buddy. You realize you're planting for them.
Way deep into a spawn, man.
No place.
I mean, it also is planting for CT now, but.
They're going to try to retake the side here. If the spike got planted, paranoia out, Superman will fall. And they're starting to hold things up for now. 2 HP.
Come on, EG.
So Fury get the pistol. They get their
Come on, EG. Come on, boys. Figure it out. Your guy got pushed here. What the fuck are we doing?
And pushing the fight onto A.
Lock in, yeah.
Right there. I think EG made a little bit of a mistake. Once Jojimo
ended up converting that kill onto Havoc and Spawn. Maybe you flip sight.
Everyone excited for England tomorrow?
That your Sentinels down.
Are you ready to experience footballing history, footballing beauty? I remember 8 years ago sitting watching England play a team, a country with less people than many cities in the UK,
I think that was really tough and a really good
and losing
push
horrifically.
Main area for Furia. Really good job.
God.
Saw it there in the
That was a
reaction
fun
cam.
footballing memory.
Smile. 3 to be exact.
We got 3 sheriffs.
And you imagine, barring shenanigans, we'll have a 4th.
No, not
Got two
fucking,
Bulldogs
not
and a Phantom.
fucking Italy, not the
they've
final.
really invested
8
in
years ago, Iceland
Yeah, if they get ecoed like
lost
they
to
did
a bunch
on
of
the last map,
bombers.
this
Let's not say that.
Actually, the Iceland team was pretty good. I have no idea how Iceland got that good of a team.
I think it's time for a nice fake comeback 16 to 14.
No, Akuma.
Oh my gosh.
That was not the time for that.
It looks scary.
It does.
I still want to know whether BDOS actually watches the
It
stream.
doesn't look clean or confident from Furia, who have the gun advantage.
EG slowing things down for just a moment. Not fully sold with wanting to hit C. I imagine here how much of this is them just trying to draw out a mistake from Furia. And honestly, in a lot of ways, we saw that a number of times on the previous half. Letting Furia do these unforced errors and then punishing with it. And honestly, you kind of need that if you're gonna thrifty someone like this.
Oh
That was
no.
not an unforced error. That was just a really clean hit out the other way, but the kill is traded back.
Wasn't that a
that's
team
one
flash? Am I
rifles
crazy?
down. Superman on the swing. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, GG.
Now you can say it.
Yep. Yeah, we set it up perfectly. Furia didn't look comfortable, even though they had gun advantage. They're kind of scared, timid, taking some of these fights.
Essen just won a friendly. Yeah, that's true. They did just win a friendly against England.
Play close angles
You know, England played their first game, I think, in like 18, probably like what, 1888 or something against Scotland. It was 0-0, I'm pretty sure. You know how long it took for England to lose to a team from continental Europe?
But just to go a little bit deeper into that last round,
At home?
we have like an aggressive fight happening right now. So maybe I'll get to that in a moment.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, let me hold that thought.
Forced into it. Havoc does have a rifle. Finds value with it. MW with nowhere to go. Has to dash out. A bucky in hand. 85 HP.
Just comes back.
And another reposition.
England didn't lose till like the 1950s at home against a team in continental Europe.
That's great from Havoc.
Oh my gosh.
4 found.
Maybe 5?
So Havoc has soloed 2 rounds for them.
Race for Furia as they get their 4th round.
Havoc is the spark that Furia we're looking for.
Yeah, what's the Sentinels tweet?
Need it. Very quickly, follow at iBuyPower on socials. They'll be giving away a free PC every single time an iBuyPower Ace takes place. Shout out to the homie Havoc for giving somebody out there a brand new PC. Very nicely done. And again, reasons to smile.
So that is what we should have been seeing on the round where you have gun advantage. But he just wants to make it hard on himself and do it against a team with full utility and 5 guns. I guess he just deals better under pressure.
It's more fun though.
Like that, yeah, I guess. But just to go back to what I wanted to get to about how Furia got ecoed during this EG timeout, and this timeout is again probably just to slow things down for them.
Were you a teenager when the match happened in 1888?
Yeah, I remember it well.
Round loss for Furia. This is where the KO just falls off.
Do it?
They knifed Jajimo A early on. It allowed them to take the A
You want a
space.
comma?
He goes all the way back to C because they're able to lean there because they know it only tagged one person.
Want a full stop
and he
here
tags
too?
multiple. And when it tags multiple, your initial reaction on the defensive side when you tag multiple players is, okay, they're probably going to go back.
I already told Sen to sign you and they left me on read.
Staying there at that C
Okay,
mound
fair
area.
enough.
They just let the time cook. All of a sudden, you see MW0 rotating off the C site. And now it's a, what, 5v2 hit, much like Bind. And we're in bad spots, not being able to play off of each other.
Okay, they go and give Jogamo a rifle. Makes sense.
Fade at a close angle. Jajimo's not going to make a mistake and not clear a corner.
Yes,
As I say that, he probably will do that in this round. But, you know, so is life.
They want to go fast here. I think he didn't even have a chance to clear the corner. He's able to respond back and punish MW. Oh no! He can't see a damn thing though.
He got double flashed. I mean, they can pick up this gun. Ooh. So they do have 2 guns. Nice swing. They now have still 2 guns. Yeah, you got that fatal first.
He's now left in a 1v2. And he's guessed the right site. Nightfall, not gonna tag. 1v2 on the other side. First both spotted. The first one dealt with though. Now the cage should provide some cover. A reposition for the Sentinel. Nature managed to get the spike. Still has a minute left on the clock. There's plenty of time to think.
Why would you want your ult now?
My eyes are down.
Tap the tag. Cam cleared.
Did he miss the dot? I think he did.
Still trips on A site. He will be able to break them and should get the bomb planted in time.
Very quickly have to note here as that first trip gets tagged.
Now this trip actually is quite big here.
So it won't take much from Havoc for him
If
to
he
win out this 1v1.
sees this trip and jumps over it, that would be
You
crazy.
mentioned he was the spark in the previous round. Is this enough to be?
Oh, that would have been fucking crazy if he jumped over it. It's not planet for him now though, so tough. But he does have stun and aftershock.
Make a play. Choosing to bide his time, not rush it, not force it. Slowly, meticulously, methodically clearing every single corner except the most deadly one. EG gets to 12.
Yeah, the trades for EG.
Match point.
That's been the name of the game.
So
all
Sen didn't
series
want to
long.
resign you?
The
No,
spacing was
that's
so
not
tight.
true.
This push,
I just thought it'd be
this
funny to
aggressive push from
say
Furia
that.
looked like it was going to be devastating.
Hey,
especially
you
on
never
this
know.
fight.
Shoot is shoot, you know?
But then overstaying their welcome, NZR exposing way too much of his body on top of that mount. Brings it down to a
Maybe
1v1
Rob Moore is
nature
feeling
who
it. Maybe
can
Rob
be
Moore's in a good
anywhere at
mood.
that moment.
You know?
Havoc, he's trying his best. Just not enough. The KO not really getting the value that I think Furia imagined it would be getting.
I would have to agree. And so EG looked to put the finishing touches on
Chances
this
we
stomp.
play Abyss next match. What does that mean?
1 round away now. MW with the ult popped. Derek, I thought he was dead.
He
It
should have
looked
been
like-
dead.
Yeah, he should have died. Unfortunately, MW eased his last haul. And now Jogamo trying to do a bit of the same. Finding success where MW could not. Almost getting the second.
What game did Jogamo come from? Havoc's trying his best, man.
Kills, but
He's going for it.
I mean, Khalil in a 1v3 with the Spectre in hand, you're right. Let Jogamo off the leash. If he was ever on a leash, to be honest. Got the last kill.
What?
A little early on the trigger.
Now it's planning for Mount. I
Khalil
mean, you
in a
just
1v1
chill.
situation,
You just-
forced to cover going out. Pull off some magic to keep this map alive. He's got a paranoia. No smokes though. And as the last one, or as the next one dissipates, now decides to go. Really nice setup for the position here from EG's. Very nice, but Nature will get caught. And now,
Nature looks like one of my
Khalil,
shift
it's more like
managers
here
at
where
Pizza
Superman is.
Express.
Look at where he's playing this man.
Going for the TP.
The freest! 13-4. The way of evil geniuses.
Okay, thank you EG for making that a nice fast one. We can get the Sen straight away. That kid, thanks for the 50 bits. GG. We can go and watch maybe my new team, Sentinels. Okay, big win for EG. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a win that they somewhat needed, but you know, this is the kind of game you can't afford to slip up on, but ask 100 Thieves about that. You know, that does get them to 4-3. Again,
Now watch
6
Canada Man's video and promote TC Mini
is
Smile.
kind of the one you need. Well, actually, first of all, take an ad, and then we'll watch Canada Man's video.
TMV, do you think EMEA will win champs?
I think Team Heretics are on a very good path to win champs. Like, I think Team Heretics have just steadily built up throughout the year, and I just don't see a way. To me, they just feel like the vibes must be so good.
It's an FPS game.
They must just destroy everyone. You know what I mean? Are peak Team Heretics better than peak Mech? Bruh, they were 13-0 Mech. Legit. Mech might win 5 rounds in 2 maps. Neomage, Na3 Mr. 3G. Thanks for the 6 months. That's definitely how you say your name, right? Where's this video, Mr. Man? Mr. Canada Man?
You lose the game. It's an FPS game.
EDG will make a glorious return for champs.
You think? I mean, that's actually a pretty hot fucking take right now. That's like a hot take. Okay, couple things. Canada Man Gaming is on 632 subscribers. I would like to... I'm pretty sure Canada Man only posts, you know, Throw City videos. Go and join Throw City. If you are in NA, which a decent portion of you probably are, there's going to be a Throw City mini tournament that you can join in NA, and there will be in the future as well, hosted by one Canada Man and Nova Scotia. Go and join Throw City. If you don't know what Throw City is, join the Discord. It's where we play our custom 10-man games. It's like ranked, but if your teammates actually spoke and hopefully were pretty nice, because we can just ban them if they're not. If anyone says anything to you that is not, you know, to your liking, and you have evidence of that, we'll just ban them. And you'll never have to play with them again. See? Good system, right? And it leads to moments like this. So go and join the Discord. If you can't find where Throw City is, just ping one of the mods. Ping Canada Man. Ping Nova Scotia. Ping Kid in the Shadows. There is a whole thing that tells you, but they'll just lead you straight to it. No worries.
1A, man.
Here we go. See, you'll get open to all ranks. You could be good like Cymorg here. You can be shit. You know, you can be dying like Virtuo Fabio, who dies a lot. Open to all ranks. We'll balance the teams. Don't worry. There's a, you know, everyone's favorite player in EMEA is a bronze player, Yamuko. So, you know, no worries.
Oh, nice. Last one also, man.
Come here, please.
Come on, peek. Peek. No, sorry.
See, we got people telling it that you have to peek.
Big
Complete the clip.
Never mind.
See, not everyone is great.
Oh,
I'd lied.
Oh yeah, Alpha. Oh. Neon canteen, Neon canteen.
Nice, good call.
Oh, that's nefarious. There we go.
Are you for real right now, bro?
Wait for the smoke to go down. Probably 5 seconds.
Spike planted.
See, no, it's these comms.
Cypher was tower. Cypher tower. We have Gecko ult.
Yeah, I'm eyeing for sight. I'm eyeing for sight, and I'm gonna suck tower.
Nice.
Close up.
Heaven and close.
One enemy remaining.
He's still tower. He just swung me heaven. Yeah, he swung me. Better wrap.
Grim tap.
I'm gonna get spammed. I'm sticking.
Someone needs a push.
Oh, nice!
Whoa, he's crazy.
Vic!
Whoa, that was cross-set placement. 8 bullets, you got this.
Only need 3.
You lied.
4 bullets, 3 bullets, nice.
He's a classic.
No, he has that guy is judge unless you give him a gun. Like up heavens, and you're calm. Yeah, it's so calm.
CT. Close.
You're on your left.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
I think that's how I die, Power.
Oh, this guy.
This jet's out lane.
Nice thinner. Nice. Holding her mid.
Lane.
Nice thinner.
Here we go.
Oh, nice. Oh, sorry. No.
Get her body.
Let's fucking go.
His teammates comes out. Now 1v5, a near impossible round to win here. Has to be one of the most insane clutches I've ever seen. Nade is utilized already. Prowler is coming in. He's getting pinched, and the blast pack doesn't let him go where he wants. And just stuck in here. Isolates one more fight. Gets another. The reload comes out. Oh my god!
Oh!
I can try to get that gun if you
What the fuck?
Nice shot. They are aware. Oh, they're unaware.
No, they saw you.
Now they're aware.
They saw
Wait,
you.
whose stream is this?
Okay, you have to take now the perfect time to. Okay, never mind.
Whose stream is this? That's your stream, Canada Man?
Yeah.
Why have you just got this big teddy bear?
There we go.
Can you clip that? Because I did not have my clips on.
Let's fucking
That's
go.
not a clip. That's not a clip.
Let's fucking go. Yes, clip it. Yes. Someone in my stream, clip it. Please, please, please.
Out right now. I'll blame breach. You didn't.
Nice.
Come at me! I killed him! I feel like he's just watching you.
Yeah, he's Evan. Yeah.
Flashing here. Yep.
Boom.
I can what?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, you're alive. You're alive. You're alive. That map.
What?
So long since I've touched toes. What?
Taxi?
Back maybe. I'm running at them. I have ult. Double close right.
Can I have my ace?
There you go.
God, please raise open.
Now?
Yeah, if you're gonna go.
Down B.
What?
It's fine. We're a defense team. Yeah.
Now watch this.
Shoot him.
The chase is on.
What?
30 seconds left.
Nope. What behind me?
We're also stunned.
How the fuck that hit me?
I'm about to eat your ass, Vic, and I'm not joking, bro. Give me that DB.
What the fuck?
Give me that.
I clicked the wrong button.
Wait, no time, jump off, no time.
No time.
No, wait, what you doing?
Spike down A.
I'm a freak.
What the fuck,
Just chill.
Dead. Yours hit 35. You could all. I'm gonna flash them.
No, just wait.
Yo, turn around.
Last player standing.
Who's next? Not giving the round after that one. Let him have the win. Okay, never mind. No, you guys have a win. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, what they do? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, judge.
Last player standing.
Stop.
No, I got two.
Oh my lordy
One
lord.
enemy remaining.
Breach is here.
We're so good.
No, you guys into the nade. What are you doing?
I was stunned, bro.
Well divided.
I suggest you move.
Oh!
Nice.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
It's not. You can say.
Oh.
There was one.
He doesn't have the judge, or...
Alpha probably got Vandal, yeah.
One enemy
They're
remaining.
so good.
He's going door. I'm gonna walk up behind him if you give me time.
Dude, they're so
Or you're just better.
Here we go.
I don't think.
We're good.
Doesn't have spike. And you have a rifle now. Did anyone touch him?
Classic Canada Man self-promo. If there's one thing you can guarantee, it's that multiple Canada Man clips will be in here. How long was that ISO all that?
One enemy remaining.
What the fuck? Zerastics?
Wait, this is crazy timing. 1, 2, 3,
Spike down
4.
A. One enemy
Oh no, it's
remaining.
Holmes.
Flash.
Holmes.
Nice.
It always ends with a TMV clip. We always end with a TMV clip. Let's do our map veto, shall we? They haven't already done it, have they? No. Go and join Throw City. Join Throw City. Join Throw City. Don't you want to play with the people that you can chat to in this chat? And it is better than ranked. If you are sick of ranked, it is a good cure. Sometimes. Not, says Thinwood. How often do you play Thinwood? When will I join and give us a new clip? See, this is like, maybe, tell you what, I will probably play it quite a bit, like, after the playoffs, and then that little window that we get in between like a playoffs and a champs. I'll probably play it quite a bit then, but obviously I when VCT is on, particularly like all 3 regions, you know, I do get quite busy, you know, like, you know, it can be quite busy between making videos, streaming, you know, all that shit. Is Throw City on console yet? Oh, what a fucking great question. No. I'm not sure how big. I don't think the console crowd, I feel like they're more of a... I'll queue if I can gain RR. We do have an RR. There is a rating. You do get a Throw City rating. There is a leaderboard that you can look at. The rating is poo. Look, I can't deal with that. Ever thought of doing a Throw City League? Is there other regions? The 3 regions we have are EMEA, NA, and APAC. APAC is normally done on Singapore. EMEA is normally done on Frankfurt. And Americas is normally done on... I don't even fucking know. Illinois? I have no idea. But that can change if obviously, like, if everyone, like, if we were doing an EMEA one and everyone's from Turkey, you know, obviously you just do it in STML. You know, it kind of depends where everyone's from. You can obviously change that. It's a custom game. KRU didn't play, so what the fuck are they gonna ban? What were they banning prior? Bind? What do they ban now? I'm just gonna say split. Well, they're playing against Sentinels. What would you ban against Sentinels? So you were previously banning bind. Fuck it, let's just put bind. Because that was their ban before. So that's the only info I've got. So I'll put bind. Sen will pick, you would have thought, Sunset, split. Lotus. Probably not Sunset, to be honest, considering that was pretty close. So they just stick with split. KRU pick. Is that what NRG banned? No, NRG banned Haven. But they did have split map 3. Okay, so let's say they pick split. KRU will pick Icebox. I think against Sen is a good pick. Sen then ban, what have we got? Lotus. They won't ban Lotus. They won't ban Sunset. So they'll ban Haven. KRU will ban Lotus. We'll play Sunset. Oh, Sen banned Icebox? Fuck. What was this? What's this map? Ascent? Yeah, they pick Ascent. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm gonna quickly fill up my water. I'll be back in a second.
A little bit of like how Cryo plays.
It is interesting though that both of Zekin's
6 out of
games
7
last
possible.
week were on the Rays. We haven't seen that Neon out of them yet.
True, but just to go back to Mimi's point, we saw Sadak on the Neon, and it wasn't bad.
No, I think it was
just
solid.
He was facing Jogma. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? I feel like it wasn't bad. He had a slow, methodical approach to the game, and I feel like if Kesnet is going to do the same thing, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, if they have their foundation set, they have their executes ready, they have their really good support players.
I almost wonder if they would ever want to experiment with putting heat on one of these duelist roles and switching things up a little bit.
No.
If
That's
Kesnet
wild.
still wants to play the attack side Lotus.
That would be.
Good on support. He was so good.
That's
on
true.
his use,
He
though.
was ridiculous for his first time playing the role last season as well.
It would be a little disappointing to see Heat off of that row after how good he was at the start. But
He was always a duelist player.
But he was always a duelist player, so you never know there. But let's go ahead and jump over to Zekin with Elizabeth and hear what he has to say.
Hi, Zekin. So last week we saw you on the Rays. This week will we see you on the ISO, the Neon, or any other agent besides Rays?
That's not up to me. I guess it depends on the maps, but I've been having a lot of fun playing all 3 of those agents the past few weeks, so we'll see.
Well, why didn't you play the Neon, which I think a lot of people expected you to play last week, or even the ISO?
My Rays was just feeling good that week, and on those maps we play a lot of Rays, so just sticking with it.
Sticking with it. Best of luck on me.
All right, so of course we'll see what we end up getting out of Sentinels here today. But the thing is that after the Sentinels team had one hell of a run, they got themselves a decent break, and then they come back into the fold, and you just start to see a Sentinels team that looks scary, absolutely scary. And I think Sentinels, Mimi, are in an even better spot than what they were coming into stage 1. And these guys were at the top of the world at this point. They look like a refined operation over there in the SEN camp.
They looked really solid, I think, coming out here. They didn't make massive changes like implementing Neon on every map. They didn't take the EG approach.
Yeah.
But I think where they tried new comps, it was really well put together. I like the deadlock ideas they showed on their map of Lotus. I think Sunset, this little change, switching out the KO for the breach, added a lot and set Zekin up super well. They looked drilled. All the players were in form. This looked like
Please give us Neon Zekin. Thought Split was gone from the map pool? No. Split leaves during the playoffs.
Because I felt like
is when Abyss enters.
NRG
Don't know
play,
about
I had
what
similar
happens in
vibes as watching 100 Thieves play, where it was
what's
like
gonna happen with
solid ground. You know what I mean? Like I feel like as a team
What's it
they weren't
called?
as put together.
But I feel like the closest they got it was
Tier
the
2.
second
Does
half.
anyone know when
Sunset
is
were
Abyss
actually
coming in
playing
at the same
a
time?
really good attack side, to their credit.
I feel like Sentinels have a really good, solid understanding of how they want to play. And I love the idea of Zekin being on Duelist, being able to pick and flex whoever he wants to play, whatever's feeling good that week. I feel like that's super
Is
important.
it possible that they delete Icebox and Abyss for champs? I don't think that's possible.
All the
No.
beauty they do. Let's bring up the telestrator real quickly because I actually think what has still been.
I mean, I
such a
do think
strong
Abyss will be a
strength of Sentinels
pretty
is
incredibly
their mid-round
boring
calls, specifically out of John QT. In this round, it opens
map
with
after a
fight
while.
over rubble control, where they get a very early
When I
pick,
first
but in
heard console
classic John
jumping, I
QT
thought
fashion,
Yoru
they
might go
don't
crazy.
accelerate from this. And one thing they actually end up
I mean, I would
seeing
assume
is they
all
see that
Flash
the baby
agents,
door here
Flash
gets
agents
spammed down to next to nothing. And what John reads
would be
is
pretty
that there's
good.
going to be some kind of a trap play set up in this grass area. So he calls for his team to reset.
That was the
into
last
lane,
series,
and we're gonna
destruction
fast
by
forward here
EG.
very
EG looked
quickly.
quite
Basically,
good.
he sent 3 of his teammates back to go front B, and they're going to bait out this
Do I think
fight
Sage will be
into
meta for the
grass,
first
and
few
they do
weeks?
that by about 5 seconds ago.
Yeah,
John is
it could
here
be.
now.
I mean, I
He
think
hit
it'll
the
be
door, and he actually
Icebox
sent a
similar to Icebox
baby door. Now, the
comp-wise.
door is still closed, but it goes through and
Where
it
I
hits
think
the
some
Cypher
teams.
on that side,
I'm
so they
interested
can't
to see if
instantly
anyone will
fight
go
out in that
solo
space. The
Viper.
defense
I
team
feel
off
like
the door tapping
they
or the orb being
probably
hit wants
won't.
to fight back into grass, but instead they're stalled out, and it opens up the timing for those 3 players of Sentinels to run up
we'll
front B
see.
and land a nasty combo. Paranoia. You have a seize, you have a nade.
Maybe even
Something
solo
barely
Harbor, who
dodges
knows?
the-
But
the
you get what
seize,
I mean.
So he ends up surviving, but even after that, Sentinels still scale in very nicely and get the trade into Baby Door. It's moments like these where Sentinels, after
Here we go,
seeing
what's
that door
Elevated
spam
asking me?
down to next
I'm
to
the coach of
nothing,
C9.
realize the play that Energy is trying to set up and call against
You've
it
been made the coach of
perfectly
C9,
take
however,
almost
to pay
no
your
fights.
salary,
Like,
they had to
just
cut
got a
Oxy and
kill
replace
and
him
a
with one of the
half
following people.
Yeah,
Joe
and I
Biden,
think to
current
go
day,
back to your
Peppa
point
Pig,
as
a box
well,
of crayons with only the color
when I
yellow,
was watching
Mike.
Sentinels, I didn't feel like they were necessarily defined
Give me
by the
Peppa
set
Pig.
plays and stuff they had. I felt like it was a game that in large part was won by a lot of rounds like that from John QT on both.
Although I've seen some videos, I don't know if these are real or not, but I've seen some videos of Joe Biden playing GTA.
Was really, really good. This is SEN that I think made some mistakes in that NRG series, sure, but they, I think, got that win and now have an opportunity to.
In fact, I've seen videos of Joe Biden playing multiple
Yeah, it was a lot of the
shooter
micro
games.
plays specifically that were called that made it play out really well. And I feel like just comp-wise too, it just worked out perfectly.
Was he any good?
Very
I think he
clear
was.
The work that has been put forward here by Sentinels. And
Honestly, you know what Joe Biden's fucking debate campaign should be? Someone should get up those videos to him and tell him, this is how you should talk to Trump.
Yeah, Sentinels have proven
Just copy
that they
this,
are a force
word
to
for
be
word.
reckoned with, but their opponents are no slouch whatsoever. It's Crew versus Sentinels. Let's send it over to the stage.
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute you.
What do you mean? Is it real? How could it not be real?
That is a good point. How could it not be real? That is a fair point. How would you mimic someone's voice like that? Crew Visa. It doesn't help that Lev are also sponsored by Visa. Why do Visa have such an interest in South American esports orgs? I don't know. I don't know.
Would Joe Biden be able to get a single kill in an iron lobby?
Depends. Do you tell, how much information does Joe Biden get? If you just sat Joe Biden in front of a computer with Valorant on and said, play this, no. If you told him the controls, yes. He might get, no, probably still no. No. I mean, he would just stare gormless at the screen. I don't think Biden knows he's president. Oh, dearie me. What an unfortunate choice you Americans have got. Look, I mean, if you are wondering, the correct choice is still to vote Biden, by the way. That's the thing. I'm not normally one to tell people how to vote, but there is a wrong choice. Because here's the thing. He's gonna die in office anyway. You know? He's gonna die halfway through anyway. He's not gonna serve the full 4 years. He's gonna die. Like, you know. Not from I mean from natural causes. I'm not talking about some assassination attempt or, you know, something like, I'm not talking anything nefarious. I'm talking that he's fucking really old. That's what I mean. He's just really, really old. I mean, that is an actual crazy fact. That Bill Clinton... Oh, here we go. Bind, Icebox. Oh, they picked Lotus. Split. Crew Band Haven. 3 out of 7. It is a crazy fact that Bill Clinton, who was a president before I was born, is younger than both Trump and Biden. And you guys call me old. And he was president before I was born. And he's younger than Trump and Biden. You are old? Well, that just goes to show how fucking old they are.
Not Sentinels, the team, but Sentinels.
Sentinels, the two agents.
No, I get not confusing at all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like Deadlock and Cypher.
Yeah.
Ridiculous there. But for Sentinels, I think
Didn't you attend the 1888 England match?
I'm not sure it was 1888. I said that number because that's when the first football league was founded. I actually think it's probably prior to that, really. I think it's probably about 1881. Sharp tongue!
Yes.
Thanks for the prime.
Sentinels are playing the breach here, which is crazy. Honestly, like, big shocker to me. They weren't playing flash.
So have they changed that comp again?
Maybe just having
Gone to a different comp
options
again?
in their back pocket is pretty cool. Seeing Zelsus on that, of course, gives them much faster acceleration options, but also I think gives them way more tools to fight aggressively over B and C space. I think those lines
1872.
Really to fight into.
I love this comp because you're so able to set up your race and set up second for so much.
4,000 people went
in the breach. So going into it, knowing he's confident with that raise, I think it's just going to play out really well for the Sentinels.
Well, let's find out how this all plays out and send it over to your casters, and one of them is ranked Silver 2 in NA servers. Question is, which one is it? Is it Brett or Sideshow? Oh wait, he's gold. Good for him.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, one of us has ranked that.
That's not true.
Who could it be?
That's not true.
Who could it possibly be?
Immortal EU equals Silver 3 NA.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, no, we've done the boosting job. We've got you into 5 stacks. We've got him out of Silver now, so don't worry, chat. It's not too much of a problem. Sen versus KRU. That's the match that we got right now. And honestly, there's a lot to play off in terms of the playoffs and making it, but it's a bit of a stepping stone game. I think
hell's
you've
this
got to
noise?
take this match, one step further forward. It doesn't guarantee either of these teams to actually making the top 6 and locking it in, unlike some of the other regions. If you've been watching EMEA or Pacific, you know that a lot of those teams are already a lock for playoffs, right? It's all decided and wrapped. But in Americas, a lot more parity.
Yeah, and this could end up being one of those diverging pathways where a win here or a loss here ends up sending you down the wrong route. I think a lot of people have forgotten how good KRU were earlier on this year.
It's gonna be a good. This is gonna be a good game.
In the slightest.
KRU haven't had to show anything. They've had an extra week to prep as well. To be fair, I mean, KRU probably didn't want the extra week to prep. I'm sure they're probably pretty anxious to get going, but.
QT just
this is what it is. 11 teams. It is what it is.
No reaction given though off the turret being broken. Shy did not start to go back over towards C once the turret was broken. KRU, in fact, grouping up for a potential B hit. Reading that that's a fake, a bit of pressure being applied by John Cutie on the left side of the map.
Bring them down.
It's nice and cautious for now from Sentinels. Not running into any of these sides.
Killjoy or Cypher on Lotus?
Hiding the intent. Now the spike making its way over towards C, still with a heavy...
It does depend on what comp you play. I think if you are playing double initiator, I do think that Cypher is a better option. I think if you're sticking with the old meta comp, I think Killjoy is the better option.
It's going to be putting a bit of pace into the round.
That's a weird
Not quite.
pistol.
Still slowing it down now, grouping up, ready for the hit together. About 30 seconds left. Now, KRU are finally at least getting a few players over towards it. Shy. Might be ready to at least get a few spam. No, not bullets, not going to be sent. Going to be waiting.
Now,
for
the
rest
reason
of
that
the
I
team,
say
but
that is just because of the way that you play.
He's bought time for them. Here it is, Nade. Rebounding with the paranoia, sweeping.
So what I mean by that is when you play the double initiator, you're going to play for a lot of retake C. And I think Cypher is better for that. When you play for...
should be set up for this one nicely. Just playing this one together and already flooding through with the kills. Kesnet.
When you play like the comp like KRU are, normally you aren't going to be playing retake C like they are now. You're going to be playing for holding C a bit more. I think Killjoy is better for that. So I think I start by KRU.
Really sick pistol round by KRU.
So yeah, I think there are different strengths and weaknesses. I do think that the Cypher putting the camera out here somewhere on C can literally win you rounds sometimes. Then again, if people don't default correctly against the Killjoy turret out there on C as well, that can win you rounds.
Whenever they would take C control in the previous game we just watched playing against NRG, he would do that same push into spawn alone to try to take some area of the map. KRU are ready. KRU have been watching last week, and you can tell right from round 1. And have Sen been studying the KRU VODs? What VODs? We haven't seen them play in 50 days.
It's been a long time. Which is odd, right? It's been a condensed season. A lot of play, a lot of games being played in a rapid sense, but
like you said, Brent, they went out fairly early on in Stage 1 playoffs, especially for a team with a 5-1 record. So they missed out on Shanghai and then had a bye in week 1 of Stage 2.
Is there any danger here? Potentially let's go on. Nah, not quite. Only 2 players still back up for Sen, John QT and Tens.
Pick up the worst gun.
Do it,
bold.
Back back on that same train of thought.
So obviously KRU, I mean, you know, they're just playing with the default stuff, which I do still think is the best comp.
So there is that semblance of unknown.
You know, I do still think that this is
match. You know, there's only so much preparation.
the best comp on the map.
Focus needs to be on yourself almost.
Personally.
And they've also changed their composition here on Lotus.
Now, I do think it's interesting that SEN changed their comp. I mean, they won. They won fairly convincingly as well. Maybe because I think it's an interesting meta idea, right? That if a team pick, like, if you have two comps for each map, two comps that you feel like okay about,
but KRU's ideas,
that when a team picks a map into you, you just pick a different, you just pick your second comp. You know, just don't let them, because you know that they will have studied your VODs. Okay, weird setup here. Killjoy Viper pushing out. Is that a one-way lineup?
Bonus round with quite a lot of
You got a one-way lineup for this with a Viper roll? Holy fuck me! Let's fucking go.
Sentinels.
Show me this! Like, it kind of looks like on the map, but show it to me.
Sort of satchel movement. It's going to be given up freely. No one eager to really try and fight this one again. Zekin, he's maybe overstepping himself. No, straight through the box. They're all aiming for the one player, but unfortunately it's a 2-for-1 special.
They missed where the spike was.
What's the call now going to be made by these KRU players? Complete wraparound. They made their presence known. Now trying to fight through this one. It's a one-way setup though that tends. It's propped up. Makes it very difficult to chew through. Prowler has to be committed, and a Prowler's going to be used. At least paranoia, I should say. In response
by Sassy, if they can get out with 5 alive here, that'd be good for SEN.
Discipline by Sentinels backing away.
Their plant's in a fantastic position for them to play over towards Mound. This is looking like an anti-bonus here with almost nothing dropped. There's one.
Yeah, there's the reveal. Tens will get picked off, but
I mean,
there's no chances anymore for KRU to win this one. Sentinels have got this one wrapped up nice and pretty.
A break of the armor towards the end is the only silver lining. Exposing Heat getting out with the Vandal. A very clean round from Sentinels. And John QT,
okay, so as I said, normally we're going to be playing, you know, more for like C hold on this comp.
Full C retake setups. Sentinels don't have to use utility to go and take that area. Already, we see a slight adjustment from the pistol round as Zekin takes 2 players with him. A couple friends to accompany him as that push into spawn looks a lot more deadly. And instead of being suckered in, he's the bait that KRU fall for.
And I think against SEN, you have to mix stuff up.
Could be a turning point.
You know,
in this
we do
round,
have
though.
something a bit different here, but again, a
Money
weird.
being invested for KRU. They do have a showstopper from
kill
B main.
yourself.
That Keston's going to be laying his eyes on.
So playing for a Lamba ult.
He's holding this one
I
aggressively.
mean, this guy would
he
be
knows
chilling
that
back here.
Can stand his ground and fight this. Doesn't matter what util he's going to be faced with. So
I think John Cuty's got a very nice read of how he wants to play these attack sides in general.
Killjoy can start drifting across.
It's a little more difficult without the Viper, but I think it's necessary.
Try not
even
get
with the
any
double initiator
nanos. That's kind
compositions.
of a big problem.
The info game is just so powerful on Lotus.
Like
And
bro.
KRU normally play it really well.
risky to face that one wide of the Prowler. It does connect there. Heat! Sky has been magnificent. Mel's is going to be backing him well. Up, tidy with a reset. Still Sentinels might be able to persevere. A little bit of that gunplay coming into effect. So a 2v3.
God, I could use the people not screaming and shouting. Terrible swing by
Right on point for that one, Shy.
Okay, you've seen both of them though.
Takes the peek, takes the gamble. Backs
Really
away now,
bad
wants to
swing,
try and play
especially when you
this
got
one safely.
Razel. Razel on a
35
3v2, like,
seconds
bro,
roughly
we
in a
won.
round. Sentinels
34
Definitely have
seconds.
their
If you're going this
chances.
way, you have to kind of go now.
John Cutie is playing mind games over here. Klaus peeks. They could have already got into tree though.
Oh, you are going
Information just not quite good enough.
Making noise.
The footsteps though are going to confirm things. They're heading away from A.
I don't think Klaus heard it potentially. He might expect it now, yeah, looking in the other direction.
Yeah, they're starting to leave off the site at the moment, and they didn't full clear tree. There's barely
So
any
this
time
is
here for
2
John
off
to get
ball.
onto the site.
10 seconds left.
But it's going to be Zelsis that gets the plant down.
Klaus denied! Oh, John QT, the savior,
Lucky.
comes to his rescue.
Lucky
Could have
for
been a
Sam.
plant now, could have been a round win just like that, and it leaves it for Shy. In a 1v2, Cam takes point, flash to follow. It's too much util right in his face now. Aftershock as well, slowing him down. Trip's going to be dealt with though. Shy just needs to isolate one of these fights here, but a jiggle of the movement, just offset, and he's dancing around him. John QT
Played by John.
making Shy look silly.
Yeah, Kesnet just cost them around here with a really bad swing.
Movement there from John Cutie towards the end. And a player disadvantage situation.
You just can't really afford that in that kind of spot.
Job to get them
And I mean, really, they should always be winning this round.
But it's
Could even argue Melso
right
just
there
gets
onto
way too
Kesnet
aggressive
that I
as
think
well.
turns the entire round. Kesnet peeks for information, super confident in himself. No respect given, Zalsis shuts him down instantly. And from there, the two cerebral players on
So
Sentinels
now we're on
can
an
slow the
eco
round
as
down.
well. Do have
Crew
some
now
ults.
on a bad buy, looking to control rubble.
Send close to some ults as well. They are going fucking hard at this.
They're going to overwhelm
This is
this one. They do have the
bizarre.
bodies for it. The John QT set up.
Like
just
so aggro here.
postured. Bluff called. But still, game plan seems pretty clear from Sentinels. They're going to play this one nice and slow at the beginning. Never really rushing into this.
The Horn clears out C there. As Tenzin can take that space. And John is just trying to play as safe as possible. These angles are very difficult for the defenders to push into. So even though you know there's nobody in A lobby, we have full rebel control. The best
See,
case
now,
scenario
against
is
this
just
kind of
post
comp,
up
personally,
Melzer
I
as he
think
was
you
in
can
the
start
prior
to
round.
leave this shit, to be honest.
And then stack the rest of the map.
Like, that to me is quite good. Because these comps are
They're not
pretty
worried
loud
now
when
at
they,
this point,
like,
though.
they'll
They should
tell
be,
you when they're
because
coming.
Rebel control looks really heavy, and Kesnet's thrown an aid over there. But look, Kesnet's already off-site. He has the showstopper. This could still get dangerous.
Yeah, rocket initiation could be dangerous, but lands it just at the feet. A lot of damage done to himself here, but the rest of the team off-site. Kesnet, he's so damn eager. He wants to take the fight straight up. Swinging before the smoke was even bloomed. Shy in and through. Gonna be managed though, at least with his kills going even. But Kesnet, he's still alive here. Finally
You get the
dropped
nade off.
to the ground. Tens. It's in an aggressive forward position.
Fight on the flank.
All sound cues taken away.
Massive
and
win.
one. Melzer winning it. That's a rifle taken away. 2v2 now. Rolling Thunder. Has to be committed. TP forwards. Tens. He's trying to get active. If you can at least take away this one player, Heat. It's becoming a bit of a problem here. Jiggling around, but the patience is immaculate. Melzer did manage to pick up that upgrade, but double faced by Sentinels.
Tens, big round from Tens. I mean, that wasn't eco, but it was close and it was crazy, and we had a lot of ults.
Well fought by Crew, though, considering that that was a half-buy round.
Yeah, but
they did commit
you're used to
pretty
ults.
large ultimates into it.
It's not a half-buy round.
But I think we're seeing a pattern here start to develop on Lotus that Sentinels are having to dig themselves out of some very difficult spots.
It's going to be a pretty good game.
Duel on the flank simply
Crew
can't
just
be going
maybe...
that way regularly, otherwise Sen are going to be in
I mean,
a
obviously
lot
they
of
didn't have
trouble.
the weapons in
Tens
that
was
one.
asked to
It
do
really
so
came down
much
to that
in this
1v1
round,
with
and he
Tens.
delivered for them.
Kaplan himself can hardly believe it. At this time, an actual committal. That's an interesting take here towards Rubble, right when Crew aren't really fighting this.
Yes, it's like
Two
the first
players
time they
ready
haven't
to
done
see
this.
them here with a paranoia. It's going to be used by Melzer. Wants to slow this one down. A lot of noise being made by Sentinels, though. They want to make this feel like it's an A take, and they've left John QT posted into this position for a little bit later. Could be a
And
nasty
now
surprise.
we're in a good spot for Sen.
But this is one of the rounds where Sen actually have rubble control at the start. They've had to use quite a lot of initiator utility for it. And John must not get re-cleared out of this position and die.
Yeah, he needs to leave.
He chooses the safer option as his team pivot into B.
Crew definitely got players ready to receive this once more. Kesnet might even be there as well. Second, he's taking the lead. Still, he's going to be locked down in place. Can't hit the transfer in time. Kesnet!
God, it's
tries to
crazy.
swing
It's
in and fight
fast
into
and
them
frantic,
once
isn't it?
more. Just can't got it with the reset. Now we're going to see another pivot straight over towards C. Klaus is going to be holding
But they
this
do.
out towards
Tens has
Rubble.
ult.
Does have a molly in
They
his
could
back
go
pocket.
anywhere, but...
Slowing things down now, and Klaus looking for information.
Ult line. Should see it. Flash dodged. Aftershock. Evading most of it, yet still with the rifle now a TP.
Some amazing kills in these rounds from Celsius.
Yeah.
Real impact frags.
I mean, we're
Not
just
top of the
going
scoreboard as
crazy
far as
with
I'm
these
aware,
frags.
but delivering on
Probably
big
be a
ones. That
save
one
from
on
Melzer,
Kesnet,
you
this
would have
one in
thought
this
it should
round.
be.
Shutting down Klaus. Just putting his team into great spots.
Yeah.
And on the flip side,
So we
there's
might
a
get a
few
timeout
times
from
that
Crew.
Kesnet
I mean,
has peaked
they're in all
where
of these
I
rounds. It
expect,
just feels like there's a
this is where
crucial
he's gonna get the
moment like
kill
there
that
was
turns
here,
things
right,
around,
where
and he just
Sen
hasn't
just
quite
get
delivered.
these kills.
He, I think,
They
is
just
up
win
towards
like
the
a
top of the scoreboard for his
crucial
team.
fight at the
Still
right
fragging
time. We saw
well,
it in the round
but in
prior
terms
where,
of the
you know, Tens wins this
mid-round
one back
fights
here.
that
Like,
decide whether a round goes in your direction or the other, that's where he's not quite finding his value. He had a re-peak here, where he ended up dying trying to stop the B hit from coming through.
Decisions made easy for Melzer. Just got to save the rifle, obviously. Sitting onto the other side of the map here. Sentinels, you know, despite a bit of a rocky beginning, Now leading 2 rounds in terms of the difference between these two teams, but it's just been a string of
Crowd mic is way too loud. I just where are the guys who go Saber?
And then goes for another.
Saber.
John Cutie and
Where are those guys?
In a big way, and frustration and the crossed legs as well. Just all the body language seeming to indicate that Kesnit's not quite happy with what's going on.
Timeout. I am
Team's
shocked.
last faith in him though. Nels is going to hand over the rifle, even though it's a weaker buy round.
And both teams fighting rubble.
Yeah, might see a really heavy clash occurring finally. Kesnit
wins that fight. The one rifle.
Let's draw it. Still a heavy committal by a couple of these crew players here. And Zekken just due diligence shown. Is going to be clearing a lot of these corners and the boxes as the wall. They've got it. Ready here with a seize nade. Off to the back.
Wow,
and
nice.
Celsius is pressed forwards.
That's lovely.
Setting up Kesnit quite nicely for all of these fights. Still, do they choose to fight this one? Sentinels might be overstepping themselves, but risks need to be taken in this instance.
Spike's down here as well.
Spike
This round's
down,
over.
way out in the open.
All 5 of crew are here.
There's enormous player advantage over towards Rubble, and the way that Kesnit has played it, it's just perfect. How are you ever getting that spike back? Look at the amount of crew players just grouped up on top of the spike over here. It's ridiculous. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get that back with an Omen ult.
No, there's no chance.
Can't use that yet.
Well, I
Every
don't know.
single option to watch for as well. I mean, what does Sen even go for, man? Look at this.
Yeah.
Doubled up watching Babydor, doubled up watching Main. Kesnit's got stairs on lock.
If Sassy had a seize, he'd be able to catch the whole team apart from Kesnit in one.
30 seconds
I'm
left.
going to try and take the option out through the Babydor, but it's individualistic, isn't it?
Oh, what
John
else?
just can't really swing into it.
Has John spotted the fact that
there's no chance?
There's a whole team guarding that position?
Yeah, not enough time. So
Yeah.
crew.
That's a lovely round, though. And Kesnit coming up with the goods.
10 seconds
Okay, big round
He
from
gets
crew.
that
I
opening
mean,
kill, his first of the game so far in round 7.
they kept doing this
And then
A
he's also
fucking
part
fight.
of a
Sen,
really nice
weirdly,
season-aid
the
combo
one
that
round they didn't,
flushes
Sen decided to come to
Zelsis
A.
out
This
into
time
the
they came
open.
to A with crew
I
there.
think, so far the rubble fights that we've seen have been
And crew win it.
both teams looking to contest it when the other isn't. When Sen wanted to fight it, crew were not going for it. That's the first round in round 7, where both teams have really clashed. And here you see that the defenders, when they've got this many bodies in the area, it's just really tough for Sen to get anything done. Remember, they don't have an attacking Viper wall to cut up angles.
Exactly.
Crossfires are open. Interesting little
4-3. Sen take a timeout.
insight
Interesting.
from the team there in the team chat as well.
I didn't see it. What was it?
They were talking about they love the refight over towards A, like Cap was saying.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be in time just for the Sen timeout. So
Cap can say it
yeah,
again.
he can say it again.
Yeah, but I think overall the slower pace of things, where Sentinels don't try to fight over A lobby, I think that was still working fairly well.
I think this will be a
John
decent
was
timeout for
pressuring
crew
that
as well in
area,
terms
and
of
they
like
were getting
figuring
good
out what they
information
want to
to
do
know
because
when
they
to
they have been
capitalize
just
on
losing
C.
some
And
crucial
if things
fights,
go into
right? And that's why we're at
C retake
4-3
scenarios,
Sen.
I think Sentinels should be feeling fairly good about that. The crew retakes have looked solid, but Sen's players have been able to deliver when it matters. And they've got good layers of protocols around that, sometimes pushing spawn, planting in good spots where they can play for mound. The duo play has been there as well, like when Tens capitalized on that Rolling Thunder in a clutch 2v2.
This goes here.
But it now has been a pretty big round there to flip the economy on its head. Crew now with a good buffer.
I'm very curious. And on the other side of things here, they know they're going to be trying to deny this ult orb at least. They don't want to give easy access to Kesnit when he's one away from this showstopper.
Imagine being a
but
Sen
just feigning. Like they could be fighting over that A rubble
Again,
control.
heavy A
Send
fight.
that util, send the cam forward now over towards C mount.
It looks like they want to take the timing as Crew are still over towards A.
Yeah,
This is
gonna be
all about
nightfall.
trying to beat the defensive rotates.
Well, the util though in the choke point.
And that's the problem. Can you beat it when there's all this Viper and Killjoy util down?
It's a big separation. Zekken is way ahead of the rest of his team here, and Kesnit is already in the fight with that kill. And,
Nice. And this is like what this comp is built for, right? This is literally why the comp is meta.
Right on
We
top of the ball.
fight A with 3 people, and we actually have our Killjoy here as well to help if needed. 4 players at the start round are over here, but we can still hold you on C with the Viper Killjoy. Right, we can still stop you from getting in here fast enough to where everyone can get here. This is like literally why the comp became meta in the first place.
Who is now finding his moments.
Is because it answers that fundamental question, which so many other comps fail to do, right? Every other comp pretty much is just saying, well, like EG did, right? Like, oh, we'll have to play retake C
Middle now
if
into
you
the
do
side
that.
here, but again, look at this hold over towards Waterfall. Spam and util. Some flying here by KRU. It's waves of it. Seeking to delay with only 20 seconds left onto the clock, and Sassy at some point will have to commit to this, and when that time comes, gonna be at that disadvantage, if not already. Kesnit is ripping them, tearing them asunder still.
I think he did kill Kesnit somehow,
9 seconds remaining.
and we are trolling a little bit.
And Sassy left the spot. Can't claim it. He was low enough. One kill is all that's really necessary, but time's ran short. Well, a go there. Now
okay, I mean, they gave it a good go in a 2v5, but
up to 4.
Still.
A nice try by Sentinels, but this one of the few times in which they haven't been able to recover whilst down a couple of players.
Imagine if Sen didn't have plot armor. But that's the thing, Sen, I think Sen's probably Sen's biggest strength, like versus other teams, is that they are very, very good at recognizing what their win conditioning around is.
Fast-paced timings. The defenders
and playing to their outs.
For that, especially when you're going up against a team as good as
I think
KRU.
that's like their main strength, like versus other teams.
KRU are eager to turn the heat up. Gonna be beating, receiving,
And that can often look like plot armor, but really it's just them
just in time.
playing correctly.
So that just puts a stop to it. There's no casualties on either side.
That's very eager from KRU, and John immediately mops up the
Okay,
space.
John takes the space on A. See, little reactions like this, right? Like just a nice little thing. Like, okay, we're fighting out here.
Without Melza playing in tree,
out.
normally that paranoia reclear is how you want to go for stuff like this.
Interesting, yeah. We got this deep alarm, but I don't think I've ever seen
They
anyone
have
do this
mound
before.
information. Actually, I feel like they're in a worse defensive spot than they usually are, because they don't have deep A control.
Very difficult for them to set up any semblance of a re-clear. Making noise now with the door opened up. Deep cage as well.
We can see that this is probably going to end in a B split. And so Senna just trying to drag as many bodies over towards A as they can. This is going to be pressure on Shy.
Alongside that, Melza, paranoia.
Oh, buddy, we got an alarm bot here for you.
Sentinels into the side here, Shy. No chance for him to see if he can even it out with a nade, rebounding into the C's. John QT narrowly avoiding it. Won't be falling.
What
right
the
now,
fuck
still
is this
a
thing?
5v5, despite all of it.
I think someone's just sitting here
He
very
sends it
often.
through, at least with the eye.
Oh.
Revealing quite a bit. A reposition of 10s just to be happening. No kills happening. Opened up as well with the door and a fault line to slow it. Klaus might get picked off, just jiggling around. And Sentinels, they do have control, at least in the front section. KRU now. Pace injected. Straight into things here, but a Neurofeth revealing. All still with the kills. They might be able to collect it and claim it. Off angle of Melza. It's going true. At least to find it, but time still ticking. And the nade rebounds, lands, pushing them away, and no more chances at all. Sentinels.
A great post plant played by Senna. Celsius reflags from his position in B main over
Man,
towards
I mean,
A.
again, this mistake of not... If he flashes off this alarm bot instead of just hitting a random
It
flash,
just goes through the walls, disguises his reflank, and he's in.
that might slow them down a lot,
with an
honestly.
Aftershock, and Celsius also has Zekken with a nade. How are you winning this retake when there's an aftershock coming through the wall and a nade coming through the wall? It just takes them too much time.
Yeah.
You have a message for
And
me,
if you think
Boggle?
back to how Sen used to play this post plant as well, with Killjoy mollies being thrown in and huge amounts of post plant lineups, they've really refined those B post plants.
You see it now. Be a bit of a tussle though over towards that C-mount angle. Somehow Melza escaped most of it, but the trades are on point. Sentinels with the player advantage.
And KRU have changed up their defensive setup. They're no longer fighting as heavily over towards Rubble, hoping to catch Sen off guard.
Now this one not broken.
But I think they fixed it before it was broken, to be honest with you, because this adjustment where they fought early B in round 9 and now they fought early C in round 10, it hasn't worked. Sen have had the advantages.
Stray shots from Shy.
Bring them down.
Hoping for a blessing in disguise there. Very difficult to get themselves through into this one already. Ten's committing that paranoia.
Oh, Tens, that was fucking not the right timing for that.
Already evened it up to 3 versus 3. Cage in their face still. It's slow and delayed. As soon as that first player, there's no trade in sight as heat was dropped.
Okay, 6-4. Scrappy, isn't it? It's scrappy at the start of these rounds. It's very fast-paced, very chaotic. Yeah, I agree that. To me, like, just stick with this A
Winning the
act.
gun rounds.
You know, fucking
Crew
play
have won
that.
a pistol in the follow-up, and then they want a thrifty to be able to get themselves back
Play
online.
that normal, like,
in the middle.
C
That's
shit.
what you're seeing in the timeline there. They've only won a single gun round against Sentinels. John's calling and the great post-plant discipline and protocols of SEN are prevailing in these tough spots. Yeah. Now
back
Crew
on an
knocked onto
eco.
another thrifty, this time not with players stacked over towards A, so the danger not quite there for SEN.
See, the thing
But
is, though,
Sentinels
they're going to
gonna
be
play
wondering,
slow.
okay, you
And if
revealed us.
in
Why did no
playing
one try and
slow,
shoot this guy?
They end up finishing towards
The
B. Well,
camera's
there's a
seen no
nasty
one.
surprise for them waiting around here. Could this also end up being a mound crunch?
Yeah, it could be. Melza has a paranoia. They're already pinging it. He's got the angle for it. As soon as some util is going to be used, turret contact perhaps. Yeah, that was it. That was a trigger. They want to send it flying now forwards, and there's no response in sight for Sentinels. Not ready for a second. Up and over the top, just when you least expect it.
That's beautiful. And John's got the read. A is open. So Crew with a gorgeous trap play that nets them 2, and it could have been another thrifty. But it's not looking like that's the way this round is going to crumble.
Awareness off the charts.
Can Crew salvage anything with the 2 heavy hitters Kesnet and Heat have delivered all year long?
And the stage 1 statistically, I mean, those 2 guys side by side near the top, even more impressive.
Crowd is crazy loud.
Shift.
But this one looks
a lot.
very, very difficult. I mean, again, Aftershock and
I mean, they're
B available for Zelsis and Zekken.
And already time. I mean,
They are kind of crazy.
It feels
I mean, the guy who was
fairly
trying to
difficult.
shout rotate.
You just can't commit. You have to save this, even
Fuck
though you've got
me.
the money to buy next.
Yeah, I mean, you have money to buy next, and it's the last round, though, so you might as well send something.
Let's see. Kesnet doing some damage to them at least, but already look at the position being played. Tucked. Safety for Zelsis.
And a couple there to boost the stats towards the end. Heading into our final round here, then.
Okay, 7-4, big round for Crew. If they can get 5, like, you're chilling at 5 on defense, especially if they win second
I think they were
pistol.
doing best when they were controlling rubble and ending with the C retakes. The dodge on the fault line is nice, but that splash all over Mound, it's like it's custom made to just scatter those fragments from the rocket in all directions.
Okay, they're
Could
going
have
back
been
to
a
the C.
dismal round from Sentinels if Zekken didn't turn
Sorry, they're
around.
going back to the A.
The fade of it, just
Aggro.
like that one showstopper. Once more, we're going to see another clash. One more util is going to be accompanying it from Crew's side of things. Revealed. No one breaking the
Breach or
horn, so
Killjoy
almost
locked
going
down
down.
Viper's pit.
There with the punishment, Melza
Just gonna
is
wait
lucky
for
to be
contact.
alive.
Viper's pit out here, I would guess.
Sen don't like what they saw on that side of the map. And now with things quieting down over towards a rebel, Klaus pops his ultimate in this direction.
My ult is ready.
Could they send this with Nightfall breach ult?
Yeah.
Certainly looks like
Exactly what's going to be occurring. There's a slight gap towards the back of the
Oh,
side
he's
there. The
dead.
nade flying forwards. The pit's going to be going down. Still, they have that util to the lake. Kesnet! Rocket forwards flying, but whistles right past and no casualties. Nobody falling still. Sassy.
Sassy's got the
Late to
spike as
party
well,
there,
so he has
missing
to
the
come
timing
back.
to take it straight past and
You
through.
can't
Still,
die before
He
popping
has to be
lockdown.
seconds. I mean, if there was any level of a push out through A, you look how Zelsis and Zekken both coming back to escort the spike in case anything bad happens.
Twists and turns in this last round. in this
Why are we
first
so
half.
low re-clearing this?
Looking like they wanted to commit over towards B. Shy asleep
Oh, we're
at the
sleeping
wheel.
as well.
A little bit delayed. Taking that spam damage backs away here with a lockdown. Now held into his hands, and this will be a bit of a problem. A sticking point for
So
Sentinels.
rotate
What
B
do you
now.
choose to
Have to
do?
go fast,
You're forced into the
rotate
B
B.
site. It's the only one really open towards you. Tens. An important job for him. He's got to try and hold down his B main angle, but he's being reflanked at the exact same time by Klaus.
Not great from Crew this round. Really not good.
Sticking this one.
Tens will win this fight.
Angles.
Oh no, he looked
Oh, the
away.
timing. And a game of that timing, like you were saying, Tens versus Klaus, it's so damn important. Tens, he wins it out. The last 2 players known and noted. Melza is on an island. Got to make a go of things. But nothing to his name to really work with, just a rifle in his hands. Smoke will dissipate. Here's the reload, but way too many targets. Surely it's an impossibility.
Okay, 8-4, good half from Sen considering they lost. Why the fuck are we picking Lotus
Powered by
against
that
Sen?
post-plant play. Incredible win rate for that. 8 out of 9 of their post plants they converted. Against a team that wanted to play retake against them at the very beginning of this. And KRU are no slouches. Still with 4, they'll be looking to run it back on their own attack side. But I think Sen will be feeling pretty happy
So considering they lost pistol, like that is a pretty gnarly comeback from Sen. KRU just made a couple like crucial mistakes in some of those gun rounds.
Stage 2.
I think it's always hard to chase the previous form you had before. So going into the next stage, I think we're just hoping that we can like bring something new into the game, make it really hard for the opponents to read us once again, not be like an open book where people just have millions of odds on us. So I definitely think that being able to enter this next stage without a target on our back is very nice, and being able to feel like we can be like an underdog again is really nice as well.
Recapturing that underdog spirit seems to be of the utmost importance to the Sen squad.
Peepo Sen, Peepo Sen. What the hell's this? This isn't Junk UT. Oh, there they are. I do like these little Zekan sassy. Who would you get, chat, if you had to get a Sentinels player a little thing on your head with one of the players? Who would you get? I think I'd get Junk UT. Because I'm smart. Oh yeah, I'd get Kaplan if they have a Kaplan one. Sen TMV? Look, if you want Sen TMV, then you have to go and like my Twitter reply to Sen. Just think, if that gets 1 million likes, then they have to sign me. You know what I mean?
At the half, multiple times ran it back with pistol bonus and absolutely destroyed the hopes and dreams of Sen.
Yeah, these
way back in 2021.
They've got that history. The matchup put KRU essentially on the map, I think, for the wider
so they
Western
destroyed the camera on C, destroyed the Haunt on A.
Both of these teams started this year looking to really turn things around.
Playing for a retake. Interesting Cypher cell.
Can argue that they've achieved it to a degree, but the season's not over just yet.
And for KRU, I mean, yeah, they've achieved a great regular season record.
They offered to hire me as an analyst. I mean, if I could do it from here, if I didn't have to move to LA, then yeah, I probably would.
They really need at least one big
win. Would I?
win.
Because would I be able to stream? Actually, no, I probably wouldn't. Unless they offered me big bucks. Unless they offered me more, like, significant pay increase to what I earn currently, which I doubt they would for an analyst.
Do you dare take the fight against him? Paranoia has to go flying forwards, at least
with
a
a
grenade. There's no follow-up. No one's holding that angle.
Because again,
Util is perfect. He's caught the timing. Slipped it around straight from
another
behind.
headshot.
Almost at the back, 7 seconds there to deliver.
Right, shot. You gotta kill him. You gotta kill that guy
Multiple
first.
players, they just weren't expecting it, and KRU almost squandering his chance for them. Still, it's a 2v3. 30 seconds left. Spike still there, and Senna happy to give them a bit of
KRU's
space.
defense was gain player advantage at the start of round, do nothing during the middle and then fuck up the retake.
Available for Zelsis and Sassy.
Shy has to back away from this one still. He might be able to do it. Tap goes the ghost.
Fade Haunt.
Alongside it. Shy not able to claim one of his own. 1v2 now for him. Still with a Haunt.
Don't want to reveal where you are. Take a timing swing.
The gun still out and ready. John QT.
From John. Big win for Sen. That probably will be GG, so long as they convert this one.
See that headshot, aim punch, flies onto Heat, and he's unable to land the kill on the other side.
I roll up my sleeves like Heat.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the decision making there actually from 10 to second, but the quality of the players and the unexpected timing ends up working out. How does Second get another one in that spot when he's being faced
it's quite cold in my room
actually, at the same time as
sure
Stairs?
I'll keep it like
Crazy. The fact he gets the second is remarkable. And
holy pale MV, what the fuck did you... What, you thought I was some fuck... What, you thought under here it was gonna be what? You can see the rest... You see my arms from time to time, what the fuck? What? You can see my neck, bro! What the fuck are you on about pale M? Like, what?
Up to 9, but also
What have you been watching this whole time?
The crew would have had going forwards to picking up big ultimates.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, crew. Pretty much all their round wins so far. Been off the back of the pistol round wins, thrifty wins. They lose this one. They haven't been looking too hot in the gun v guns. Sentinels have just been holding that down as their domain.
I'm cold.
It's very true.
Also, I feel like you.
Speaking of
who wears a shirt like that?
Unusual.
You know what I mean? I'm sure some of you do, and I would look down upon you. I would judge you.
Bought him a Guardian in this round. Pretty similar to what we saw from C9 earlier on, and
turned him into a raid boss.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got full armor as well. Looking to try to take fights against anybody.
Foot players? I know Cracks does it.
Well, grouped up, they haven't broken.
I like Cracks.
This trip.
I think Cracks is a good player.
It's a deep enough angle as well. A lot of Util won't be clearing it as they
but
contact
I do think
that.
it's
They will
strange.
hear it. So it's going to be broken. Util. Held by Zelsis.
Slow
The fault line was
CX.
ready for most of this round, but doesn't choose to opt into it. Instead, they're just willing to give most of the side up to crew. Only 30 seconds left.
And I think Sen should be very happy playing flood retakes with this comp.
Tap. Aftershock alongside the nade. Flies forwards and back and around. Sentinels. So with the cam, they're dissecting this site and ripping apart.
Oh, no.
Potentially these chances. Still crew. These are the classics in hands. Making the most
Kesnet
of
needs to get
everything.
one, though.
Kesnet falling. He was the one with the weapon.
So a couple early casualties, but cleaned up very quickly there. Klaus is only going to be able to come into the next round with...
What are they doing?
Well, actually, I'm not sure how much utility he used in this
Discussing
one.
what they want to do.
That could end up making all the difference.
But overall, not looking too good for crew. Economy going to be taking a hit.
Looked dangerous for a moment there.
Yeah.
Klaus even managing to get a kill with his classic is going to really help his economy. He should still be able to afford a rifle. Going to be stuck on a Guardian though. Had to rebuy some of that
Catherine was
utility.
that happy with that round.
Oh!
Casualty early on there
Timeout
as well.
crew. Early
Some
timeout,
workers'
second
compensation on
half.
the line. I mean, that's
We took one in the first half, didn't we? I don't think we did.
Call the lawyers that I
It's
saw
crazy
in the
to be
pre-show.
8-4 down and take a timeout.
They don't look.
That's their first time out.
They don't look like the kind that you'd want to get into.
That's kind of.
Don't mention lawyers, man. I've had enough. I've had enough this year.
Crazy.
Time for crew.
Get it?
They know it has to be
Crew.
the impetus, the turning point, I think, into the map because, you know, as we've been mentioning, I mean, every round really pointing in the direction that Sentinels are going to be taking this. They've been looking sublime when it comes to the gun rounds. It's only the pistol
How's a
rounds and the
5-1
thrifties that
team
have got
losing
crew
to a
even on the
4-3
board
team
with
that
these
bad?
4 rounds that we're seeing right
Because
now.
records
And,
in this
you know,
game
with the
are
gamma that they took with the
fraudulent.
Kesnet, the economy's going to be a little bit weak. They're going to have some rifles heading into this next one, but it's all on this.
Like, because it's
They
a
haven't
low
had a chance
sample
when they
size,
build up
like
too many
go watch the
big
NFL.
ultimates.
There's
He's
always
gonna
a
be 2 away
fraudulent
just from the
team.
plans that
I
they've
say
got,
this is a
but, yeah.
I say this is a fan of
It's
a
rough
team that
out
went
there.
13 and
Normally, I
4.
don't feel great about teams taking
A couple years
timeouts
ago, there was
this early
probably
on in the
more
half,
of like a
but I think it's
7
obvious
and
right from the
10
beginning that Sen
type
are gonna be
team,
trying to
but
play
went
retake
13 and
mostly.
4.
And so crew need to think about post plants, about saving as much utility as they can before.
What
they
a
get
team
into
it was,
the
though.
site.
Time to work.
Nobody's going to be meeting most of this util.
And on the way of doing
Sees the
that,
nade,
also
fault
won
line's
the
all gonna
biggest
be
comeback
heard.
in NFL
It's
history.
by Klaus. Should be coming this to the rest of his team. I wonder they've got that hard and heavy commitment.
Yeah, this is Crew's
He's playing
pick.
for his life as
Sen
well,
pick
just backs
split
his way.
next, which I mean,
Kesnet,
look
jump
against
spot.
Sen
This is
split.
risky from him.
I mean, this is a
There's
must
really no
win.
support
It's
from
a
the rest of his
weird.
team. Paranoia forwards. Be safety in Fury's players. There's a nade
TP'd
rebounded.
into the
Tens is
net.
blinded.
That's very cool.
Yep, couldn't see anything. Straight towards the back of the pillar. John QT
Swing.
oversteps himself.
Great
He's eager
timing
to try
by
and play
Melton.
off those kill trips that he had set up online. The angles is all being watched for there. So with 2 players dropping from Sentinels. Limited options to play. He's back into this round, especially now with the spike planted for crew. Get that extension.
It's all just about damaging the crew economy here. You're not really expecting to win the 3v5, though obviously, if you can pull it off, it's ridiculously good.
Waiting for the horn timing. Now,
This is
time to strike.
Valorant.
Is not.
Everything.
MG 2050 swag.
You're a
with one
Vikings fan? Can't watch you anymore, Packers shareholder.
Rumble of the footsteps.
You're a
Shy.
Packers shareholder? Oh my
Be
goodness.
collecting all the stragglers. Off on to the flank. Building up towards the ults.
That's pretty.
Hey everyone, we got an NFL owner in the chat.
You want to be building up as close as you can to
any gifted? Any gifted? An NFL owner in the chat?
Prioritizing the plant
and no
Kesnet,
gifted?
So he gets closer to his showstopper. One away from nightfall. Don't lose a single rifle. Barely even have to rebuy the armor. I mean, flawless in every sense of the word there. These are the kind of rounds you need in order to get your feet underneath you.
Gun round v gun round. And here's where the danger lies. It's going to be that clash and brawl once more.
We got a commies fan? We got one of the 4 commies fans in the chat?
If they can be
I mean, my Nick's a commies fan.
Straight over the top. The Prowler really pushing him back, though. The space is given up by Sentinels. They want nothing to do with it.
Right there.
Making the rotations.
It looks kind of difficult, I think, for Celsius to anchor onto the A site. I would imagine that he's just playing this spot for information and then he backs off over towards Heaven. And SEN are looking for any potential pivot towards B as KRU Klaus, the IGL, who's picked back up the reins, calling a very slow one here.
Yeah. Positioning of the
SEN
Sentinels
gonna
players,
gamble
like
B.
Anticipating it's going to be.
Did they see a bit of contact here, perhaps thinking this is B, but then they speed up A. Nice from KRU. Question Tuesday for the win. Thanks for the new Prime. God, if you become a fucking 24-month sub, I'm gonna have to say fucking Tuesday the whole time. Where are you from? Question Tuesday.
That's an important one. That's being one
so I can know how to say it.
He had that one for a rainy day, and it appears that has.
Then again, if you don't say America or the UK, I don't know what to say.
Forward once more. Heavy up towards Heaven. At least going to be double holding it.
Oh.
Oh, the bait and switch.
SEN fans versus Swifties, who wins? Sorry, Rob Moore, but I think Swifties might outnumber the SEN City by quite a bit.
Good patience, at least for the rifle play. 10s.
2v2.
Down to 45 health.
No time.
But the spike ticking away.
You're from Canada. Fuck me. Well, what do you say in Canada? Canada, man?
Back in, keeping the guns for the
How do you say? You definitely would say Tuesday.
Big one. Klaus still running that Guardian, which is his purchase from the anti-bonus round. Hasn't been able to upgrade. Won't be able to this time either. A weird situation. But this really does feel like it's about who gets that opening. You see how late that first kill is from Kesnet as well. That's another strange aspect to this map too. They've recognized that Sentinels are playing mostly a retake style. Yeah. So KRU are taking so much space
on my
before
fucking
the first
home
engagement
planet.
happens.
I'm on my home planet.
But just been fed this really
okay,
cool
I mean, we've seen SEN struggle on their defense side in this map before, so maybe it's not over just yet, but...
single round with the second first kill.
We'll see which way it lands. This way. It's a fight to be taken with the showstopper.
Oh, okay, Melson should have
finds his mark and a target
killed him
still
first.
traded out. 10s can't overextend. Still has one more TP. At least for the evacuation, they will get out scot-free.
Gets out. No, I mean, I don't mind the plan, right? We're trying to just make the most of what we've got.
It's traded so instantly, and SEN lose mount control. And they have the eco advantage. Surely this is where
they have lost a fade, so
down. Surely this is where KRU are still going to be able to convert in the 4v4.
You should sell a shirt that says Georgima raided me once.
Looks like it's
twice actually.
Right now for KRU.
Canada, man.
1 minute.
So eat
that.
that.
Tap the door over towards A, and that's going to start to pull people off. You see, Sassy was thinking about leaving the C site.
That's a noise bait as well. Just a reload and a back pedal. Hoping that Sentinels will rotate off and around.
Look,
away
I
from the
can say with pride that the best player in VCT Americas raided me twice.
Really no chances here. 40 seconds, Prowler.
SEN fans don't want to know the truth.
Things here with a showstopper running forward. What? Skims right past it. 10s. Still alive and active, and still with that smoke up, but it will be dissipating any time now. Door opened up. Feeling like they're going to pivot. Heads are revealed, and 10s now knows what the job is. He's got to try and put a stop to this one. Already footsteps rumbling towards him. He beckons them in. Straight towards the side. Do you dare overstep yourself?
Still got a
and
plan.
a 1 kill found. 12 seconds left.
Classic.
Gun not in sight for John QT. Can't really seem to deny, but at least the aftershock will. Still spraying them down. 6 seconds remain. It could come down to the minute of differences and details. Still the smoke plumed up in his face. Dropping down. Close. Nails it.
Look at the HP, man.
Great try from 10s on site, but finally the trend is broken. A big play from Zekken at the start of the round with his showstopper, but KRU respond. with that advantage, with that lovely
Okay,
protocol.
timeout Sen. I mean, KRU starting to get back in it, 3 in a row.
What on earth was this?
I had no idea how that happened.
Gets ruined in that spot by somebody who's just running at him. Wasn't expecting that from Sassy. 7 to 10 though, the gap is closing.
What's your opinion on Xander?
I haven't watched enough of Tier 2 NA to really have an opinion, but I thought Xander was good in the past. I think Xander got probably maybe underrated as a player and overrated as an IGL.
I think when you're playing a heavy retake style, it can work against so
From what
many
I saw.
teams that don't recognize
The
that.
narrative
I think
around
KRU are
Xander.
doing an amazing job in these kind of spots of still playing the map slowly, working it, threatening that they could be ending all over. And when you do that, you make it difficult for Sen to group up on a certain site and get ready to flood defend instantly. The super fans over towards the back. Electric atmosphere out here.
A resident cheer squad.
And think about it.
What's my favorite agent?
It would have been a live
I mean, the one that like I play
neither of these teams are really doing
is
anything.
mainly
Up until
Viper.
LCQ
I play
were
mainly
really
Viper and Initiators.
got on their-
I'm a little
got on their
fucking
run
Zelsis-like
famously.
player, you know.
But this year, this is a proper clash of the top teams.
I'm a Breach Viper guy.
We were promised a real good match between these two teams. You just take a gander and peek at their standings to know that.
But I would say the best designed agents are probably like Gecko, Yoru.
KRU finally getting that momentum back underneath them.
I think Omen is fairly
around.
well designed, if a
See if
little
they keep the
strong,
streak
but I think
going.
the overall design is quite good.
Shy probably going to be the player
I think
prioritizing
Cypher's
the
design
ult
is
top. Yep,
quite
he's
cool.
got the lockdown, and Zekan's here ready to throw a nade and break it. Do we see that counter play? Do they save it?
Second, just a bleed mode and potentially
Swing it
Utah
out.
into the open. I mean, Kesnet just takes the fight straight up. They've flooded themselves into the site. John QT.
He's trapped.
He is corralled into the corner now, and he needs to win that fight out. It's not the case. Kesnet.
So they took a timeout. I mean, we have seen a lot of C
That's
hits,
an
right?
amazing call
So
from
they,
KRU. Zekan's on site with his nade ready to break
So they have
lockdown.
Zekan
They
here as
use
well,
it
but-
in the plant to push back the Sen players and stop them from going for a flood defense. They've also got the Viper Orb lineup from Klaus so that they can play around that in Waterfall. Look at all the space they've gathered in
gonna
Waterfall
save.
right now, playing off that Viper Orb. This is an amazing round call by KRU. I was talking you through the basics of like what most teams would do. All right, well, you get the ult orb, you have
Lead
a
in with the lockdown.
You know, you have the raise on the other side looking to try to counter it. KRU are already one step ahead of the counter, and they burst into C before the lockdown. Really
have a good
unexpected
game.
timing. Caught Zekan heavily off guard. And then also have that lockdown to stop the flood defense from coming through. I think that's beautifully called.
KRU are
so
so
much
heads up,
money they're hunting
down the guns. They know how necessary it is that they stay alive in a Sen player's hands. Sassy, tucked tight, up close. A lot of pressure being applied to them, but they still keep them intact there. Have to see it in the replay as well. I think, like you said, it's a masterclass in terms of the calling. One step ahead, expecting that kind of reaction from Sentinels. Zekan wasn't even a utility into his hands. He just knew that they had already hard committed.
Sen
Just tried to
fan
take
is
the
real
fight straight
quiet
up.
now.
Yeah, he just loses it.
I mean, actually, no.
We've
McLovin.
been talking about this battle between the
They're
two.
still kind of cheering.
Honestly, they are two titans of Americas. Last stage, we were bigging up that clash between Kesnet and Aspas, but Zekan always.
Sen fan is real quiet now.
Big win, but
neither team with smokes online. Klaus, though, is always going to be able to provide that secondary ability
They
to
have
cut
a
off these
Viper's
angles,
Pit
and
as well,
especially
so
with Pit in the back of his pocket. That
you
could be
can
amazing
just
in the
plant
post
here,
fight.
If
Pit.
he lays that one down, it's going to make that retake.
That'd be big. Against
much
an
more
Odin, though, I've
difficult.
seen
Zelsis.
this before.
He's the one
I think it
placed
was
into a tricky
Zelsis,
spot. He's
wasn't
gonna
it?
come up with the goods, and he's got Zelsis, at least second, up at his back. Offsetting with the movement. It's the bait and switch, pressing the advantage further forwards.
2v2.
At least with the nightfall.
But Klaus fell. No Pit. As Sen continued to
They're
apply
gonna
that
take
pressure.
the time to come all the way
It goes
around
down
here.
into a 2v2. I feel like Sen have been very good in these kind of positions, but they were always in the post plant previously.
Are
They
you
always
gonna
had
get
that
active at
advantage
all?
Of the spike being down.
No.
And it's all been slow to a crawl.
This is the problem with some of these retakes on A, though. Like,
Wanted to take
you
this
know, you
one.
go all the way
Nice
around
and easy
here, but
now.
you just
One
end in a
player
position
revealing
that you could have
their presence,
easily
but
got to
still
anyway.
doubled up. Side by side heat. Shy could potentially swing off. It is contact! Can't wrangle the beast. That is that rifle. John QT getting a move on. Noses down to the 1v1. Few straight bullets! Just missing.
Oh, man, we're within one.
It's Shy who dominates that fight. And now KRU, one more round to evening it up, 10-10.
Oh no,
What a
Sentinels.
comeback this has been. KRU's call-in has been excellent. The way that they fight over towards the site, and Kesnet again finding that opener onto Zekken, winning the Raze 1v1, winning the duelist battle, cementing his dominance late in this map. The comeback is on here. It's going to be difficult for Sen to stop.
There we go.
Once more, skirmish over towards A Rubble.
How are you gonna get signed by Sen if you smile when they lose and be sad when they win?
Attempting to punish, just jiggling with it. The rifle in hand is doing the most. Already 2 dropped down. What
Okay,
is going to be the
Sen,
answer
win this
from
A
KRU
fight.
here?
I mean, the
Surely you back
spikes.
away. Do you refight this? But the spike is hard committed. Kesnet is way ahead of the curve. The rest of his team cannot stand to it. Tens. Indomitable.
Difficult. Not for Tens. How has he managed this? His team goes for almost a refight over towards Rubble. They don't take the duel at the very beginning, and instead they throw a delayed haunt to set Tens up for that opening kill. Then once this machine gets posted onto the angle, he's locked in.
Locked in. Look at him, man. Another day in the office.
That is a beastly round. And that only
Say something
gets
now?
Sen
What do you mean say something now?
Yeah.
2 away from the lead. 2 away from closing out the map. The fans are going nuts, but the danger is not over. Not by any means here.
By any means, still.
KRU are going to look to respond instantly going into their tack timeout.
Remote code. Locomotive.
That's why he's the GOAT.
With the 4 months, thank you.
The board, man,
I mean, that was a pretty crazy round.
Kills together. 18 now, leading it for his
KRU
team.
fans real quiet
All
now,
right,
huh?
Job's not finished.
I like how you're playing both
That's
sides,
over.
McLovin. I love those fucking, yeah, the fans at the back are so funny.
Good setup. And especially that haunt from Sassy.
Roses are red,
really opened the
angels
door
of
for
grace. Holy cow, another Tensis.
But you got to think, honestly, in some of those other situations where Tens only gets 1 or 2, I think the rest of Sen were right there behind him. KRU are not going to commit to the whole fight. They've been scared off just a little.
Only a bit of
A
damage.
small tickle over towards Klaus, not much serious damage done.
It's the added element with the Odin spam.
Have we got a line up for a haunt here? No, Sassy's
up
already
to him.
used it.
I mean, Zelsis has a chance he gets punished now, but already with the position he's backed away. At least the Nightfall.
Have to leave.
Scurry back
We
to
do
the
have
rest
the
of his
camera
team.
here on A. We have
That's what I
Viper's
need, a
Pit
smoke,
here for
especially with
KRU.
Kesnet. Showstopper.
Look how well they're saving
Be like
post-bound utility
automatic,
here.
there
Though.
you
They have
go.
Pit, they still have Paranoia.
Yeah,
They
so
still
many
have the
tools.
Showstopper.
Exactly. Klaus, quick little tap. Showstopper now going to be used. Up and around.
Oh, what's that
The
got
rocket
him?
Against the back wall. Just about claims Tens.
Shut down the danger man of round 20 early on.
Now there's a fast play.
Planted in the pit as
here
well,
by
so
Sentinels. We're going to try and go quick into this one.
gonna be
We're gonna put that
easy.
spike planted down alongside the pit. Still up, still active. The murky depths,
Oh,
you're going to try and
Kesnet
wade
taking
your way
some
through. Melzer,
crazy
make sure to
swings.
hold down that tree avenue and angle. Spray down with the Odin, not earning too much, and heat might get tricky with it. Timing to be taken, and he does indeed.
Okay, nice round by
Swing
KRU.
right through the back.
I mean, not
Just
easy
rips
here
out
for
a lot
Sen
of Sentinels.
necessarily, you know. Just probably
A
didn't
slap
expect them to
back
come
with
A
ults.
again. And
That's the
again, KRU
showstopper
look like they want to
stopped.
come A.
That ability for the retake to happen for Sentinels, and then the
Our
pit
money
is there
here a
afterwards
little
too.
low, we could
Another
probably
good
drop.
example of KRU understanding that Sen
Bulldog or
are simply
something.
not going to anchor the site. They're not going to flood defend, they're going to flood retake, they're going to wait for the plant to go down. And that gives you a timing to do stuff like this. Now, having said that though, we've seen 2 ridiculous rounds back to back. One an ace, one powered by ults. You're not going to see those very often. That bank
Okay,
is
so
now
they go
been
for a
depleted
heavy
KRU,
A
and Sen
fight.
dominate Rebel control.
KRU gonna speed up C.
Ultor burn for Zekken. It's now going to be one step away, at least 1 kill away. Getting the big ult of his own. Game plan for Sentinels. Pretty standard. KRU.
Oh.
Once more. Not even looking to turn up the tempo. They are just contacting through such a heavy read.
Already
Melz is in
planted.
there.
Yeah.
There's no one covering his back. They don't have backside control.
Playing
Yeah,
for-
I mean, look how good these reads are. As much as KRU.
Oh, do they shut
There's a
down this?
catch.
This
And
is
they've lost
big.
main control because of it.
Having said that, I still feel like their post-man positioning is pretty good here. They're looking to try to bait out a lot of information from Sen. But that ult is good. It tells them they're not playing heavy over towards site.
Rolling Thunder, second ping of things, points exactly towards the position of these
Didn't
players.
hit the Omen though. Give me Omen.
Held down by Melter. At the same time, flanking
Oh,
around.
Stinger's just better.
Turn, rocket out and around. Sends it flying, lets it loose, but no kill. Still the damage is there. And a collection.
Nice retake
all
by
sorts of
Sen.
players. It's a feed filled
This is such a big kill. If he doesn't die, they win that round. Like, even if he gets no kills, if he just doesn't die, they win that round. Because the Cypher ult
The kill on the Shy
wins the
ends
round.
up being so important. The neural theft gives away all of the positioning in the post plant. The breach ult didn't necessarily connect, but it at least got Zekken into a position to make this play. And the rest of the team takes all of
And
that
Shy
space
only
behind
takes that
their
timing because that
superstar
Prowler
duelist.
missed. You know, if that Prowler
Really
doesn't
across the
miss
board,
him,
though. The game's
he
afoot
doesn't
again.
take
Sen
probably
only
such an
need one,
aggressive
and
timing
Zetken's
trying to
picked
catch
up the
people on the
operator
rotate.
over towards C. Nobody on crew though looking to go in that direction. At least not for now.
Could end up walking straight back into it. The tipping point potentially of the
You're
map.
gonna TP past this?
With the money all evened out.
I think crew have had a fantastic read on how to get into the site 12. Again, they find a site with nobody home. They can get a plant down.
Open for the taking.
They've previously been very good in the post-plant situation.
But we have to push something, crew. You have to push something.
But Sen have found their way
Can't
back
just
into
sit
things.
here. Oh, they're playing a
They
bit
don't have
tight.
positions trying to be main. In fact, Tens may have even just heard a footstep. He's overstaying it. He's making sure that he's got that watchful eye.
It's
Potentially
just
for the.
It's so common to go for the reflank.
Now they are retaking with an off. Oh, that's a
loses the fight out. On the other side of things, Haunt, at least with the reveal, needs to be cleaned up though, and Klaus will finally fall. Sentinels, surely not like this. Number 8 earned. And with it rebounding, it sets them up. Skipping, hopping, at least for the shorty. Still need to manage it. Heat, it's down to the wire. John QT, sticking.
Oh! Oh my god!
I thought we were going to see the end of the map in unbelievable.
Oh, how close was that?
Gotta be down to the milliseconds there. Barely any time left for him to pull off that Red Bull clutch.
Could not get closer.
How did Zekken pull this one off as well? Where's the nade kill onto Melzer come from? And the second nade allowed him to kill Shy. Required heroics, but we're into the final round of regulation.
All or nothing. Barely any time to breathe. But the Heat buys him that lifeline. A player
What
who
a
has
game.
absolutely stepped up.
What a game.
Revitalized crew. Set them on that road to redemption that they were hunting for at the beginning of 2024 still. Util going to be used, making sure to clear
Okay,
this side.
triple flank.
Wide and open, a heavy
They
committal.
come
They've lost
back.
control of the flank. Might be looking for a brawl.
Is this a fight on the flank?
Not too sure.
Oh, it's
They hear
over.
the footsteps. Klaus. No gun
It's
in
over,
sight.
man.
Still with the ults though. Yep. The Knights out here. How do you fight through this? Nightfall forward. Shy is ahead of it. TP back and around. Melzer. What can you do?
More fun
Cleaned up
matches,
again.
now
It's a
or
2v4.
Ilya.
And the issue's been forced, crew.
I mean, they each have their fair
The only
share
side
of shit.
accessible, you have to go towards C, but I don't even know if it's cleared out.
Because it's gonna
What
get
a
ult.
call by Sentinels.
And crew, for the first time, hesitating. They've managed to read the empty site every time on their attack half. And this time they hesitated. They double guessed.
Doors open.
Guess it needs to pick a
Trepidation in the
good
aim of
time
Heat.
to pop his
All
ult.
this
They're
to
gonna
drag it
wait
to
for these.
OT. Gets it with the ult. Sees the paranoia. That's loose. Now the fuse gonna be turning. Rocket sails past. And one will
He
remain.
misses
Heat.
another
Surely
roll.
you can't do it. Tapping away, cannot dodge it.
Oh!
And Sentinels.
Holy, what a map.
But a map 1 win at 13-11.
What a map. What a crazy, crazy map of Valorant. I mean, yeah, they just second guessed themselves at the worst possible moment. Just got a little tight, second guessed it, and wow, I mean, crazy. What a game. Crazy comeback, really, from KRU there. 10-4 down. What a game. Kesnet again with the ult miss. I mean, if he just gets that kill, you know, we have a chance. We have a chance. We're right there. Who picked Lotus? That was KRU's pick. We're on to Split next, which will feel pretty tough playing against SEN on Split. But who knows? You know, new meta. You never know. You never know. Okay, what should I do? Should have a new connections. Man, that is crazy. No? I was thinking like colors. I guess cherry could be a color. I didn't even see that. But it's not even one away, so probably something else. An adage, a maxim. Oh, what? A chestnut? That old chestnut? Jet. Jet stream. There's nothing I know there with stream. A jet of something. What the fuck? How is it not colors? How is it not colors? A horse chestnut? A horse heater? What the fuck? Seesaw? Sea jet? Sea pump? How I don't understand how it's not these two. But what the fuck else? What? It has to be those two, but what the fuck are the other ones? I mean, this is a type of tree. A wood tree? It's a cherry tree, I think. Gum tree? It's a website. Fuck. That's one away. What's the other tree? Didn't I do... What did I do before? I did that before and it wasn't one away. It should have been Gumtree. Is Gumtree in a website? Is that a British thing? Or is that an American thing? I don't even know. Oh, okay. It's types of... No? Fuck. Oh, electric. Charcoal, not pump. So what was it? It was one away. Chestnut, cherry, ash. I thought I had it with gum. Gumtree. What is Gumtree? Classified ads in the UK. Is Gumtree just UK? Oh, it is. Unlucky. Unlucky. I've only got one mistake remaining. Right, so these three are one. Something is a type of tree. A jet tree? Filter tree? It's not gum. I don't think it can be you, though. I mean, you would think that of the words, this is the one that I would pick to be tree, but I swear I tried... What did I try? I tried charcoal. I tried colors, didn't I? Charcoal, chestnut, ashen. Oh, I guess it could be that. No, it would say one away if I put that. Because I picked these three plus that. So it's not this. But then what else is it? Pump tree? What are the others, though? I still don't understand how it's not them. Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting? Is it members of the Choupo-Moting family? Heater. Heater. When you're on a heater, I mean heater, filter, pump. Jet? If it's sore or gum, I'm going to be annoyed. It's not. Hot tub components, let's go. We know it's... How is it not this? It's the... How is it not this? We know it's not gum. We know it's not gum. A Maxim tree, an adage tree, a saw tree. Oh, was I lied to? Did it say one away? But what would this... A gum saw? What? I don't understand what this is at all. But I know that these three are together. Fuck it. What was it? I did say that. I did say chestnut. Chestnut wasn't a fucking tree. A horse chestnut is a tree. I guess... Is a chestnut tree? I mean... It was... Gum was right. Gum was right.
That wasn't your fault, King. Keep your head up.
Gumtree was right. As if.
In 4 weeks, right? So like a team like Sentinels that's so good on the map could just get away with not practicing this map a ton and just sticking to their bread and butter.
Well, this is going to be fascinating to see whether or not KRU can muster it up and force a map 3, or will Sentinels end it here and now? Let's get ready for this matchup. Send it over to your casters. This is Brennan Sideshow.
Gumtree is Australian, but it's also a UK website.
Stage, right, that's been set on split of all the maps for both of these teams. You think way back in the day, 2021, when they matched up.
That is
against each
annoying.
other, but here and now, Sentinels.
I hate when they have ones where it's like
one of their pocket picks. It will be, missing from the map pool as we get deeper into the playoffs as well.
I hate when they have ones like that.
Maybe
where it's like
just going with the mindset of, let's see if we can get as many
where
wins as
you're.
possible.
I mean, I did say. I mean, I'd never. What's a saw?
Yeah, and I think that
as an adage, I've never heard of that. Like that old chestnut, I got that. I did say that at one point.
Over the course of the whole year,
this
was the first map. Kind of a banger, to be honest.
Those extraordinary retake protocols. And here they come into it with a Viper wall.
I just couldn't see the other one.
Straight up mid.
I never heard of Saw.
Trip surely gets removed. No, not quite. Still lit up. No one. We're stepping into that one. Still second. Wins that fight out. Maybe a second. Definite damage done. But Kesnit reigns supreme. Wins out that match.
And there's the clash between the two duelists. Both of them landing headshots. It purely just comes down to the gun differential.
Oh, he's got Spike. We've actually gone for a heal over here.
So player advantage. But Sen should be able to get the plant down.
What do you think that's meant? So maybe they can shoot it from heaven, hoping that this goes correct. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Risks. That's what you're seeing right now. Sassy's positioning, doubled up, not making any noise. They're straight past it. Plenty of heads, plenty of targets, but spraying away and praying, hoping for any sort of opening. But the weapon picked up, betrayed by it. Sassy, not enough bullets left to do the job. Celsius, right click. That's a bit of a blessing, but still, Kesnet can stick this defuse with safety in numbers. A pistol round a win.
Okay, big win for
KRU. On the
KRU.
board now for KRU.
Bit of a fumble at the start of the round for Sentinels Protocol dealing with that trip in mid. It's a very common trip. You're going to see both teams run it. Not 100% of the time, but pretty often. And Zekken catapulted himself into it, got into a safe position to break it, but then didn't, and John ended up walking into the same one. A nice try in the post plant, in my opinion, even though it looks a bit dodgy from Tens and Sassy. They just couldn't quite spot those heads through that tiny angle around the smoke. So KRU pick up a pistol, start to get things going.
There's been a lot of deliberation as well about meta changes, shifts and away. Still that trip causing problems.
Spike down A.
He can play safely on top of this burst. This trip is getting so much value. Somehow just chewing them all up.
One enemy remaining.
It's pretty evident that
This
teams
is
not really too
Valorant.
interested in playing
Heritage.
split. Trying to avoid
You're
it,
still
obviously, with
best duelist.
leaving the map
Of
pool
course,
soon.
Lesbian
Or even
Anime
putting
Girl.
any
Thanks for the
more
14
time in
months.
it, it's a bit of a waste to really innovate past on what we've already seen this year.
Of course, yours is the best
And at the
duelist.
same time, you get teams like this who are very confident on
No, Raze
what
was
they've already
always the
done
best
earlier
duelist.
in the year and relying on that.
Yeah.
Still is.
It is a little concerning to me, even across 2 rounds here, that we've had 4 people caught by trips.
I
on
mean,
Sen's
yeah.
side.
Do we not know the Gen
I'm
G
gonna keep
nade?
an
I
eye
mean,
on that. It's not
that would
necessarily
deal
a
with that
problem
trip.
just yet. Klaus setting one up over towards B. This allows him to get good information over the top of Zelsa's Viper setup. And that trip deployed in mid again. Sen are going to hear that.
It's really tricky to remove. You have to hard commit into it, or at least use some util.
Yeah, you can use nade, you can use satchel.
We could use with a new
You can try to
meta
get
on this
into it
map,
with a
couldn't we,
dog or
to be
something
fair?
like that. And then swing it yourself to break it.
Okay, KRU, what have we got?
Now.
Not a ton, to be honest.
Some volley committed.
Yeah, that's quite nice though, isn't it? The
Now
idea
you can
of
kinda
putting a
leave,
vulnerable
the
onto
trip is
somebody
here.
that would be in that corner and killing them with nade. Zekken gets it.
Yeah, takes care of the problem.
They're still gonna leave it
Waiting
though.
for that first defensive cycle of Kesnit and Shy prodding in that area. the Viper Orb goes down, and then Zekin can break the trip fairly
Comes out
freely.
here.
Scout destroyed.
Pushed up
Sassy
Omen.
realizes now that A is fairly locked off here.
There's a fight over this as well. He knows that there's a hard middle by Melzer. Just holding that one close. So Sassy's entire intention here was to try and fake like there could be presence over towards A.
Kesnit versus
But
Zekin
now that this
again
guy
in B
hasn't
heaven.
seen them push with, yeah, they're going to
An
keep
important
3
one.
people here.
Sassy's still trying to make this one feel and at least drag those players and keep them tethered
30
over towards the A
seconds
site. Meanwhile, Sen seeing if they can at least get this plant down over towards the B site. Bonus round conversion potentially there. KRU still not out into the open, but
Oh.
the corner. Tens. Oh, he saves the day. Kesnit though, there's a timing with the Guardian. Oh my! Trapped into the corner.
Oh,
Rifle
imagine if you
away,
had any other
Celsius
gun.
Finally wins it. Leaves it now to a 2v2.
Yeah, 2v2, they don't quite
Double
know where
up, fades
Sassy
away.
is, they do now.
As the curtain drops, the stage is definitely set. The way precision.
Wow, big
Didn't
win for
play
KRU.
early part, but the bullet's running dry. It's KRU who convert the bonus.
That's got some of the sloppiest rifling in that round we've seen in the whole match. Kesnit was rewarded and denied by the Guardian in his hand. I think he got an accidental kill while he was shooting the player running away. And then couldn't land one onto the person default.
Okay, tough for
KRU
Sen.
come
I
away
mean,
with a bonus in the most bizarre of situations.
they figured it out quite nicely here,
Look
KRU.
at some of these kills.
That's strange.
Zekin obviously throws himself in there trying to make space for his team. But this one felt like it should have been a kill, didn't work, and then this messy fight up towards heaven. Look at him. It's all smiles, all giggles on this side of the stage. It won't be on the other one.
Dying, man, they're losing it.
Yeah. And you've got the best players in the world, some of the best aimers we've seen.
Oh. An early punish onto Klaus and even
Great,
further.
just send Zekin in. Zekin go kill.
Steps forwards.
Might get a free
He's
kill
claim to the
here.
A site.
And what a decision for Sen to force up here.
Certainly. Could potentially be risky, but enough rifles in play that.
And again, we
Oh,
know
it was
Sen's
worth the
defense on
risk.
this map is obviously incredible,
Looking
so
like it.
at least it was.
Essentially a round win. Kesnit.
Melzer's the only player that could do anything in this round. But he'd have to be gifted some free kills here onto Tens and Celsius.
Surely you don't go for this. Surely you don't, but okay. Take the swing. You do have money in the back pocket if you are KRU.
Yeah, they've got
You
a
are
lot.
looking to damage the economy, so.
You need
I
to
think
save
from
one
KRU's
though.
perspective,
for
they'll be
this.
surprised they didn't damage the economy enough in the previous round. Sen, you know, had got themselves into a decent enough spot that they felt comfortable. I think they came into this round with 2 Guardians and a Bulldog.
Yeah.
Something like that. They full forced into it and immediately caught KRU sleeping on the job. Second opened things up, tore his way in through A.
Now, it's one way to deal with the trips.
Yeah, just kill the Cypher outright.
Exactly.
Yeah. Klaus cannot give his life away that easily. But at the same time, you don't really expect to see a player on Sentinel's side just bully their way in through A main like that.
Okay, we got a Melzer on.
Melzer is opping on defense side.
Okay, Sen's money now
That's
pretty
an
decent.
unusual one.
Yeah,
Two big ults.
And Zekin did take a face into A main there without really, you know, too much behind it. So maybe they're hoping to punish what they just saw.
Problem, of course, is he can't like focus on
The slow siege here.
you know
being
his
played by
smokes as much as
Sentinels.
he probably wants.
Same trip is going to cause them a bit of trouble. But we've seen KRU's protocol is to put up the orb, think about crossing Shy over towards B heaven.
Needing a flash. Push them back to way. Give some space to at least break that trip. So you can see the protocols in play. The cogs are turning. And head to the Sentinels players.
Yeah,
Comes
both
up, though.
these teams seem very comfortable around how they want to operate in these spots. And when you have 2 great teams clashing like this, sometimes it is the unexpected that tips the balance. Like Zekin being able to pick up 2 in the previous round.
Now we're
And
probably
this
going to see
unusual
Zekin
decision
ult
of
here.
Melzer picking up the operator may end up paying dividends yet.
Can he hit a crazy shot?
First time a flash was used by Heat in this round, but now
Oh,
surely
he didn't need
there's
to.
the timing. Sending it. He's with the Trailblazer, still locking it down, not stunned up. And now, surely for the taking, Heat.
That's just missed.
He's hopped up onto the angle, seeking the support, but doubled
gets
up and
another
going for
one,
it
though.
again. Kesnit
Spikes on site,
arrives
should
at
be
the
round
party,
over.
heavily late, but maybe potentially there still. With the rocket gun flying, Sassy with
Nice
brute
play from
force,
Heat.
can't make it happen. Tens just on 45 health. Spike is dropped in the middle of nowhere. Klaus cleans up.
Now again, they can buy because of, I think they have a raise out here still, so it's not a big problem, but
than the Omen anchor playing over towards A with an operator down that line.
I feel like we might get a fast hit this
round. And that
round.
plays into the way that Sen like to take angles. Zekken is facing there with the dog at his feet. Zekken's timing and coordination is very, very good off those Trailblazers, but it doesn't help you when there's an operator on the other side. A shutdown. Zekken not able to get anything done.
With a Bucky, we are just going to go fast A hit. We keep the op on Melser, and he is up here.
Zekken's picked up the Bucky in this one. He's going to be going fast with the showstopper, surely. A crew ready?
It's going to be a quick play. Yeah, of course they're ready. Melser is the one taking the earliest peek. It's an over-the-map nade. Full intention of it to try and break some of those trips as well, but trips are not what's waiting for you.
Here, to be honest, look at it, lost for ideas.
Ready to just deliver that final blow.
Mid is
You saw the timing there.
problems.
Tens was ready to swing off Sassy's flash. Kesnick got in front of it. Preempted that timing.
Here.
Gets a kill.
I think this could be a very defensive side of game. I think if
so
Sen can get to 4, they'll be good.
They've missed the timing here still, Celsius. Creeps up, will reveal a little bit of their hand.
Now, why have Crew got 4 players A ramp currently? Really, just to guide the neural theft into position.
Gives them that info, stacked up towards mid. Full marathon sprint now, rotations abound. You see that Trailblazer spotting at least the one, gonna be broken, still the cam. It's gonna be a problem.
The thing is, they know the Cypher is going over here, wow.
He does win that fight out through CT.
Winnable.
This pit here, the showstopper.
Very committed showstopper, and that's just to buy them time. The fuse is gonna be burnt down to a crisp.
They're looking to try to win this 3v5, and Crew gave them the B site.
How'd you play this one into the pit? Melzer drops back, he's looking for the rifle. He knows it's useless. Carrying that operator into the pit. Paranoia sweeping through. Shots are fired. It's blind luck that really stands a chance right now for Crew because they just need one to be on board, but everybody topples.
What a massive win, and sometimes that's what I mean. You only really, I think, will probably need 4. That's a massive win. So Crew kind of overplaying their hand, revealing the Cypher to come on this side.
I've been really impressed with the way the Crew has called. I think they've had great
And
ideas
yeah,
on the
weird
attack
call
side and the
gets
defense
punished
side, but
hard
I'm
by
a
Sen.
little baffled by that decision to stack 4 players over towards A ramp, give up every piece of map control just to get a Cypher ult off and know that you've lost the B site.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. It's okay. That's my bad.
Evil hard committal for the Neuro Theft, or maybe just expecting, like they had a hard read that it was going to be a contact clear again, or...
I mean, even with a hard read, at least put somebody on the other side
take a
of the map.
timeout though,
So
and they have looked a little lost early in the rounds. They recovered in that one, but
path for Sen to run mid to B.
They
knew
had
that
been a
the
little
trip had
bit
been
lost.
broken in mid as well. I mean, that is a 5v3.
This map defender friendly. I mean, with the comps they're playing, very much so. For your attack side here, really, for both teams, you're just kind of hoping, like the first round that Sen won, you're just kind of hoping that your raise kind of goes crazy.
Once you open the door,
Because otherwise it's going to be hard. I mean, the 2 rounds that Sen have won have been Zekken go kill, and we use Viper Spit and raise up.
A Masters winning roster, any openings?
No. They're going to pounce on any sort of weaknesses
Like,
they
it's
spot. It speaks
tough
volumes as
when
well
you've
of
got
the
these comps.
mindset coming into that round that they were expecting to potentially lose it because the timeout was queued up.
Yeah, that is
they
a
won the
great
round,
point.
heading into it, Sen giving Crew the time to stew and think about their mistakes.
That's a great point. Coming out of all of those rounds as well, you always see Kesnit having some kind of big emotional reaction. Shy gets caught at the start.
Kill.
Great
Now
shot.
we got a hero rifle on Kesnit.
There's still an eco round though, remember. Kesnit with a hero rifle, but the others.
That's why that's such a big win to put them on an eco now.
Crew have not invested heavily. It's always Kesnit though, like I'm saying, like, it's like reacting out the back of one of those disappointing moments. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
He does.
He's the kind of player that demands respect and gives none of it in return. But just by virtue of being such a superstar, he's able to create openings for his team, and I think he's got a real chip on his shoulder too, because of the fact that so many people have forgotten that Crew are a dangerous team, and Kesnit's a top-level player.
This team definitely build around him. Make sure to invest a lot of these guns and rifles. Zekken played spoiler in this round.
He's got to get another showstopper.
Yeah.
He's got the plant. He only needs 1 kill or a death. You just send Zekken running forwards to try to take another fight.
Might as well
as
go
he's
hunting.
about to into heaven.
Exactly.
And either way, they have an enormous ult for round A. That's fine. Zekken now has ult.
It
No
needs to
worries
save this gun.
whatsoever. As long as the Sentinels are still able to convert the 4v2. And I think it would be tough to lose. Kesnit also is incentivized to try to keep a rifle online, though he's not going to be allowed to.
Loses it.
450 credits.
That's the thing with that investment. Nels is going to try and save this one. Here, the weapon pickup. And he's going for the spam. Oh, do you take this fight, Melzer? That's crazy.
That's bonkers.
Okay.
He's going to get away with it, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Don't try to run away. Take the fight to 10s.
That's brave, but
still, again, if Sen can get 4, I think they'll be feeling they'll have a decent chance.
But yeah, this next round is going to be a barn burner. KRU have got their rifles back online. The defensive setups were working really nicely, but now they've got to deal with Zekken heating up with an ult on the other side.
Yeah,
that is tough.
Question now for KRU: how do you adjust your setup? Anticipating a showstopper.
Yeah, and they've got
nice and slow at the beginning, but
so we have showstopper.
A, and Mel's is going to be.
Okay, we're sticking with this kind of default look.
Fakes a TP.
Yeah, I like this
Open
as well.
wall on B.
It's
normal
probably
stuff.
going to make Sentinels use more utility over towards B main.
And I do
KRU
think
just
Sen
hoping
could
to have a
probably
better idea of where
exploit
this is
their
gonna
wall
end.
coming and taking B
Earlier
main a
you get the
little
idea of
more.
where the showstopper's coming, the more
Haven't
you
seen
can
that
avoid
a
it.
ton. Like this.
Shy with a reposition. Curtain drops. That is a little
Just
bit
stuff like
messy.
this, right?
Still
Like that's
Celsius.
exactly what I was
Snake
thinking.
bite from Celsius.
Snake
Kept Kesnit
bite,
back.
wall.
Kesnit could not trade that because there was a molly at his feet.
You know, that kind of stuff. We bring a rotate off across as well. Gonna go for the Genji lineup nade. Oh no.
Klaus now left alone.
They found my wife.
Everybody going to be quickly pushing themselves into his position here. He's holding it quite far back, not exactly committed. And Zekken hasn't had to use a showstopper. He's got himself into the site now, into this post plan. An important tool is going to potentially win them the day. As soon as he hears that util coming flying forwards, Sassy with a flash. And the ult alone is enough of a sticking point. Look at it. Trepidation in the step of KRU. They don't want to overstep themselves. It has bought a little bit of time. Still without having control. Revealed up. The options are narrowing. What can KRU do but save
No
again?
way! They're going for the save in the 4v5 retake.
Yeah.
Wow, that is unusual.
That's a lot of respect. A lot of respect for Sentinels.
They didn't even try to fight for screens or fight for a ramp. That's the other thing. They just
Yeah,
called
they
the save
did.
while they were all still in A lobby.
Yeah.
I mean, that is huge amounts of respect. If you're not even going for retakes when Sen, you know, pops some level of post-plant aggression, just a rocket gets popped, or
I mean, to not even give it a
try to
try
fight
though,
somewhere
really.
aggressively with a paranoia. If
That's
you're going to
kinda
give them
crazy.
that level of respect, you're just not going to win rounds against this team.
It's going to be playing into
What's
Sentinels'
this?
heads. They're going to be
And look who it is. You
sitting
beat
in that
Kid
spot
again.
position, wondering
Melanin
where
Emo.
they at. And then the realization, I mean, creeps into the
26
saves in a
months.
4v5 in that spot, and you're like, okay, well, these guys, they're not playing with confidence.
Yeah, and look at how the game has shifted. 4-4. Senna right back into this. And almost, you would say, with the advantage. KRU looked like they were dominating at the beginning of this map.
Mid control's been the name of the game so far.
Yeah, and I think the Klaus has done a good job of fending off Zelsis over in this side. But there's just so much pressure all over.
Satchel.
That's
Doesn't
what
get
did
shot
get it.
broken, breaks up the trip into mid, so everything's really
And
being
again,
dealt
we
with.
saw
Melzer.
them
He's got deep control of A main, but that's
start with
pretty
this
much
early
it.
on. Okay, KRU are in a good spot though, because we got deep A control.
And now Klaus is going to be asked to do the most.
Hooked up to the side, just trying to dodge this Trailblazer, just about breaks it, backs himself away. He knows the Sen have surely got position him into the side. Tens has cut them up and crossed them up, at least with his TP. Does Klaus want to make a go of things here? It's Whiffy.
Sassy wins that?
Sassy. All he had to do was direct his attention. He won the fight out himself. Up and over. Still running
Oh.
themselves in. Shy. Unfortunate with that timing. Dropping it across. The last few bullets
Okay,
is all
Sen
it takes.
looking good.
Sky is unleashed, but finally dropped down, but he's left in a 1v3.
Planted.
Here's the
3, and this is the
reload.
problem sometimes with those big
Very
saves. Like,
Little
when you
when it
save
comes to
in
the
like a
chances that he has
4v5,
available.
you know, it can start cascading pretty quick.
wrap himself around, hoping that maybe somebody's flanking, maybe somebody gives him that easy kill.
You're in a direct game.
now
Like,
with a
we're
position
playing
that's
first to
obvious,
13, not
nothing to be
first to
done.
100. 13 is not a big
So
number.
One of the things that KRU are really struggling with in this situation, when Klaus backs up into CT, he waits for Kesnit to connect together, and they're hoping that they can execute a big flood defense. But Sen put a pause in the round, a really odd timing of the pause. They get 10s into backside, and then everyone on the attack side just holds for
Wolves'
a moment.
predictions
A
for
bit
the
of a
Prem
pump
next
fake,
season? I mean, probably like
waiting to bait out something from KRU, and
16.
they do. They bait out Klaus into going slightly too aggressive. And from KRU's perspective, it looks really uncoordinated. KRU's going forwards, Kesnit's kind of baiting
Jesus,
him.
Ray
He can't get
27.
involved. But that's because, look, that the Sen players are not scaling
Jesus.
into sight. They're not taking
That's the
space
biggest
aggressively.
burn I've
They're
seen all
waiting for
day.
that next move coming from their opponents.
And I woke up to
and set
Biden's
up to
debate.
punish it.
Or was that 2 days ago? I remember.
Anticipating what KRU are going for really beautifully and not falling into their trap. Feeling each other out, finding that timing. 4 in a row for Sen.
Yeah, 4 rounds straight. Take the lead now. 5-4 in the map. Potentially the series here as well.
And I feel like when one team has the read on how the
Okay,
other
so
wants to
KRU
play,
timeout.
you're looking at star players. At
And
that
again,
point.
5 I think
If
Sen are already
Sentinels
good.
Are basically in KRU's heads and understanding exactly what they want to do, then KRU need to find that individual strength to rely on. Kesnit's at the top of the scoreboard.
I didn't
Second.
watch the
Like, this
debate. I
game
saw
has
kind
been
of like the highlights of
about
it.
how
I've
those
listened to
star
some
players,
podcasts talking
superstar
about it.
players clash, and who can create more impact on the other side.
I mean, who wants
Whereas
to
it was
watch
an
that
early lead
debate?
for Kesnit, I feel like these last few rounds have been Zekken. He got that
It does make
2K
me wonder, like, back in the day,
open the door
right?
for
Like,
Sentinels,
back
and then
in...
since then, he's just been so
I mean,
sharp
obviously, it
with
wasn't a democracy.
Neither of the duelists opting into the new
Yeah,
duelist
obviously it
meta
wasn't
of
the
running
same
the neon
necessarily.
or the
But I do
ISO,
think, like, back in the
sticking
Roman
to old
Republic,
reliable
like
rays
when you got like
and
Caesar's
delivering some incredible
populism, or like, you know,
performances. And Zekken
populism
also
was popping off
dominated
at
again against
different
NRG
points in like the
playing
Roman Republic.
Tried
Were there
and
people that
tested
were also just like
comps.
fed up of
No
politics?
point switching it up.
You know what I mean? They were just like, can we just
Only a few
not
weeks
have
left of
politics?
seeing split in play, so
I'm sure there were.
it's not going to be
It's
committing too
interesting
much
to think
time
about,
to
isn't
the
it?
timeout on the other side of things. It's a half by roughly from KRU. Once more putting the rifle into Kesnit's hands. It was Shy that originally had that.
Now,
You know, when
Sassy
you got
has been applying
the
pressure over here.
Grakai
as has
brothers or
John.
whatever they're called.
So KRU are going to try to punish this player.
World made noise. Oh, he's trying to timing it across. He's stunned up. Gonna be jumping on him. Is there any sort of follow-up? Melza just really tries to overextend.
Whoa!
What is that? It's second. It'll make him think twice about any aggressive play again.
It feels like every time Kesnit pops his ultimate, somebody from Sentinels is just barreling towards his face.
I mean, this kid is different. Decision making in that moment. Shy's left to do anything at all. Stunned up. Caught into the corner.
And Zekken,
That is
magnanimous
unbelievable.
enough to allow the rest of his team to pick up that final flag and build up their ults.
All smiles.
God, he is,
That is
if not
unbelievable.
already, going to be an all-time great in this game.
Yeah.
You can just feel it in every moment of how he plays. 13 and 8 right now, but the pace of his decision-making.
This decision. Oh my God.
And then how he maneuvers in tough spots like that. It's just nuts.
There's no way.
A shining star of Sentinels last year, but now really the jewel in their crown.
Absolutely.
Okay, we go 1 for 1 though.
But quickly returned to the
Go
fire.
1 for 2.
And an advantage still held for Sentinels.
KRU seem like they want to try to force the fight. One of the big adjustments coming out the timeout, perhaps. They wanted to force the fight over towards A. They even had a good opportunity. It's just it all went wrong. Now this time, dropping the orb and looking to try to take the fight, and Sen just had too many players in mid. B is completely open.
Mid
KRU
fight
go
from
re-exploring.
KRU.
2 trips though for Sen to deal with. They've only spotted the first.
Must have heard the other one, at least predicting it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been in the same position almost every round for Klaus. Every time that Klaus has played B, he's put a trip in this spot.
It's walked all the way through A. We can come back if we need, but we don't know about mid.
Previous round.
Yeah,
Kind of need tends to have the spike.
Yeah, and just pausing, waiting for the response from KRU. This time they are going to contact up onto the angles, but it's exactly the same, and that's how the last time that Klaus ended up giving away his life with the trip broken. Now going to be some level of awareness. Smokes fading up onto the high ground. At least firing down the shots and raining down a bit of that lead. Up close. No way, Sassy! Contemplating it with a reload still.
Of course, again, Sen. I mean, they do have plot armor, don't they? They do. They just do. They just... someone finds a way to win every fucking round.
Could not allow an opportunity for Sentinels to get into this game. And you see why. Sen have run away with it.
Yeah.
7-4. The last time KRU got a round was round 5. Sentinels dominating the early round,
yeah,
the mid round, getting into postmans, looking good there as well.
Full momentum. Sentinels, no signs of slowing down.
Okay, we have Razor. You want to seek us into Razor here? No, you seek us first, man. Oh, you got it anyway.
And off the back wall. Splash damaged enough. That was no match.
And then the genetic proto Cole Walter.
I mean, the confidence.
Genetic protocol water, I see.
Off the charts. Needs to be a miracle. Won't be happening. Heat with just one. Two left to
found their groove. I said 4 would be good enough. I mean,
Kesnet. It's making noise. Surely up into heaven. Zelsis can hear this. The exchange of the weapons.
Zelsis is just the final player. You know, the backstop. He doesn't need to make a play at this point.
Exactly. The final win condition in the round. Post plan can still be played here. Kesnet, full wrap around. Try and play this crossfire up, but with the trip being broken, tens, tension diverted. Paranoia through and around. And here is that insurance policy. Zelsis sinks it up with the rest of his team. 8-4. Pure domination again.
Genetic protocol
Adjustments
water.
were made and they just ran
What a
away.
name.
Look
Thanks for the
at
prime.
that string of rounds.
Okay, massive round streak here for Sen. 7 in a row.
Do Sen have that fire, that hunger, the desire to be the best again that's going to carry them to an international event, to any potential win? They're playing with it now.
Definitely are. I mean, a Sentinels team looking empowered. Road to redemption for this squad after missing out on Shanghai, but no signs of slowing down. Let's send it down to Liz, who's down on the floor.
Okay, I'm going to quickly brush my teeth.
You know, I'm here sitting down with Mr. MTA himself from KRU. I know we've been talking a lot about Sentinels. We're going to bring it back towards KRU. Yes, you can clap for him. We're happy he's here. So my first question for you is, there are some KRU fans here, but a lot of very loud Sentinels fans. What is it like to be in this environment where, you know, they're screaming and they're yelling, but, you know, you're here with your fans online?
Es difícil igual porque hay muchos fans de Sentinels ya que estamos acá en Los Ángeles, pero es bonito igual ver ahí a los cabros apoyando siempre y a todas las personas que vienen acá a apoyar a KRU.
He's saying it's hard for sure because there's a lot of Sentinels fans here in LA, but it's also good to see the small KRU crowd over there.
Yes, our small KRU crowd over there who is standing up the entire game. So I'm going to ask you, because in your pro player opinion, were you surprised that Kesnet did not choose the Neon or the Neon didn't work?
La verdad no, o sea, lo probamos y todo, pero lo mejor para nosotros y lo que más le acomodaba al equipo era que el Kenny jugara Reyes, los duelistas que siempre suele jugar.
The truth is not really. We tried it and it was just we tried a couple things and what worked out the best was for Kesnet to keep playing the Raisin, the Jet, and everything he has been playing.
That's fair. One last question for you. You know, in your pro player opinion, what would you think the conversation is right now that Adam is having with the team? Because Sentinels just kind of ran away with this half. I think the last that they were talking on the casting desk that the last round KRU got was in round 5. And put that sign down.
Yo creo que más que nada le está diciendo a los cabros que empecemos como a reaccionar, a hacer algo juntos cuando en el mid round, que siento que estamos jugando mucho retake, como que no estamos reaccionando, no estamos tomando zonas cuando ellos hacen algo, ¿cachai? Más que nada eso, que hagamos algo, un movimiento juntos en el mid round.
I think what he's telling them is to play together and also do a lot more in the mid round instead of leaving all those rounds for retake, just play together and play together a lot more.
Well, thank you very much. Put those signs back up because we have a game to get back to, everyone. Friends, take it away.
There is a lot on the line with this match. It doesn't really feel like, you know, if either team wins, if Sen win, they're the ones on the precipice of it. They don't exactly lock up playoffs, but it is one step closer. That stepping stone will get them to that point. And it's a vital one.
could end up being a pivotal match. There is no team in Americas that's guaranteed. We're not like some of the other regions that already have a top team secured for champs. SEN are looking good, but they need to win games like this to prove that it's possible.
Hit the pistol round. Slightest bit of util going to be used to just push away KRU from the angles, and they're going to leave TenZ posted.
Yeah, TenZ loves fighting over A ramp. I think that's been a tendency that you can look at all throughout the way that SEN have played on Split. Ever since he swapped over to Omen, he's gonna potentially have a fight. Those starts backing off as KRU takes space, probably based on that wall going up.
It's good information. I mean, John's on the other side of the map. He does give it up. Just a jump spot, maybe making a little bit too much noise there. Knows that lost control of Heaven. Gives some free reign. Because they're going to be sending it forwards now into the A side. Rest of the team, bit of a tap. Heat looking for any sort of response.
Go for their classic flood A.
I mean, Sentinels already with control up onto Heaven. They don't have ramp control though. They're going to be facing this one. This is a chorus being made by KRU. Fast onto it now. The Mels are still holding onto this paranoia. Dominating this position.
They're going to
push
full
away.
go
Sen
through
also going to be reacting
CT.
nice and quickly. Trailblazer clearing the corners. Seeing two. Spotting it up. Zekken could get his head ripped straight off here. Potentially isolated, up and alone, and Melzer finally cleans him up, takes him out. Wasn't expecting that.
Go by John. Time them.
They're waiting now. Time ticking. Options running dry and short. KRU. It's pure domination.
Okay, KRU. Another pistol.
Sassy cannot oblige.
A nice pistol round from
both
KRU.
pistols.
You get to see those good
Hey Zio, thanks for the 9 months.
From Sentinels. They take a Heaven control, go swing through over to screens, and then start the retake. But KRU have a ramp the whole time.
So mods
And
can
Mel's
post links, but not the
really
people.
nice.
I mean, isn't that a pretty normal
Paranoia, which is
fucking...
a big piece of utility advantage.
Why?
for them
You
in
can't
the
just
post.
allow fucking any
His position
Joe
is just
Schmo
really
to
good.
post links in the chat.
He's always there to trigger some kind of A-ramp fight, and he's there on the re-push through Heaven if his team needs.
Subs should be able to post links, but then a random fucking sub
Very
could
different
just post
style
fucking
to begin this one for the attack half
spam
from KRU,
links.
putting a lot of focus on getting A-ramp control at the beginning of the round. Whereas it felt like Sentinels were playing mostly 1-3-1s. Zelsis would take B main, John would try to pressure over towards A, and then the three would come up the gut. This is a contact. And good diligence to check TenZ.
KRU will throw a lot of that into the mix. John has not been dealt with.
No.
Classic almost getting away with it. Even in and out of the cages, surely doesn't do it. Zelsis spammed away. Will fall.
And a strange timing on timing happening over here towards B as well. And this is another one of those situations where Klaus might not want to give away the fact that he came up through B Heaven. But at this point, it might just feel like he walked through mid.
Ooh, it's precise.
These classics are doing work.
Really are. Ah, hello. Giving it up. Right click could have blessed him, but Sassy doesn't get the kill.
Making sure that they get the best possible guns into the next round. So Vandal and Bulldog saved through.
Okay, not bad for SEN there.
KRU still had the pistol.
Now though, this is where
So we'll
you know
get
they
together
have
a little
to
bit of a dangerous buy.
take it on the chin, and
SEN
I do
should
think
already
that
anticipate that this is heading over towards A
you know SEN.
KRU are trying to early round
Their
competition
retake style
really
was good on
heavily.
this map, but I do just generally think playing for heavy
It's amazing
retake
to
a
me
lot
how
of the
good
time
calling has been
is
from KRU. I know that they're behind. They could end
always a
up losing
bit
this series
risky.
2-0.
Right, it's always a bit
It's just
risky.
amazing to see careers revitalized of people like Klaus, who's picked up the IGLing back again.
He's making some very good reads. Especially into the mid-round portion of things.
Poison orb emitting.
This round right here, though, for KRU is going to be an important obstacle. See if they can overcome it.
Okay, so
Those are
Deep
holding.
Dog all the way on B
Flash.
sees nothing.
Just in case there was that
Gonna
refight
bring a
potential by
rotate
Sen.
across.
They've got it
Try and
essentially
sneak
for
back
free.
into sight. Yep.
Flash will confirm it, making a lot of noise here. Sen are surrounding this position, and they're choosing to flood and really trying to fight this one with the util in hand. Celsius still tucks himself.
Oh, we're in
Will he
trouble.
be able to get out? Yes, he will.
Okay, he
Just
does
not
well,
dodging those
Celsius, to
bullets.
get
Still
out.
inside the smoke.
But again, we're
Spraying away
playing
with
for
the
full
rifles.
retake, and we aren't
No
fast
kills
flooding
claimed.
here.
A lot of
We're
damage.
slow. We're just
Zekken's
playing
looking
full
for that lurk
retake.
player. You're expecting KRU to have somebody in that kind of spot. We can see that that's not the case.
Finally with a plant down.
3 players on site. That's not exactly optimal, I would say. Normally you want to be looking for a place to dominate, like A ramp or screens.
Last time KRU won that round because they had control of ramp. This time giving it up freely. Klaus, he's got a lot to do in this spot. Just shifting really around, just trying to play the timings. Backing around these walls still. On off angle being played.
Okay, second wins a big fight here.
It's methodical by Sentinels.
But that kill back on him.
Out through main, hearing it from behind. Zelsis with the awareness. One player to stand. Melsa finally wrangling it. 4 bullets left though, and 2 players to deal with. Sticking. Tens.
They got it.
He got this one in the bag. Yes, he does.
Okay, big win for Sen, but you see what I mean, like,
for Sentinels. It's difficult,
you know,
to do as much
like
as
that
they
was
do
a.
in the retake,
It's not the type of round you want to be
within
playing
that
every time,
4 or 5
right? Like if
second
we
timer.
lose one of the, if Second loses this first fight, we lose. The round's over. Like we've just, it's over. Because then this guy has to turn and fight this guy on a 1v1 again, and then this guy coming from the smoke gets a free kill on Zelsis, and then Zelsis isn't there at the end to help Tens win the fight, and so the round's
Less than
over.
a second on the clock towards the end. Things can go wrong kind of easily. They're just trying to make sure they're precise with it.
So
after a
9-6.
number of rounds of dominating towards A ramp to start.
Sassy with Seekers.
KRU are now going to lean over towards B main.
Big round, big eco for both, whoever loses.
Sassy's playing this pretty aggressively because it's only been Klaus here.
So it's like a must-use Seekers. Find a time to use it.
Plays, Sassy won't be punished.
But he sees all 3 and he realizes he could be.
Getting the hell out of there.
Okay, you've got 3 players here though.
It's going to be the one to take.
Interesting
Point
setup
in
on A.
contact. As soon as he hears
Very
that
deep.
util, he is in danger of being contacted on, but his position's being held.
I quite like inserting Klaus into this position up in mid. Getting him
Could come
deep here.
back for a mid split.
If you go and pressure over towards B heaven, you're never worried about your flank, and if there are any rotates, Klaus can potentially pick them up.
Shy.
Seekers.
In that spot though, but still. Send it with a util. Have that B heaven control. Zekken is very aware of this still. Tucks his head straight to the ground.
Slow.
Falling around here. It's lead raining down onto the Hell player. Zekken still. That's an awkward angle. Game of timing.
Not a great hold here by Sen. Honestly, this defense side looks a little cooked, to be honest. It does not look the same. They used to be so proactive and so good
Superb setup by KRU.
at finding the right place there. They're just so passive.
Insert Klaus.
Right, we're so passive.
Mid control. Insert Shy.
We've let them take B main. We've let them take this. These guys are just chilling back on A, doing nothing.
Up in male and Klaus in B main. Then as the rest of the pack
We've just
comes through B
slowly
heaven,
waited for
the
ourselves
timing
to
and the
get
spacing is
B
so
split on.
tight. It's lovely.
And again, like I
And Sen
feel
need to
like
find those
Sen,
mid-round
like classic
situations
Sen on this
to
map,
disrupt
like
what they're going for.
Sassy's popping those Seekers. When things have gone quiet for a bit here, he's popping those Seekers. They're realizing there's one guy here, and they're fighting him.
The attacking team to slowly
You know,
take
we're
back
not
control
waiting
and
for them
collapse
to
on top of
fucking
it.
exec on
Otherwise you
us
get in situations like this. Even though the crossfire
and
is
dying.
good, the attackers just have it all. They're for choice. And that's actually what MTA was talking
Time
about
out,
when
because
Liz was saying what adjustments would you have tried
we're
to
just
make
playing scared.
on KRU's defensive
We're
half.
just trying to
We're saying,
lose
don't just
slower.
play everything for retake. Try to find those mid-round timings to be more active. And I think that's an example in this half where Sen didn't quite find that timing. And now they're knocked down onto an eco. It was a great result at the half. 8-4 up for Sentinels.
I bet this fucking copyright, isn't it? I keep forgetting to mute. It's too late. One massive change is that Celsius doesn't hold mid down for like a minute. That's true as well. Yeah. Sen used to be, like, Celsius used to be the king of just holding that Viper mid. And then, you know, after like 40 seconds to a minute, you just all leave and go to the sites. But now we're on a big eco as well. Big eco. And they have a Razor. And they're one of Seekers. And they're two of Viper's Pit. And we're still quite a way off some of our ults. Like,
if they went
that was
for
just such a
retake
big
into
round to
mid
lose. And they were
male,
just playing
they had
so
about
fucking
15
scared,
seconds
man.
where they could have found a big kill onto Shy. So there are these opportunities. It's just about reading the map perfectly. Which is impossible for you or I when we play ranked, but it's incredibly feasible for these top minds of the game.
Okay, we have 2 Stingers. It's not much, but Stinger is the best gun in the game.
But KRU instead a lot of contact plays into their own playbook, really. Forces out of Utah from
Okay,
Sentinels.
you've seen
They
3
were
people
looking to
here. We've
clear
kind of
up
given up the
towards ramp.
game.
Sweeps through. Zekken's now in a very, very committed position, but maybe precisely what they ordered. Stinger in his hands. Flash too, at least for the Trailblazer. Excuse me. Spots him out. Pre-fired in.
Hit lined up.
Good expectation by KRU.
Yeah, even if Kesnet had not got those 2 kills, he still had a showstopper to clean this up, so it's not going to quite work when you raise his ult online. I do just want to point out, though, for a future round, look at this cam over towards B main. I think that might be an adjustment coming out the timeout.
I've got your trail.
Oh, okay.
Sentinels to stack in this direction, but the
We
stack
take that
is
if
not
we're
going to
Sen.
work out without rifles on board.
A lot of respect shown there by KRU, just committing the Seekers into it, making sure that they can clean up the round.
Let's get a kill as well.
Still serving the showstopper though. Yeah. Which is another massive tool for being able to deal with what Sentinels are looking for. But that cam, I think, could end up changing the tide of the game a little. It's going to allow you good information.
Okay, we go 9-8.
And it's going to allow you to stack over
round for
towards A
Sen.
if KRU start with this default towards A ramp, which is the one they've gone for most of this attack half. This time, though, not looking to begin in that direction. It might feel like that. Heat probably still going to apply the same level of utility over towards A. And here's where the cam could end up being really
They just
important.
destroy the cam
Right at the
straight
beginning,
away.
though,
Whilst having a bit of default here on A.
they know that John is playing B.
But that camera on B being so deep, like, that tells them that this is not... It's a bad dog.
Trailblazer.
Because you know that this isn't the full exit.
Klaus, who intentionally
But you
gets
should do.
seen by it, makes it feel like
Well, I'm
it's
not
just
sure
the
if he
one
got the
player here.
cam up and saw or not. I just assumed he did, but maybe he didn't.
The spike heading
I'm
over
pretty
into this
sure it might have been
direction.
Kesnet that broke
They
the
might be
cam.
making a read here on the fact that John started over towards B, so in theory the trips should be on B as well. But John has left the trip for his team to play around on the A side, trying to spread that.
It's a tight rub as Elsa's has to walk in mid as well. Needs that mid-round information by peeking, but could easily be punished. We've seen it before.
Okay, John's going to get a camera back up. I wonder if he
Ten's
dares do
looking
this
for a fight,
again.
looking for information. This angle is often really good. You've got a little headshot spot
got
as
camera
crew
back up.
commit into
Puts
sight.
it in.
If he
Sees
swings out
nothing.
a
They're
little
going to
more to his
rotate.
left.
They know where they're coming.
Flash is going to be seeing it. At least the trip pulling him back and away.
Tens gets 2 from
Can't
this
do
angle.
anything. And Tens, full control. This is his territory up towards A ramp. Will not let anybody step up to him.
Nice from Sen. This is the advantage of going for aggressive cams in pro games as well, that if it is slow enough, then you get a second one to, to like help you win a round essentially. I mean, it didn't matter too much in this one, but
full committal of the bodies of
had this
Sentinels,
gone
they know
better,
they won this
more in
round.
Crew's favor.
Zekken sprinting over to B just in case Melzer made a mad dash for the spike and managed to ult out. That's not going to be the case here. Look at that cam again, replaced into B main after 40 seconds. And then also, Tens going for that repush over towards A ramp was
Just a reminder, this is a man who only got 80% on the all Valorant quiz.
This angle that I was talking about.
Right there.
Little spot.
For Sentinels, it's actually 45 seconds.
You've got the backs of players. It's difficult for them to clear that position as they're heading into the
Just a reminder, I got 85% on
also
that
got caught by
quiz.
the trip. I
Sideshow
don't
only
think
got
he was expecting that to be
80%.
there. Everything working for Sen, all of those adjustments, but now they go back into a different setup.
Okay,
Much
big win
more
for Sen
standard
and
for
keeping
Sen.
4 alive. Their eco
So they
good.
use their tag time out to get them a big round. Now they're just hoping they can clean the rest on their own.
See that jiggle, they want to punish it onto Zelsis. As I was mentioning, this mid-round information is really important.
Okay, we go back to kind
Meta
of
we're shifting
default
into,
camera,
you wanna
but
take
again,
risks, you wanna
we've
give your
moved
team that
Zelsis
info to
out
work
here
on.
already.
Zelsis wants nothing to do with it. He's all the way back and around. Here's a re-clear. Sentinels actually making those
aggressive
adjustments.
re-clear
And the flash didn't connect onto any available player. It is going to be heard by the crew players, but at least they're taking that position.
Looking really active here on defense side, Sentinels. And without B main control, it really limits the options
So
that Klaus
deep
has to
here
work
already,
with as a
though,
caller. He himself is trying to take A ramp to
I
mitigate
don't like
that.
this. I mean, at least they got like some B main info,
Cam
but
spots it.
these guys are so far
It's
away. We are
Klaus.
just literally relying on these guys to hold it down
Doesn't
for
really
us. If
orchestrate
we
too
can't,
much. Klaus knows that there's a cam active. He's going to be hearing it. There it is, finally spotted, removed. Rest of his team now following up right behind him. But
Okay,
his
they do have the
anchoring
10
players
ult.
straight into the fight and into the fray.
That's probably
He dare
why
really
they've
step
gone
up to
for
this
that.
challenge. Sean QT, he beckons them
Cancels
in.
it. Did they hear the cancel?
The ult from
30
Tens,
seconds left.
realizing that they weren't committing to the A site. He goes back over to B.
So a bit of a pump fake
Now
of
he
their own
flashes, so now they definitely know.
Paranoia sweeping, now with the satchels up and over and around, just missing it. There was John QT, surely you don't survive in this spot. This guy is still staying active.
No cages, how is he alive, man?
2 drop down. He's made it so much more damn difficult with time against them.
What?
Chance! This guy's working magic!
Don't have time.
Weapon around them and no time left to work with. It's all Sentinels.
How has he won that? I mean, with no cages, with nothing.
He set the stage of that one.
What a beast John QT is.
Now, because he planted there, he has money to like drop two.
One of the biggest
guns.
reasons that Sentinels are even in the position they're in. The acquisition of this guy from tier 2. How did you find a player who's so damn good? And he's also able to call at an elite level. But I mean, just his timing and movement and his rifling, it's all spectacular.
Okay, we got Viper's Pit mid.
And certainly these big ults online, the defensive setup is going to be shifting and moving. Look at this round here. You heard the trip is pulled back, actually. Not broken. It's John QT setting up the unbreakable one, puts it back up in place.
Yeah, that's very nicely done. And Tens is also
So
on the
Tens
B line.
Up on B.
With his operator.
Now, you know I hate a mid
right
pick
now
because
to
this is just going to happen to you.
I want to hold this.
And you're just going to have a Sky and a raise.
Spots. A lot of info. Doesn't want any part of it. Backs himself away. But
Hold the site, but Sassy's partly done that.
Repositions back. He's going to be tucking into an anchored position into the A side. And KRU left to really just ponder, wonder. What the hell do we do?
I mean, John should
Normally
really
you can pause in A heaven here and threaten that you might be going through vents to B, but are you really going to do that against a pit?
Yeah.
I just don't see how that's going to happen.
They're all getting funneled out through spawn. They've only got John QT holding this one, cage.
Sentinels know that they have to go into the A site here, and these positions are immaculate.
Collapsed and ready, second. He falls, TPing around, dodging that paranoia, this time not getting away with it.
Mid
QT's
pits,
still there,
they're
hearing
shit.
that drop down, a few bullets. Impeccable
I mean,
game sense.
These guys
Just
got any
expecting
kills,
that
it would
player
help.
there. Damage done to Klaus. He's going to be able to get healed up. This post-plan positioning of the KRU players isn't ideal. Everybody's stacked up over towards the site.
But Tens is also retaking this with an op. Unless they get given a pick.
A big win for
right
KRU
off
if
the
they can
beginning.
get this.
I could see Sen not even wanting
Any
to
damage
opt in.
is good for Sen as well, though.
Chances, but unlikely.
Felt like their defensive positioning was immaculate, but the shots just didn't get hit. Tens is going to send a paranoia. They're going for it.
There's a lot. Holding for the swing. Heat tucked into position. The Benji Fishy spot.
And they wanted to send it just for one.
Yeah.
KRU are going to be able to get out without dying to this.
Okay, I mean, no surprise. You lose a mid-pit round.
Yeah,
They're just so easy to play against.
Incredible moves that John was able to put on in the previous round. His teammates just couldn't quite deliver from similar spots. Sassy anchoring the same kind of
It's just
area.
so easy to play against, man. You're just, I mean, and this is with Sassy getting a random spam kill as well, right? I mean, I know that these guys couldn't hold the site, but you're just fighting fucking uphill. Like, you just gotta, as long as you have a good sense of where the cipher isn't, like,
So tense between these two teams.
you're just gonna hit the site with the Sky, and they're just probably not gonna have enough to hold against you.
KRU using a timeout.
The KRU take a timeout.
And what a difficult one it was. An operator over towards B that they'd never had any information about. A pit in mid. They were forced to go into a 3-player stack on the A site. And they just hit beauties. Annihilated Zekken, who had an incredibly hot opening to this map and is now sat at 16 and 16. So he's cooled off ever so slightly. They know... You know what? I'm not even sure.
Oh, I should have muted it. Idiot. Idiot. When this timeout helps Sen? I mean, possibly, yeah. We do have a raise ult here. Viper's Pit for KRU. It feels like every round is kind of close, really.
Shy normally playing this one with quite
Okay,
a lot
we
of
did keep the
discipline.
off. Put the off again
Unlikely
here
to
in
go
B main. We're
wandering in
gonna
alone.
same 2 trips.
Deep smoke orb committed just so that he can potentially
almost
get through
dead.
that. There's almost the punish in sight. Zelsis. Double digits of health, drop down to
Destroy
10.
the trip.
He's been jiggling it at the start of almost every round.
Yeah.
They've been trying to catch that shot onto him.
Almost there. Re-clear with a Trailblazer. It's very active.
just a
from both of these
1-3-1.
teams. Not wasting any time.
Feels like this is a bit too easy, honestly, against Sen. I know
Set up
you've only
now
got
for a
one
bit of an
snake bite, but
explosion.
and I know he got
If the
spammed
hit goes
heavy this
into
round,
tens,
but
he's going to be hard pressed to get
Second with
value
the
from
ult
this ult.
two. They're going to be satcheling through and around the flash. No connection. Second.
Two.
Send it flying through. Two return. John QT. Have retrieved the spike. He just snaps. Deals with any sort of intruders. And that angle is filthy by tens.
okay.
Oh, that's so good.
3 chances to win. Now, Cruise by because they had 4 alive is still okay, but
It looked like they weren't quite aware that there was an operator.
And they
in
do have an
today.
ult
Kesnit's
advantage.
First peak, not expecting to get sniped by that. But the ult from Zekken, such a game changer.
Perfect.
He throws it in and gets 2, and these are the people supposed to follow up, get deep into sight.
One enemy remaining.
Get Sen up to match point. Their record's not great. We haven't talked about it too much because they still have so many championship points. Maybe it won't end up mattering this season, but only 4-3. They'd love to get a win here. A 5-3 record. Much better chance of getting into playoffs and fighting for one of those top 3 spots at champions instead of slinking in 4th place.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's nice to have as a backup policy, but you want to fight for your own chance in the playoffs. You got to make it there in the first step. They've had a difficult road. Second half of things for their own season.
I mean, Sen being good is good for 100
One more
thieves.
round will do it.
Scout destroyed.
Put a win in the column. 5-3 being those standings. They're up against some heavy hitters. KRU and Sen both.
I've got your trail.
Seekers by Heat.
Okay, Seekers, we're going for this B fake. It's
Tempting to
work.
fake that this is like an attempt over towards B, while the rest of the crew creeping and crawling up through the angles, up through ramp, spamming away. Zelsis punish at a jump spot, nasty. Any players left to meet him? What is the call now being made for them? With the Neuro Theft, they spotted it. Know that Heat has gained access over towards B. Heaven and a pivot is in sight. Kesnit is up for a spawn. It means the match there a second. Drops him. Down now to just 2. John QT will not get away with it. Very committed in terms of the
Okay,
positioning. So
I mean,
KRU
again, our money
are
is fine
still
for
here.
Sen.
Active in the round, active in the map.
And they did use
2
Cypher
massive
ult,
kills there from the
Sky ult,
players that
so
you
they
look
just have the
towards on
Viper's
KRU
Pit now.
to deliver results.
We've got our
Kesnit and
Seekers,
Heat.
we'll get our
Heat
Cypher
was under a
ult.
lot of
They
pressure.
might
Like you
get
said,
a
it was
raise
faking
ult
over towards
the
B
last
Heaven.
round if they win this one.
That's a great one as well. From the player on the bottom of the scoreboard, only Klaus's 5th kill. But a beauty onto Zelsis as he was jump spotting. You see Heat there though, under enormous amounts of pressure. Paranoia being thrown at him while he was in hell. Delivers. The gap, this whole match feels like it's been 2 away. Like KRU are always there, but they're always 2 behind. They're gonna need an explosive end to take us to overtime.
On the precipice. Difficult team to tangle with. It's John QT.
Avocopter.
Finally 2 years.
Cam's gonna
Thanks
be
for the
seeing
2
it.
years.
Little feeties. And a satchel through. Surely don't commit into this one still. He is cleaned
that's
up.
big though, you got
Moving
full
the IGL
info.
might make things just a little bit easier, but a post-pump positioning here with a Neural Theft reveals all for Sen.
Still have the Seekers.
Heat with a plan, gonna be pushed back. Along with that, it's gonna be the vulnerability wrapping all the way around as a flank occurring. Seekers now popped off. Sweep their way in through the site. Maybe.
Gotta spam now.
Exactly to where to spam to. If this pit goes down, it could be brutal. KRU, it all stands on this. Can they stand on business? Land the shots. That's all it comes down to. Right now, Sentinels.
Haven't
in
planted yet.
control. Perched right up and still this plant not down. Klaus has to commit it. Trailblazer through and there's the connection. Stun in sight. Shy already dropped down to half HP. And it's a slow squeeze from every single angle. Tens remain high ground position. They've got a full wraparound, but into the pit.
We have
It comes
Omen
down
Flash.
to the timing. Shy, Shorty in hand. The series to bank on. Shots going wide.
That's the Viper.
Pit falls. Klaus forced to do the most.
No
Potentially
way.
there.
Oh, Klaus. Nice try. But it is Sentinels. Okay. GG. I need to sleep. Tomorrow I won't be doing Pacific, sorry. Sorry, Global T1 and Bleed Gen G. Wow, what bangers they are. I will do this though. I will loud MIBR, do I have to? I suppose I do. And Lev versus 100 Thieves, and then what we got? NRG G2. That's a good game. SEN Cloud9. That's a pretty decent game. It's super weak, isn't it, Americas? So yeah, we just got Americas forever. So I guess I'll be streaming Americas with you all forever. Join Throw City. Goodbye.